Good morning. I'm Christopher Lloyd, and I'm standing here in the studios of Sirius XM Satellite Radio. It's a weekly morning, approximately 6 a.m., and this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Never before has one radio show been so extreme. So vulgar.
I'll fucking shove my face up a chick's ass in a second.
Someone said we curse a lot, do we?
I have no idea if we do. So flatulent.
Who just farted?
I did, but I didn't know it stunk.
Like rotten eggs and sewage.
Oh, wow, thank you.
I can't believe that us sitting around like this is actually a radio show. It's not going to get any better than this.
Are we on the air? Oh, we are? Oh, okay.
Quite simply, the greatest show in the history of broadcasting.
O&A every day, that's what I say.
You guys having a good time or what?
Rules are destroyed and conventions burn to the ground. Would you like to make a fucking second? With Opie, the Destroyer.
I would eat Betty White's ass. She's 90, right?
It doesn't smell too bad.
Anthony, the Rage.
Holy fuck, how much more fair you wanted? Tired of these people up my ass all the time trying to get me to help. Fuck you!
And Jim Norton, lover of the transgender.
Every time a transsexual walks in the room, party horn should go off. Like, surprise!
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Strap in, dicks. This one's gonna hurt.
Double guns, bitch.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
Look at that. Back at it.
Right back at it. Not shitting anymore, so just want to report that.
That's nice.
And I did shower, so.
Oh, wow.
People love the fact that I didn't shower for 6 days.
A double shot.
What's the big deal?
Why do you announce that you're no longer shitting?
Huh?
So you're not going to shit anymore?
No, man.
No more. I'm done with shitting.
Oh, my God.
That would be lovely to say that.
I beat the shit out of my asshole yesterday.
Oh.
I had to run out during Judge Alex.
Whoa. Yeah. You saw that.
I mean, we run out every once in a while, because an interview's going long or, my participation is not needed. But yesterday, man, he was great. And I'm like, shit, I think I'm going to shit my pants. That's all I'm thinking. It's just weird.
Yeah, he was all over again yesterday.
Huh?
He was all over TV again yesterday.
Yeah.
And Twitter and stuff. He's very active in this. His name's really getting around because of the Zimmerman trial.
He's a Fox guy, though. That's what people told me on Twitter. Guys had another Fox guy on.
God,
Fox guy?
Babies.
He had another Fox guy on.
He's all over CNN.
I just found him really fascinating to listen to. That's how I look at that shit.
If people, I don't understand people that are like, Fox. If you go to CNN or MSNBC, it's worse than Fox as far as them being the conservative, right-wing, Republican, whatever you want to call it, news station. Yeah, they definitely have a bias. I'm not stupid. But you look at MSNBC or CNN, they're so far the other way that they bypass how bad Fox is the other way.
I don't know about that.
I absolutely think so.
I think they're
equivalent. No, not equal. I would say no.
You think MSNBC is way worse than Fox?
It's just when you watch Fox's coverage of even this trial, they're giving you a lot more of what's going on fact-wise and not as much fucking...
People are going to say you've been brainwashed. You know that, right?
I haven't even been watching a lot of Fox during this. I've been watching a lot of MSNBC.
Oh, but you have a lot to say about it.
Well, I watch enough. But I don't watch exclusively. People say, what are you doing watching that HLN? It's going to drive you crazy. It's like, well, you got to watch. It's like Judge Alex said yesterday. You got to kind of watch all of it.
Right.
And see,
Make your own opinion?
Yeah. And, man, that MSNBC has got to be the worst. That is the worst channel on fucking...
What does that have to do with Sharknado?
Sharknado?
Yeah, what does that have to do with Sharknado?
I don't think. I think it's Sci-Fi, right? Sci-Fi's got Sharknado.
Yes.
Sharknado.
Sharknado is going to be all the rage. I'm telling you right now.
What is it?
This has Patrice written all over.
Sharknado. What is it? Jimmy says. It's on tonight at 9 o'clock on Sci-Fi.
It should rival all other great movies ever made.
It sounds like a trade agreement between Aquatic Life.
Jesus. Sharknado is a fine movie where a bunch of storms start getting together, and a lot of tornadoes hit the United States.
But not only are tornadoes hit, they hit the ocean first.
With some water spouting going on.
Water spouts, and in that they pick up a bunch of sharks.
And shitload of sharks.
As they then move over land,
right,
the sharks are flung out of the tornadoes,
yes,
and start eating people.
I'm telling you, we don't talk about the sci-fi movies a lot, but this one, I'm telling you right now, people are going to be talking about for days. Sharknado is on Sci-Fi tonight.
It's the dumbest thing.
So a bunch of dead sharks are being
They're
thrown
not
around?
dead.
No, they're
What's
alive.
wrong with you, Jimmy?
They're live, and they're biting people.
Yeah,
On the way down?
One ends up on the top of an SUV while it's driving.
Oh, look out.
And gets into the sunroof.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool because they can't breathe without the fucking water, so it's just gasping for air?
Well,
but he's biting also.
Remember our old pal David Hinckley?
Uh-huh.
Used to write about radio, and then radio died. So they said, why don't you write about TV and such?
Yeah.
He writes in the Daily News today, Sharknado is bad to the bone.
No.
It's absurd. It's ridiculous. If you're a fan of low-budget horror movies, and don't miss this one. You will regret it for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Sharknado. Top Sci-Fi's previous gem, Sharktopus.
Sharktopus.
As effortlessly as a hungry fish drops out of the sky into the swimming pool at a retirement community.
Oh, man. See?
So at least one shark makes it into the retirement community's pool.
Wow.
Yes, that happens. And someone tells a retirement community resident, run. And she replies, I can't run. I can't even walk.
Oh, damn.
The premise of Sharknado, just so no one accidentally mistakes it for Argo, is that a huge Pacific storm has morphed into tornadoes. As the water spouts gain strength over the ocean off the coast of L.A., they suck up thousands of sharks.
Look out.
When they move inland and lose power, they spill out the sharks like piñatas gone terribly wrong. The sharks swim along flooded freeways and slam through windows to gobble up people inside.
Oh, my God.
One shark not only finds a way to secure itself to the top of an SUV going 40 to 50 miles an hour, but it pries open the moonroof to see what kind of tasty morsels are nervously waiting inside.
By the way, the lovely and talented Tara Reid is in this.
Big star. They got a big star for this one.
I think a lot of 90s stars are in it, right?
I don't know.
Got like Tara Reid.
And Steve from 90210.
Steve from 90210.
Oh, really? Well, Sci-Fi's the place to go. Let's not forget about Tiffany and the other broad there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Debbie Gibson.
Oh, yeah, Debbie Gibson, for sure.
You know what hurts? I can't get a show on TV, but somebody looked at this and said, Sharknado, green-lighted.
Green-lighted.
Oh, these are all the rage, these type of movies.
Green-lighted.
Remember Patrice talking about these?
Yeah.
With, he was talking about how the sci-fi movies have a title, like, it's just very obvious. If it's, what was it?
I'm trying to remember. Like
giant bear that's attacking people in the woods, it would be Giant Woods Bear.
Right.
Like, he's just talking about how bad the titles are. And boy, I don't think he ever saw Sharknado coming.
No, nor does the human dialogue lack bite with lines like, I hate sharks, I'm from Wyoming.
Dinosaur Forest was one of
Dinosaur Forest instead of Jurassic Park. That's right.
Yeah, Dinosaur Forest.
That was a famous one from Patrice O'Neill.
Dinosaur Forest.
Don't think for a minute that being in Sharknado makes the actor seem ridiculous. On the contrary, stars like, and then they list most of the people you were just saying, make it look like a day at the beach. Mm-hmm. How often do you find a role where it's impossible to overact? Sharknado is an hour and a half of your life that you'll never get back, and you won't want to.
Wow.
It's getting good reviews, Sharknado. Do we have the trailer?
Sounds like a hit.
Can we start from the beginning?
Oh, please.
All right.
Let me hear the Sharknado.
Sharks. Tornado. fight. Tara Reid in the Sci-Fi original movie Sharknado premieres next Thursday at 9. Only on Sci-Fi.
The guy said we're going to stand and fight. They're dead. They're fish. They're going to die. It's not going to rain forever.
Yeah, just wait it out. Just wait it out.
We're going to stand and fight. It's going to flop 5 feet in front of you. It's harmless.
Jimmy.
How is this a movie?
Jimmy, you're ruining Sharknado.
I don't mean to ruin Sharknado, but it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever fucking heard of.
Yes. You're a bummer.
It's like It's like literally having a movie about astronauts where elephants are shot from a rocket and free floating in space, and they might hit you with their trunks.
You're a bummer, man. This is what Sci-Fi does.
Terrible.
Did they say they're going to need a bigger chopper?
Yes.
Yes.
Need a bigger Oh, do you know I didn't even catch that?
Yeah. We're going to need a bigger chopper.
That's the name of this network should be Garbage.
Yeah. What are some of the other clips they have available right now?
There's the other movies that they've done.
What are some of the other movies?
Yeah.
Independence Disaster.
Nice.
Love Hurts.
What? What does Love Hurts have to do
It's about
with
a rental car gone wrong.
Sharktopus.
Yeah, can we see Sharktopus?
Sharktopus.
Oh.
Yeah, this Sci-Fi is great.
You can turn up the volume. Oh, you got it. Groovy music.
Yeah, there are people on the beach.
Big waves.
Chicks and frolicking in the water.
Nice.
Some great CGI. All right, so
wait, pause this. What? Was there some kind of mutation?
I guess the shark and the octopus had some sex there.
Oh, that was a sex scene?
And they made a Sharktopus.
Oh, okay.
And, wow, it's amazing.
There's some kind of mechanics on there, so I think there is some kind of secret company or government involvement.
Human fucking... Well, who is that, by the way?
Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts.
Good old Eric Roberts.
Oh,
but a shark is no scarier with long arms. Like, have you ever been near a shark where you're like, oh, thank God he doesn't have arms long enough to grab me? Where are you where 8-foot arms are going to be the difference between you and a hungry shark?
That's true.
They don't need arms.
Well, Jimmy.
You're a bummer.
But it's like a shark, if he can grab you, he can get to you within a second.
He can get to you just swimming. Yeah.
Yeah, but if an octopus is dangerous and a shark is dangerous, then a Sharktopus is too dangerous.
You know, that's true right there.
No, it's not at all. Sharktopus would just look ridiculous and be all encumbered by his stupid arms. Can't swim as well.
Imagine a Erock-topus.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's got 8 arms and a trunk. Oh no! It's got 8 stomachs. Sorry, Eric. I don't mean that.
Oh, Erock.
Not cool.
See the rest of this.
Yeah, let's see the government.
8 wrong buttons hit at once. Apologize.
But the Corps has just created the Navy's next superweapon.
Oh.
That's a creature with a double feature. He's free cat, small flesh to piece. They're twisted, they're sheets of a
people are scuba diving.
Yeah.
And here comes Sharktopus.
You got a song for it and everything. Nice.
Jimmy, see,
they proved you wrong.
That's how Sharktopus does it.
The shark part can stay in the water.
And the tentacles come out on the
right.
beach and pull you in.
And grab the bathers right into the water.
And it's amazing how the giant Sharktopus can come up on 8 inches of surf and yet be disappeared completely.
Yes, exactly.
A Sharktopus looks like a shark that is wearing the hat from the guy from the Village People, the Indian. It looks like Felipe Rose if he was a shark. Sharktopus look, or they'd be more like Sharktacock.
You can just be hanging out on the beach, though, and you're done.
Oh, yeah.
Very scary.
That could be it.
Imagine Sharktopus-nado, where it's fucking throwing Sharktopuses all over.
Ah!
I bet they do that at some point.
Oh, yeah.
That's on the elevator. Ding. It's on your floor.
Oh, boy.
Why are they running?
I don't know.
Wait a
I like
minute.
I like that the
wait a minute, now it's getting silly.
The Sharktopus growls like it's Sal's production.
I was all in, but now it's getting silly.
What do you mean?
They
Now
seemed
it
completely safe when they were running away on the beach.
Yeah,
How long are these tentacles?
Yeah, how far can this thing reach out?
That was ridiculous.
I'd say about 12 feet.
Yeah, but they were
hold
more
on.
than 12 feet away from the water.
Hold on.
Sharktopus.
Have you ever seen octopus kind of almost walk on rocks?
Yeah, but what about the shark part?
Does he walk? That just shark part hangs out there and eats things. Can he walk onto the beach? Because it looks like I saw the actual shark face.
I'll bet he could.
He is. Go back a little bit, Sam. The shark pops up.
Yes.
And what happens is there's some people shopping at a hat stand, and he pops up behind them.
And the tentacles can stab you.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That's
the Navy's
that
weapon.
part is dumb.
It's a weapon by the Navy.
That is true.
Make it bigger. I want Sharktopus.
That Sharktopus comes right out of the water, I think.
You see that?
Sharktopus was out of the water.
The Sharktopus growled and came up behind the rocks.
That's some good acting right there. Good freeze frame, man. That guy looks really scared.
That's probably actually a secret of a fucking handy cam of him looking at the script. Handy cam, real showbiz talk, Joe.
Handy cam.
Handheld, I meant.
Handy cam.
Oh, pause. Look at that. The Sharktopus is actually stole someone's ticket and is getting their car out of valet.
Why would you go in the water if there's a Sharktopus around?
You just stay out of the water and you're fine.
This lady's on a swing rope there.
You can't be on the beach of the rocks either.
She's swinging across some kind of lagoon. You know what's going to happen
She
here.
ain't gonna make it.
No, she's right behind the San Francisco airport, and you see Sharktopus reach up and swat the plane tail. That's what happened. It was a Sharktopus.
Sharktopus. This is so bad. Oh, yeah, see?
Wow.
Sharktopus.
What about the boat? The speedboat. What could possibly happen? What?
The Sharktopus is coming out of the water and hovering above the boat. with us.
It looked like the government controls exploded off of Sharktopus.
Oh, man. So now Sharktopus has gone rogue.
It looked like it.
Oh, no.
It's gone rogue?
Yeah, that's crazy.
No.
A rogue Sharktopus is one of the more dangerous.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And they have toupees, which is really odd, so you never can tell a real Sharktopus. Like a lot of times they'll masquerade as somebody you know. Using 9/11 fucking technology.
Of course.
To masquerade as the voices.
Sharktopus.
The government's got, Sharktopuses.
8 false flags.
False flags right there in the tentacles. Sharktopus.
If you don't want to believe in Sharktopus, that's your problem.
Jesse. Get you. Sharktopus.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know.
Is he all right? Where is he? Mexico?
Mexico.
Surfing?
Yeah.
Off
Saving
the
some
grid.
money.
Off the grid?
Off the grid.
No
that's
cell
right.
phone?
No.
I like going off grid for a while.
Yep. Beach.
But then he's on grid more than anyone.
Of course he is.
He's got to do Piers Morgan. But other than that, off the grid.
Yeah.
Off the grid.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Let's play the rest of this.
The Navy
pleasure
said they
craft.
wanted a killing machine. That's exactly what I gave them. But greatness comes at a price. It always has.
Uh-oh.
She's bungee jumping. Oh, good.
Yeah, Sharktopus going to jump out of the water.
He's not having any of that.
Oh, man. Sharktopus.
Jumped up and just ate her.
Yep.
Yeah, she's bungee jumping, and Sharktopus just sees that as a dangling treat.
Oh, yeah. Who wouldn't?
Eric Roberts is not just going to do some shitty movie.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great actor.
They took my 8 thumbs, Charlie.
Poor Eric
Hope of Greenwich
Roberts.
Village. I'm with you, Jimmy.
What a promising career he had in his younger days.
You think
It's
he looks at his
amazing.
sister and says, just put me in a fucking movie already?
He was the guy. You know what? He was bigger than Julia Roberts before Julia Roberts kind of really broke.
Then it was like, oh, who's this? Look at Eric Roberts' sister.
Amazing.
Now, and then he ends up on Celebrity Rehab, or was he in the Sober House? I forget.
I think he was rehab. Oh, yeah, he had an addiction to marijuana.
Yeah, it got so bad he's on celebrity rehab. He accepted that gig.
Is that more Sharknado?
Yeah, there's a sneak peek of Sharknado.
Oh, let's see.
But someone is also telling me that we got to play the Sharknado trailer from YouTube for Jim Norton.
Okay, I think it might be the same.
All right, let's make sure.
This is the Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel getting blown away by the storm. Looking sort of like Coney Island.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's probably Santa Monica Pier, actually.
Oh, wait, it's...
A guy picks up a thing just like Brody.
Oh, the shark!
What a...
And he puts the fucking tank in its mouth like Brody. That's just a Jaws ripoff. Now we're watching a Ferris wheel kind of come apart.
With people on it still?
Wheel's rolling now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Down the dock, I think.
They don't evacuate here before the hurricane. They let you ride it out.
Everyone's running away from the Ferris wheel.
It's just rolling at them.
Rolling and crushing people.
So instead of going to the side, they run straight ahead.
Yeah, Santa Monica.
It is
Pier.
Santa Monica, okay.
Yeah.
It was.
How far is this Ferris wheel go? Oh, the guy just got crushed. Oh, it just hit a building.
It wouldn't go through a building.
How do you know? Have you ever seen a Ferris wheel hit a building?
All right, good
In the middle of a Sharknado?
Right.
You got me.
What a ripoff.
That was horrible.
It's almost like they're just doing funny trailers.
Yeah.
They don't mean it.
And they have to make like a movie for it.
People love these dumb movies.
They really do.
They do very, very well.
They do, right?
Yeah. And Sharknado is gonna kill tonight.
It should, too.
Yeah.
What's better than Sharknado?
Sharktopus.
So, yeah.
That's debatable.
Obviously.
Dinosaur Forest.
Sharkades.
What about, you want to see the trailer?
Erock I like better.
Erock is good.
Erock rules.
Oh, my God.
Do you want to see the trailer for Dino Shark?
No,
they love sharks.
The sharks are frightening.
What's Dino Shark about? Prehistoric shark?
Which would be just a shark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sharks really haven't changed much.
This is a shark with brown eyes instead of blue.
All right, let's look at Dino Shark. What the hell? Alaska.
Yeah, a piece of ice fell off.
Yeah,
and apparently it's going to unfreeze.
Oh, Dino Shark. They look like crusty sharks.
Yeah. Right. It's a shark with barnacles on it.
These creatures have been extinct for over 150 million years.
The CGI is so bad on these.
Yeah. It looks like a kid in his tub. And now there's more boaters that these prehistoric sharks are going to come.
And the CGI is kind of important for these movies, don't you think?
Oh,
God.
Did you see how big Dino Shark is?
It's massive, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that wasn't big.
That is a swimming pool. Biting legs off. Yeah, it's just a lot of underwater shots.
Dino Shark changes size a lot.
Yeah, it does. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's a guy parasailing.
This is the same thing as... That's the same thing as the bungee.
Sure is.
Wow.
Here comes a girl with a nice tiny...
Going in the water.
Oh, look, the shark's jerking off instead of eating her.
Oh, boy.
Oh, there's half of her. Who is that guy?
Oh, that's the dude. We had him on once.
Yeah, he's been on.
Who is that?
We had him on?
Oh, yeah. He used to be on 6 Feet Under.
No, he started on MTV, though.
No, that's not Simon Rex.
Oh, was it?
No.
It looked like
it.
Okay.
Who is that?
Jet skier.
He's jumping over Dino Shark? Oh, no, he's throwing a grenade.
A hand grenade at Dino Shark. Oh, it just kind of blew a fin off a Dino Shark. Oh.
And then he lands next to Dino Shark.
Wow.
Wow, that's scary.
He gets top billing like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
Why would you want your name on top? I'd want my name listed. Oh, no.
The CGI in Dino Shark is pretty much on the level of the cartoons interacting with real people in Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
It's
really
just like drawn.
It's horrible. There's no depth to them. There's no color matching or contrast matching.
No, that one's all
looks
story.
terrible. Yeah, it's all story. It doesn't need the effects.
It's all on the page.
A good story transcends the effects.
Yeah.
Is there a Sharknado trailer on YouTube that's different, or was that the same shit?
Shark.
Because it's all about Sharknado tonight.
These
on
are
Sci-Fi,
fucking, these are fucking great movies.
Oh, Chippa likes these?
Fuck yeah. I wrote one just like it.
What was it called?
It's called Pecker Shark.
Of course it is.
He's got a giant pecker, and he drags it over people, then eats them.
Pecker. All right, no worries. Why didn't we get anybody from Sharknado on our show?
Oh, why didn't Roland get us some Sharknado?
Roland has failed us.
Guys, we got the guy from Sharknado.
Sharknado's?
We got the director, the producer of Sharknado.
You guys definitely would have said yes to Ian Ziering, right?
Yes!
Oh, man.
Yeah,
In a
sure.
second.
Or his hat and glasses.
Ian Ziering.
I'm tired.
Ian Ziering.
Was there a movie called Mansquito? No way.
Mansquito.
Dean Harding on Twitter is telling me.
for the Mansquitos.
Tell me Mansquito was a classic. Is there a Mansquito?
Yeah.
Let's
No.
see. I want to see me some Mansquito.
Sure.
Well, we can watch the entire movie, which is 86 minutes.
Oh, let's do that.
Oh,
Here's
boy.
the trailer.
The disease affects both young and old. Every bed is full, and they're
Encephalitis.
He was scheduled to take part in our experimental drug testing program.
Wait. What are you saying that you're experimenting on convicts?
Too little, and
Who was
nothing
that?
happens. Too much, and who knows what you'd get.
Uh-oh.
Convict gets out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Does that mean they have mosquito blood in them? And they... Oh, no.
Oh.
I bet a bunch of, mosquitoes bite him. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Another mutation.
He's a man in a mosquito.
Oh, shit.
Turning into Mansquito.
Oh, no.
Like the fly?
Yeah, exactly like the fly.
You know how bummed I'd be if I had a picnic planned with him the next day?
He's a Brundlesquito. Uh-oh.
Oh, she's becoming a mosquito.
Wow.
Cunt-squito.
Hotly.
She just buzzes around and annoys you like every other woman I've ever dated.
He wants to meet Tom, that's why he's...
Yes. She flies in and bites you while the game is on.
You don't know what you're up against. You can't go in there.
Is that Parker Lewis?
Hey!
Or
I think so.
Parker Lewis can't lose. I think
Why
it
they're
is.
shooting. Giant can of raid. Giant fly swat.
It totally is.
And she's someone too.
Mosquito's just attacking people.
And he was somebody.
Oh, Mosquito Man is called.
It's called Mosquito Man.
Mosquito Man.
Mosquito Man.
Well, I
Man.
guess that actually confirms that Parker Lewis can indeed lose.
Yes, Parker Lewis can lose.
Wow.
That's terrible.
Mosquito Man.
It's Mosquito Man / Mansquito.
Right.
So, you know.
Probably later on they realized Mansquito is just a much more marketable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mansquito.
Yes.
Sounds like bullshito. Wow.
Yeah.
Sci-Fi is obviously spent in the hundreds of dollars.
But they have spent a lot of money. How can they make their money back on these?
I guess through advertising. They are huge.
They didn't spend a lot of
very,
money on these things. The CGI is
They're
horrendous.
terrible. They're very culty, and I think they get an audience over time as a kind of a little fun thing. Yeah, and they're getting known for doing these things.
Right.
Like I think they used to seriously think they were making science fiction movies.
Right.
And they'd get low budget, but I think they took them seriously until people started really laughing at them.
Right.
And then they just said, "All right,
fuck it. We're
Let's
all
just
in."
not even try to fucking fake this anymore."
Yeah, because Debbie Gibson and Tiffany were in here promoting one of those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the name of theirs again?
Something versus something.
Oh,
cunt
right.
versus cunt.
But they spell it with a K, so it's not offensive.
Yeah.
And they say it's kunt.
Do you think that wouldn't be offensive still to people?
Called kunt versus kunt.
Oh, Mega Python versus Gatoroid.
Yeah,
great.
that's right.
About my penis against the Gatoroid.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, it's a giant penis fucking an ass.
Yes, it's giving him a Gatoroid. See?
Yes, I thought it was Megaroid.
Oh.
I ruined that one first.
Isn't it Megaroid? No, it's Megapython.
No, Megapython.
Gatoroid.
And Gatoroid.
I love that stuff when I'm doing sports.
Yeah, that's what happens when your asshole's getting a good workout. You need some Gatoroid.
How about Erock-O-Dial?
Erock-O-Dial.
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 I just want Erock in one of these. I'm trying to get you in one of these sci-fi movies, Erock.
Thanks.
Look at Debbie Gibson right there.
Which one do you like so far? You want to be Erock-O-Dial or Sharktopus?
I think the Sharktopus one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You any inspiration from these for your own motion picture?
Very good question.
No, there's no time travel.
Well, there could be.
Yeah, you could add a little time travel in one of these movies easily.
These are actually more believable.
than the Erock movie.
And I'm not sure. There might have been some time travel in Dino Croc versus Super Gator.
Yeah, I bet there was.
I think there was.
People are still trying to say, I got the official trailer right here, Sam Roberts. Sharknado, official asylum trailer. Too violent for TV.
It's up on the Facebook, too.
Oh, really? Sam Roberts getting yelled at?
Just watch the trailers for the movie.
Huh?
How much
What'd you
more
say?
can we see?
Yeah, I don't know. We just watched two.
No, we didn't watch trailers. We were watching, like, highlights.
No, we watched the official trailer from SyFy.
No, we didn't.
Uh-oh.
No, we didn't.
Okay, then we didn't.
Damn.
We did not.
You're in trouble now.
With who?
With who, exactly.
With who?
Oh, he's just making things up to pester me.
No, I'm not.
He's just being disagreeable.
Nope, that's not true.
Okay, that's staying corrected.
I guess from the weather in Sharknado,
right?
There's a lot of flooding. So when the sharks flop down into the water that the flooding is from, they can,
Yeah. Jimmy made a great point about,
Is that it?
They allow people to hang out until the hurricane is pretty much on them.
Yeah.
Dude, who rides the Ferris wheel until you see the storm? This is where you want Bloomberg. We have a tornado of sharks coming.
Get off the...
is
that one we haven't seen?
Stevie Knight hooked it up on Twitter.
All right, let's see.
Different.
Let's see.
All right. This is the official trailer.
It's a storm. That's what's driven them all up north. I've never seen so many of them.
Oh, shit, it's the boss from Big. It's the guy who goes,
it's a bag, it's a bag, it's a bag, it's a bag.
That guy.
Baskins?
That was him.
Yeah.
He's in Sharknado.
Wasn't that the father from Home Alone, too?
Yep.
The father from Home Alone.
And he was a
There you go.
He was the cop in Sopranos.
Who?
He was a crook.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Tony's
he's
friend
good. I
He
know
was
him.
also a bad guy in something else. Wait a minute. He was
But the father from Home Alone is now in Sharknado? That's a bit of a drop-off, don't you think?
Drop off?
What else was
Although
he
it's
in?
been 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He was the guy in fucking The Sopranos that Tony had no respect for.
Wasn't he almost... Was he a teacher or something?
There's something else he's been in.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Is he awesome?
Yeah, dude.
How about in Sharknado?
We're going to find out.
Can't be bad in that movie. That would you wouldn't last.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you can't be sitting there next to Ian Ziering in a movie like Sharknado and
Absolutely.
not.
You got to switch seats. You got to keep doing your jokes.
Ziering.
Absolutely. Radar love. All right, sorry.
Erock, what about Nagelpotamus? What about Nagelpotamus? That just came in on Twitter.
It's like a thinner hippo. I fucked up. I meant.
6 days on the road on Twitter.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's a fatter hippo.
No, I said the opposite. I'm sorry, listening
We got
audience.
it. It was still funny because
I was
you
laughing at the
understood
sentiment.
the
Yeah, I didn't even
intent.
realize.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Let's
Sharknado?
Oh, by the way, who was right here and who was wrong?
Stephen Knight.
No.
Oh, man.
I brought it to the show's attention through Stephen Knight, and you refused to believe that there was another trailer out
I didn't
there.
refuse to believe.
You
I needed
absolutely
Stephen Knight to
refused
show me.
believe.
Snackosaurus, I'm getting here.
For Erock?
Yeah.
That could be cool.
That'd be good.
I've never seen so many of them or so bold.
Wow.
It's barely even raining.
It's flooding here, and not the plumbing, the ocean. You need to go home.
I'm not going anywhere.
Storm's coming, and it's coming fast.
Shark went flying through a window.
Wait, I can watch this.
How can you go back? I want to see how full is that pier when the tornado hits. I've never seen more people having
Well, you
fun.
know, tornadoes come around quickly there, Jim Norton.
Did you hear Ian Ziering? He said it's coming and it's coming fast.
Fast, yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't expect it.
Oh, I thought he was talking about me.
They're in a bar.
Ocean. You need to go home.
Big, huge window.
Storm's coming and it's coming fast.
And then Sharktopus, and then a lot of people.
Just can't sit back and watch.
See, the flooded streets.
Tornado's heading towards the airport. We need to destroy it before it gets to them.
They're shooting sharks out of the sky.
Good.
That would be pretty cool to do.
Sharks are raining down on us.
Oh, man. Whoa, he cut the shark in half with a chainsaw.
Into the tornado.
It's too dangerous.
Exactly how that would happen.
Too many of them. We're gonna need a bigger chopper.
Oh.
Claudia, move!
He like,
Leave Kansas, mate.
and there's the scene with the giant Ferris wheel.
Wow, Sharknado. Nice. Check your local listings.
It's fucking believable. That shit could happen.
I like it.
It could not, Chipper.
Well, you think there was problems there?
Yeah.
A few problems.
Inconsistencies? Like what, man? What the hell? You wouldn't survive if a shark went flying through your window at home.
No.
It could have been anything NATO. It could because the sharks, like, it could have just been fucking lumber. Lumber NATO.
How about kitten NATO?
Tornadoes are very dangerous. It's like they kill people all the time.
But what about kitten NATO? How could that be dangerous?
Little kittens flying at you.
Or imagine if there were
Yeah.
tunas being thrown. It would be called Tornado. The
Get it?
sushi,
Yeah.
sushi joke.
Oh, right. Toronado. I thought you were going to say Tunado.
Oh, that's funnier.
Yeah, I know.
It's better.
Not really. It's not a sushi joke.
I know. That's why it's better. Sushi jokes are never a hit.
Erock, what about Mayosaurus? Would you like that one?
No.
Oh, mayo. He likes that mayo.
Fuck.
Crocamayo.
Crocamayo.
You're ungrateful, man.
good.
People are trying to come up with a sci-fi movie for you.
Yeah.
Jurassic Fork, how about that one?
Jurassic Fork.
You like that one?
I like that one a lot.
That was Daily Leader, I think, on Twitter.
Dino sandwich.
How come sharks
Dino
are the only
sandwich.
fish blown up by the storm? Great question coming in.
Because the storm is a Sharknado,
Yeah.
not a fishnado.
What about like other fish in the ocean, though? They didn't suck up any of those bastards?
The sharks ate them.
What about a nice
The
swordfish?
sharks are right at the surface. You know.
Is that why?
Yeah, although you would probably get some seaweed, too.
No,
What if
sharks
seaweed
ate-
NATO doesn't sound very dangerous.
So definitely no flounder, because they're
No,
a little deeper.
They're all right.
What about a nice sea robin? Those are scary. You don't have to fucking CGI those
robinado.
bastards.
Wow.
That's a scary fish to begin with.
They got eaten by the sharks. They're very dangerous sharks.
Yeah, that's true. And they're all huge sharks, by the way.
Yeah, massive.
They're all like the same huge size.
Well,
Like somebody just made one and copy pasted.
Exactly.
well, they have to. They don't have much of a budget for Sharknado.
Want me to make another shark? It's like, can't they just scale down the one they have? It's very easy on the computer. Scale it down.
Who are we?
Hey, come on.
We don't have a fucking movie.
I've used After Effects. It's kind of easy.
They have an intern doing the CGI for this.
And that's what it looks like, too. They must have had interns on there.
Speaking of interns, we got to do our book report.
Yes, that's right.
We have to.
Get gals in here.
Yeah,
Can we do it
really
next break?
should.
yeah, easily.
Because it's guest day. We got guest day.
Who's coming in today?
Somebody from Sharknado, I think.
Sharknado?
Yes, the shark.
Great.
We, for the first time, we got
Gotta
David
roll.
Spade coming in.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Rich Voss used to know David Spade. He tells me pretty much every time I hang out with him.
Did he
What do you
really?
mean? In what capacity?
They used to hang out, and when they came up together a little bit, so I can't wait to ask David Spade if this is true.
He'll be
'Cause
like,
I've heard enough from Rich Voss.
No, I never heard of him. Nah.
Or he'll go like this.
what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy. Oh.
Sure, yeah. He'll be polite about it.
And then we got Charlie Day from Pacific Rim.
Yeah, it's big.
Pacific Rim?
No, Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Come on, Pacific Rim looks like it's going to be a big hit.
Who's
Oh,
on
yeah,
Pacific Rim?
Huh?
Somebody I know saw Pacific Rim.
Saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we should know that by now. If he's coming in an hour, we should know that.
Well, no, when he said saw it, like, it's not like I was. Oh, yeah.
The aliens attack, and they're huge.
Yeah.
Big aliens. It's like, we can't fight these fucking things.
It's like an alien tornado.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're competing with Sharknado?
Sharknado.
Somebody on Twitter said, a storm of sharks. Chad.
Well, if you'd let me tell you.
3 days on Twitter. That's funny, man.
Can we play the Chad clip, please?
Chad.
And we also have, James Cromwell.
Yes.
At 9:30, who is
Stretch Cunningham.
Yes, and in many more. He was in.
Yes.
He's been. You know him as soon as he's been.
He was in Babe.
He's been Babe. He was the farmer in Babe.
Babe.
Yeah.
And that was he came on the after show, right?
Yes.
And I heard he was amazing.
He's great.
I listened to that interview.
I can't wait to meet him.
He's tremendous.
Oh, you're such
That's
a creep
great.
in American Horror Story. Did you see season 2 of that show?
Oh, no, I didn't.
He was like a weird Nazi doctor doing experiments.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I could see him doing
With
that.
teeth. It was crazy.
Did you see the show?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
He was pulling out teeth and shit.
Oh.
Am I right?
Yeah, it just seems like an obvious observation to make.
Was I right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Probably pulled out a tooth somewhere on the season, sure.
See, now they're stretching the Erock bit. They just came up with the onion ring.
Like his shirts. The onion ring?
Instead of, that's not,
like the ring.
Erock, that's not fair. I will not allow that.
That's not cool.
That's not cool at all.
Okay.
That wasn't bad though. If it's
like
a play
the
on the
ring.
ring,
Yeah, the onion ring.
But we're doing sci-fis.
Yeah,
so that's
more
not fair. We're not going to make believe you didn't hear that. Make sure the jury didn't hear that one. Okay, we're not going to allow that.
That could be a sci-fi movie though.
Look what Morning Joe's talking about.
Sharknado.
Tornado's heading towards the airport.
I'm telling you, it's all the rage.
They're playing the trailer. This is huge.
All right, so this film comes from the production company that has brought us certain hits like Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. That starred Debbie Gibson and Lorenzo Lamas. You'll remember Lorenzo from Falcon Crest fame.
Yes.
Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus, starring Urkel from Family Matters. And the two-headed shark attack starring Playboy Center.
You think Mika's going to have a problem with this break?
Yeah.
Mika's going to have a problem.
Can I catch all of this shark attack? Joe, it's funny that you ask because you can catch all the Sharktastic action tonight when Sharknado premieres on Sci-Fi.
What is that?
I know what I'm doing this weekend.
She doesn't even get
I
it.
know what I'm doing.
MSNBC and Sci-Fi are both owned by Universal.
That's good, right?
To the viewers.
that is great.
And that's the only news you can't use.
What's that? Well, we're going to get the picture. What were you saying, Gene?
When the Sharknado actually happens, what you should do is just let the shark flop around until it dies.
What the fuck? They listen to us?
Hey, Jimmy.
Let it flop around and it dies.
Gene's a veteran of many.
I've been through Sharknado.
People love this Sharknado thing. It's a phenomenon.
Everybody associated with this show has to watch
Yes,
it.
it's a phenomenon.
This reminds me of the movie I wrote.
Oh, what was that called?
It was called Shark Clit, where they're tiny sharks that hide under clit hoods, and then when you go to lick a girl's clit, it bites your gums and runs away.
That's terrible.
They should make bad sci-fi porno movies like that.
I think every older porno movie is like that. They're just horrible, bad stories.
But never Shark Clit.
No, never Shark
I
Clit.
would definitely watch Shark Clit.
Fuck yeah.
Although there was that movie where that chick had teeth in her vagina. It was, yeah. What was that called? Teeth? I think it was just called Teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. How about Octopecker?
No.
It's got 8 peckers and it fucks all the girls.
Yeah, you'd really like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, fuck all the girls with 8 peckers.
That's not what I was talking about.
Pecker.
You don't think Octopecker would be good?
No, I don't. I don't think it would be good at all.
You guys want to hear a new Erock bit?
What? I certainly do.
Yes, it is.
As long as it doesn't make fun of them.
Yeah.
It's a Ricky Gervais bit.
No, it's Erock. Starring Erock.
He acts in it.
Huh?
He breaks out some of his acting chops.
I understand.
Oh.
Yes, he
And along with the pork ones.
Did you know this, Erock?
Oh, boy.
Oh, Erock. Did you know?
I was letting them laugh.
Oh. Thank you, Erock. That's very nice.
Thank you for seeing me, doctor. I've been having problems with weight gain recently, and I think I might have caught obesity.
That's not a disease. Obesity is not a disease. But let's nip that one in the bud. 98% of all obese people are because they ate too much and they didn't do enough exercise. Under 2% are through things like some thyroid problems, some cancer drugs, okay? And they all say it's, no.
Well, I'm not on any drugs, but I think this is probably a sickness.
98% of fat people is because they ate too much. So that's done. That one's done.
Doctor, if I may be frank, your bedside manner could use a little work.
Eat less and do more exercise. Next.
Doctor, I don't want to leave the office. I'm addicted to food.
Who isn't addicted to food? What animal is not addicted to food? I'm addicted to air. I keep breathing in and then I breathe out. And I take the oxygen in my alveoli. I take what I need to get into my red blood cells, and then I ingest CO2. I'm addicted to it. Of course you are.
I just need some help. I have a problem.
You have to be addicted to it. Doesn't count. That's the sex addiction. All these people that go, oh, so I'm addicted to sex. That means you got caught and now you're going to go in the Priory for a week. That's all it means. You're not addicted to sex and food and air and water. It's ridiculous.
Ah, fuck it. It's lunchtime.
Wow. Wow.
Good acting, Erock.
Amazing.
Very good acting. What was the food you ate at the end? To make
pretzels.
Pretzels.
Oh, I thought that was the floor. You walked out.
That is amazing.
Good job, Art.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very nice. Didn't we make fun to what Tucker Max's face with the drops and stuff?
Dude, it was
we did, right?
We did it when he left, but while he was there, it's one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever had to sit through because you kept hitting that clip.
Liar.
Liar! You're a liar!
He had his headphones on.
I think they might have been off.
He left.
No.
He left in tears.
But that might have been the joke.
Because he continues his lies.
Yeah. No, dude, that was...
Did you read this thing?
I did not, no.
That someone tweeted yesterday?
No.
If you don't know, podcast number 9 is up with Tucker Max's appearance where we just didn't believe him. And the old McDonald's employee that Anthony fired.
He had a farm.
Huh? Oh, Jesus. This is an old clip. Let me see this clip.
Wow.
This is Tucker Max. This is the actual Tucker Max in studio.
How long is it?
4 or 5 minutes.
All right.
It's on the podcast. You don't want to play it, right?
I don't care.
I was maybe 20, 21. I was spending a summer in Florida when I was in college. And I met this one girl. She was really hot, and I had never tried butt sex.
He doesn't even believe the story he's about to tell. If you know anything about body language, he's looking down. He's a little nervous. He's praying that we're going to buy his lie, in my opinion.
My thing with him is because I liked him when he was in. He was fun. He was like he was interesting. But then it just got to that one point. There was something he said where all three of us just went.
We started looking at each other.
It just became like,
oh, come on, dude. Like we were enjoying it. Like,
yeah.
It's almost like if someone is just talking to you like you're a dope and you're not going to catch on.
Yeah, and that's it. It's like an insult to me. When someone sits there and they're bullshitting so badly, it's like, do you honestly think I'm dumb enough to believe this shit?
Right.
Yeah.
So he's telling this story of how he never had butt sex before, and listen to this story.
I wanted to, so I kept trying to convince this girl, and she wouldn't. She's like, no, I don't know, and so I finally convinced her. I'm like, look, it's like she wanted to be a runway model. That's what she was living in South Beach. I was in Florida at the time. And I'm like, it's what all the models do, blah, blah, blah. And so I finally convinced her by convincing her that, like, it was like the European way to have sex. This is, like, the level of intelligence of this girl. And, like, I'm kind of an asshole now, but I was possibly the worst person on earth at this point in my life. So what I hadn't told her was that my buddy and I decided that since this was going to be the first time I had butt sex, that I wanted to videotape it, right? But instead of just like setting up like a camera, this is like 9 years ago, so it was before like really cheap cameras. We had like one of the like the sort of shoulder ones. Right. They had like the VHS, sort of like that, except the crappy version. Right. And so my buddy hid in the closet with the camera and was going to film us. Like, so he was hanging out at my place, and then he saw us pull up, and then he was going to go run in the closet and hide. And so I was so shit-faced by the time that I got back. At this point, I had pretty much forgotten that he was in there. So we go in, we start kissing, whatever. Everything's going great for a while, and and we start going harder and harder, and she's more into it, and I'm more into it, and like I'm right about to come, and I'm slamming hard, come way in and out, and I come out too far, and I kind of like I come out and I like hit her butt or something. So I go down to put myself back in, and all of a sudden I feel this like warm splash on my hand, and I'm like, what? The lights are kind of low, so I look down, and it's like kind of dark, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then the smell hits me.
Now this could happen.
Pause right there, Sam.
Up till this point.
Absolutely.
It's a good ass fuck shit story or something.
I feel there's some lies in there, but I feel like I feel like he was pumping up his story a little bit. But
that's fine.
But we were accepting it at this point. Like,
I didn't have any disbelief in that. Like, because I fuck girls. I remember one of my girlfriends years and years ago. I pulled my dick out, and it looked like like I was making like a chocolate treat out of my cock. I had to towel off my dick.
Oh God!
But I mean this is not unbelievable.
No, up to this point, we're into it. If he's embellishing, it's fine. He's trying to sell
up a little bit,
and everything. We get it.
We're not total morons.
But he reaches a point where it's like, oh God.
Yeah, that's why I love this. Yeah. Because there's a point where the wheels absolutely fall off, and then we're all uncomfortable. Like, really, dude?
It was like
Ant having the time of his life. Ant's having the time of his life in this interview.
Oh, he's laughing. He's into it.
Oh my God,
he's loving it.
That was funny.
Diarrhea, fucking mix of like diarrhea and Astroglide, and so like the smell hits me, and it was like, oh my, and then of course I realized she shit on my dick, and then combine that with like the seafood and the 2 bottles of wine, and I just I blew all over her ass, like in her asshole, everywhere. And so I'm throwing up, and she's like kind of hammered, so she's like trying to say, Tucker, what are you doing? She sees me throwing up, she goes, oh my God, she starts throwing up everywhere. So I'm seeing her throwing up, and it's making me throw up. I'm throwing up more. All of a sudden, true fucking story, my fucking buddy falls out of the closet. And he's like, oh my God, yeah, because he saw us and smelled it. I mean, you can imagine the smell. It's like seafood and wine and Astroglide and shit. And he fucking is throwing up everywhere. So, like, there's like a 3-second period where all 3 of us are staring at each other, vomiting everywhere.
That video would be like...
Pause. I know, you have no idea.
Pause.
We all immediately...
Well, we went from laughing to, if you notice, there's a lot of points where we probably would have continued laughing. No one's laughing anymore because we're like, what?
No, it's like that.
This is way over the top exaggerations.
That never happened.
Right. And then we're like, oh, what about the videotape? And then that's what he says.
Like, yeah, that video would be amazing. Right. Imagine that video. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Upset I am. I don't have that. I know.
And so, I was a little suspicious when he was telling the story because I'm wondering, you have to have the tape.
No, dude, it was like, you remember the big cameras where you put the VHS tape in? He fell out and like like the little tape itself broke. Of course, like the magnet, it's magnetized. So we could have easily gone and changed it, but it's like, I didn't think, it's like, remember you said you don't write down your stories. I didn't write this stuff down at 21. I started writing it down at 27, And so I just didn't think about, like, oh, we should save this tape. The tape was broke. I was like, fuck it, just whatever,
Pause.
It didn't occur to me that...
And I did call him out on it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't save that tape and just casually goes, fuck it.
This tape is a little edited, I think. You can see it's like Steve, because this is from Foundry.
Well, because it was a long appearance, so it's kind of the highlights, you know.
How would you not... Even at that moment, it's like all 3 of us are throwing up. Right. She's nude, shit on my dick, all that shit he just said. Right. And there's tape of it, and you don't go, oh my God, get that tape.
Yeah, SyFy would run
broke. Well, well, Sharknado.
I fixed VHS tapes over the years for the dumbest, stupidest things.
Exactly.
But you got something like this that you filmed,
and he didn't even think about it.
And then he just like, his answer was like, and we just went, fuck it. Really?
Yeah.
Fuck it?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Like I was going to ever do any of this shit, If I had known I was going to become a writer, motherfucker, I would have, gone through hell and high water to say that.
I think people are a little pissed off because you don't have the videotape. I think that's made a lot of people very uncomfortable, including everybody in this room.
Pause again. I keep saying pause again because wait till you hear what he wrote about this incident.
Yeah.
More lies.
He wrote something.
Go ahead.
I mean, that's pretty clear. When you say including everybody in this room,
right?
That's an
I'm
acknowledgement.
calling him out on it.
We all think you're lying,
right?
You know.
Well, if it's fell, I mean.
Not me. Fell in what? I don't need no fucking tape.
Absolutely.
It's uncomfortable.
Stories are hysterical.
I'm so uncomfortable there.
That's just Anthony uncomfortable. Like, please don't.
Not
do
only
this.
that,
That's
if you
a tummy
remember,
ache. That's the modern day tummy ache.
No, if you remember, this is classic good cop bad cop, which we pulled constantly.
Right, but I think there's
know-
also some uncomfortableness in there.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know how far he's going to take this one.
This is codependent cop, bad cop.
No, honestly.
All right.
I will do this, and yeah, it's uncomfortable. I know it's uncomfortable.
But you're playing the good cop?
The part is to keep him in there and keep him going.
Right.
I know where you're going at this point.
Okay.
I got this. I know you're going to fucking now disassemble this guy. And I'll be like, I don't need a tape. I think the stories are great.
Right.
And then he looks at me like, oh, okay.
All right,
like,
I got something in the room that's on my
I'm not going
side.
to just leave now, and then Opie just dismantles him.
I don't know if I. Well, let's see. I don't remember.
Yeah, fucking shit. If he's sitting on the bowl, the fucking logs coming out as some girl sucking on his cock, I don't need no tape, I don't need no nothing.
yeah.
That's funny shit.
That's right. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Tucker Mac.
Tucker, thanks,
No
man.
problem. Thanks, man.
I hope they serve beer in hell as the New York Times
bestseller.
You see Jim's face. He's
Jim,
like rubbing,
Jimmy's like, oh,
because
boy.
this videotape
Is that it?
does
Unfortunately,
not.
there's
again,
more to it, but
the liar clips where you're playing those liar clips.
Well,
you're a liar.
well, the podcast has the long form of this, right?
Yep.
It has all
and
the
this is
audio.
also not
Okay.
the studio
It's a teaser.
audio. This is the
Steve camera
room
audio.
Right,
Yes. You can't hear the phone calls in this. It's just Steve.
And by the way, his headphones were on
Yes.
when I was
Yeah.
hitting that liar clip, so
He literally
he
you
heard
see,
everything.
He took the headphones off just
Right.
as he's leaving the
Right.
room.
Yep.
So
All right. Thank you, Tucker Mac.
Tucker, thanks,
No
man.
problem. Thanks, man.
I hope they serve beer in hell as the New York Times
bestseller.
Jimmy's like covering his face and laughing.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
great.
Tucker.
he couldn't get out of there fast enough.
All right.
No, dude.
That old gag. Remember that gag?
I threw the book at the door.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he turned around and saw you throw the book at the door, by the way.
whatever.
Because he had tears in his eyes when he was leaving.
Yeah.
Like, he
Well,
was obviously like, this did not go well.
which goes against what he wrote about this incident, which I'm about to read. But get to the end of the clip.
What happened? He fell out onto the tape. I didn't hear what happened to the tape. What happened? Because that would be something he would
Said something
want.
about it. It was, it was the old days where it was the big
Yeah, the
VHS
clunky
tapes.
VHS.
The guy fell out when he was vomiting, and
And it broke the tape?
Yeah, then Monty Python stole it and made a sketch out of it. Really, did they?
Did they?
Wow, that's a horrible copy of that.
Yeah, it's a bad because you also he was like walking to the elevator. You tried to call him.
Oh,
back.
yeah.
And Big Kev's ripping up his book.
Right.
Yeah, he
The
was
quality
very
of the
angry.
video is horrible, is what I'm saying.
What year was that? 2006.
That's got to be
05 even?
That's got to be 6-7 years ago, easy.
Yeah, I think it was just
So-
2005.
So I don't know if this is his blog, his website, or whatever, but
When's this from?
somebody mentioned me on my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Said, this is what Tucker Max said about you guys. What the fuck is up with this? The question was, what happened to you on Opie and Anthony? And Tucker Max writes, when I went on their show, they had never heard of me or read my book, which I believe is the truth.
Yeah, we might have heard the name in passing because it was a best-selling book.
Yeah, but it was a basic book. I mean, what were we supposed to, what did we need to know for that? I told a couple stories, and they didn't believe them, not because of any evidence one way or the other, just because they are shock jocks and calling bullshit is what they do.
You see, right?
See, this guy...
Oh, what a twat.
I will continue to say Tucker Max is a liar, in my humble opinion. He just lies about everything.
That is not 1 ounce of acknowledgement about how the story fell apart. Like, we were enjoying it until that one moment where we knew you were bullshitting.
Yeah, because you saved the tape.
I don't
period.
personally believe that all 3 of you were vomiting at once.
No.
And it annoyed me that you were doing that instead of just kind of talking to us the way we have discussions. Like,
Right.
it was a funny thing to say.
Right.
But as soon as I realized, it's like realizing a comedian's doing a 5-minute bit sitting next to you.
Right.
Like, oh, you fucking cock.
Right.
Yuck.
Calling bullshit is what they do, but not really, because calling bullshit normally means saying it to a person's face. We did.
Oh, God.
We did.
Yes.
Instead of doing that, they cut my earphones and said shit about me that I couldn't hear. That is not true. That simply is not true.
We don't have the technology for it. Like, you don't have a button that turns off people's headphones.
Do you understand what I'm saying about this guy? He's just a
Doesn't exist.
fucking liar. We didn't, because he's trying to justify the videotape. Of
course.
I couldn't hear.
I would say he's full of shit.
Even though I was in their studio and their huge bodyguard was in the room. That was Big Kev. He's just a friend of the show, you idiot.
He's not a bodyguard.
They were still too cowardly to call me a liar to my face. We were playing the lying clip as he had his headphones on. And that was just a way we decided to go with the bit. Everything negative they said was when my earphones were cut. Sam.
It does. We don't have the technology in the studio.
And everything they did, like tearing up my book, was after I left. That part is true. I did throw the book pretty much at him. It hit the door as he was leaving.
It's a glass door. I mean, you could see through the door. It was plexiglass.
Right. I knew they were being
You know, it wasn't-
dipshits when I was there, but I had no idea they were calling me a liar until I left the studio and saw the video. That's not true. I know that's what shock jocks do, but still, when Howard Stern, these guys always have to go the Howard Stern route, talk shit about someone, he does it to the person's face. I don't know why One are too cowardly to do what Stern does, but whatever. That's their issue, not mine.
Ooh.
So he continues with his lies.
Whatever.
So that's part of this week's podcast. I think we sold some downloads
The
today.
entire thing, yeah.
Not sold, because you don't have to pay for a podcast, but
that's a good
podcast number
tease.
9 is the whole Tucker Max appearance.
Yeah, you looked at him right in the face and said, everybody in this room is uncomfortable with your story.
Yeah, he's just lying.
I mean, even
It's
if
obvious.
his headphones were turned off,
Which they weren't. That's impossible.
We can't do it. Even the words came out of your mouth,
Right.
5 feet away from him.
We have times in the studio where the headphones don't work. You could still hear the person.
Yeah, exactly.
You could still hear the person.
Yeah.
What is he talking about?
You can't turn off individual. A person can turn off their own headphones. We don't have. Opie doesn't have master controls of every.
No, you control your own volume.
That's it.
Well, he's an asshole.
Anyway, well, that was sent out yesterday. It just so happened on the day that the podcast came out with his appearance. So go check it out for yourself.
Fucking guys. Just watching that gave me douche chills again.
Really?
And then everybody's so into it. And then he starts, and then...
really?
Yeah, because I've been in parties with people like that, or, you're just around, and they just start saying bullshit. And
right.
Erock.
For a while, he used to see him on all those man stations like Spike TV, and when FX was early on, when they had man-based programming, he was like on every one of those things, telling all his stories, just as douchebaggy as this.
Hey, good for the people that thought that would make good TV, I guess. Hey, Roland, why didn't we get anyone from Sharknado?
Well, because they're coming next week, part 2.
I can't do your laugh time. My fucking throat hurts. You good?
Yeah, it's Emmer Tucker Max, and I had to walk him to the elevator. He was really crying, calling his publicist.
Just crying.
So he knew. Because he
Right.
wrote that he said he didn't know until he saw the video.
No, he knew.
And now there's 2 people saying he had tears in his eyes. Sam said he had tears in his eyes.
He said assholes, and then the elevator was shut.
I ran out there with the phone and tried to get him back on the air.
Right.
Yeah, he was calling his publicist like right away.
Right.
Yeah, if he thought it was all copacetic, he probably would have been like, "Oh, the guys want me back on the air, sure.
Yeah,
right.
I'll come back on."
We didn't go into that going, we're going to trash this guy. We were actually in. We were all in, and then the story got so fucking over the top, ridiculous, we couldn't take it anymore.
Come back in, they want to talk to you, and he goes, no.
Right.
Douche.
Yeah.
So
right.
douchey.
All right, we got David Spade today. Charlie Day.
Ooh.
Always Sunny in Philly. Great show on FX, but he's coming in for Pacific Rim, right?
It smells like bacon.
Big role in Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
For Charlie Day?
Yeah. Him and Idris Elba.
And then,
can we get him?
He's in September for his Luther show.
Oh, and I love to talk. It's fucking Stringer Bell.
Yeah. Right. And James Cromwell at 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get Michael Cera yesterday.
No, it's
no fault of yours, Roland. So don't worry about it.
His manager felt that it wasn't the right fit. That's all he said. We felt that's the right.
Michael
fit.
Cera's not right for the show.
I guess it was right for him to get his ass eaten in the fucking. I fucking hate these managers. And then he comes in after. I mean, you know, I'm glad Ron Fez did something with him, but it's just like.
Wait, how did they get him?
That was the right fit.
It's the Ron Bennington interviews.
It's the right fit.
Oh, he did the Ron Bennington interview.
We weren't the right fit.
I wonder if the fucking.
He did everybody.
He did everybody but us. So what's that about?
Mashup?
Yeah. Mashup, EW.
We had him on when he was a nobody.
Yeah, well,
no
that's
one
why
really
these
knew him
fucking
yet.
pussy actors. Once they do that shit, we should never have them back.
Holy
Really?
shit! And he had a good
we had
time
him on
with
for
us.
Superbad.
Yeah,
Superbad. When no one knew what Superbad was yet.
Right.
At K-Rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's him and McLovin.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Gets exhausting.
Oh, it's the worst.
It gets exhausting.
It's the worst.
Fuck them.
Exactly.
Them, their publicists.
Not 1 ounce of loyalty from these fucking cunt publicists or these shitty actors.
Fuck them.
Shithead actors. I can't say he's a shitty actor.
It was his manager, because he doesn't have a publicist.
Oh, but you know what I'm saying. Whoever it is.
Yeah.
What was the problem, you think?
We're
We're too edgy for him?
No.
She said the film wasn't the right. I mean, the film company was pushing for him to come on.
Yeah, the manager's full of shit. The film company fought for us.
What is it?
So the film company said, no, you're wrong. This is a perfect fit.
But that's just all lies, because let's say you have a project and you're in the building. It's not like he has to now travel an hour just to talk to us.
Yeah.
We're right down the hall. So don't you think you're going to pick up some people that will watch his film just because he's on our show?
Yeah.
You'd
What is he
think.
talking about? It's not the right fit. That's the dumbest.
Yeah, because it's a small indie film, too.
That's the dumbest excuse ever.
And the last thing they would want is to expose it to an audience.
Make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you want to do that?
Old school radio, these guys had to drive all over town to do all their interviews. Now they come in the building and boom, 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 one place right down the hall. So how could it not be the right fit? You do 5-10 minutes with us, and you're going to turn somebody onto the fucking movie. No.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
We just turned a shitload of people onto Sharknado.
Yeah.
Joe McKellar was doing a month about that.
Really?
Yeah, the Sharknado month.
Sharknado month.
Did you talk to his manager yourself?
Everything was done through the studio. She was a thing to talk to the studio.
The manager's a she?
Yeah.
And she said...
They're just out of touch. They don't know their shit. They're stupid.
She wouldn't even talk to you? She said talk to the studio?
That's what most of them do. Saying the studio's handling the schedule. And the studio
I
goes,
fucking hate them.
That's the
They're
old runaround.
Hateable.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Justin Bieber next. That'll make everybody happy.
And book reports.
Yeah, we got to do
book reports. Abso-fucking-lutely.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Do-do-do-do. What about this one, Jimmy? The Hope.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, it's just not I don't love it.
Summertime Blues.
Oh, yeah.
Released back in 1970.
70, huh?
1970.
They did this at Woodstock in 69.
The drumming's very good.
Yeah. How's the drummer these days? What's he up to?
He's still
playing?
Sure.
Nice.
He's doing good, man.
It had an interesting sound to it, the drums.
Yeah.
Like a weird...
Keith Moon ruled. Just ask Scott Muni. Oh, that's right, we can't. We used to ask Scott Muni, though.
Did he know these guys?
Oh, God, he knew them all.
It's very interesting to watch him drum.
Really?
A weird style, Keith Moon. Yeah.
Why do we play our rock music so low on this channel?
Because it's very loud and it's so early in the morning. Why don't we just settle down?
Before we do book reports, could we see the Justin Bieber video? I still haven't seen it. It finally made mainstream news today. They're all talking about the beeps.
It's amazing that this is news in this country.
Talking about the beeps. What did he do? He peed in a bucket or something there, Sam Roberts?
Yeah, he was in a restaurant. He took a piss in a bucket. They all said, like, we're the wild kids or something like that.
Oh, they're just crazy.
And then there was a picture of Bill Clinton on the wall, and he sprayed some Windex and said, fuck Bill Clinton.
That's crazy.
Oh, really?
He's a wild man.
Why is he doing this?
Because he's fucking crazy. He's Justin Bieber, you know? He's not
off
controllable.
The hook. He's off the hook now.
Off the chain, really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
That's right, Chip.
What did Harvey have to say about this? What question did he ask?
Yeah, what did he have to say?
What question did Harvey ask?
Or what did he have to ask?
Is Justin out of control?
What did Harvey say?
He obviously knew he was being filmed, right?
Yeah, it was his friend filming him.
Yeah. What did Harvey say?
Well, this is his opinion on it.
All right. Harvey Levin from TMZ.
Yeah, Justin Bieber pisses into a restaurant mop bucket. Fuck Bill Clinton. Jerk move or harmless fun?
What does that even mean?
That's what
jerk move.
Why doesn't he ever give his own opinion on his Twitter?
Just a fucking...
What has he got on the Honey Boo Boo at the top there?
Oh, I'll let you know. Honey Boo Boo returns with Season 2, Scratch and Sniff Stunt.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a good way to gain viewers?
Oh.
Why not?
Why not?
Here's no question, though.
What?
Drake selling his Toronto condo for $4.2 million. Join the conversation.
Join the conversation?
Who gives a fuck?
What could you possibly converse with somebody?
Does he like the Blue Jays? I don't know. Maple Leafs. Wonder what street he's looking at.
Yeah.
He really has the worst Twitter out there.
Stinks.
Who cares Honey Boo Boo did a scratch and sniff? And what is it supposed to smell like? Armpits? What smell are they going
It's
for?
a bunch of different smells, and I guess when a little thing pops up, you're supposed to sniff the appropriate numbered spot.
Oh.
And you get like a little smell of what's going on.
Do you think it's a good idea?
Let's discuss.
Why not? Please answer in complete sentences only.
Do we get to smell the bug toe?
Show your work.
Yeah. Do we get to smell the bug toe? No? Yes?
Little Honey
maybe?
Boo Boo is so fucking fat.
Oh, she's disgusting.
She's so fat.
She's a little piglet.
Yeah.
What else? Any other questions?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Hasselbeck. Peace, View. Do you think she will make a good addition to Fox News?
Oh, God.
Why would they hire her? She's dumb.
Yeah.
She's fucking dumb.
Yeah, she's going to get her ass handed to
Same
her.
reason they hired Palin. It's like, stop going for these big names just because they're attractive women.
Well, she obviously leans that way, but she's going to get her ass handed to her on Fox. Are you kidding me?
Maybe they'll just give her the fucking easy shit.
Well, she's going to be Fox and Friends in the fall. Are they getting rid of the other blonde?
Oh.
Because I think the two guys are staying.
Yeah.
And she's joining, unless they're just adding her to the cast.
So are we using Harvey's Twitter to make fun of, or are we using it for show prep?
I know, right?
Yeah,
Look
this
at us.
is girls' time.
We're
cutting
discussing.
Are we just
cutting for the girls' time?
Well, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, she said goodbye yesterday. Was it good?
No, it was long.
Yeah.
And what was she saying?
She was just talking
Was she
about
meandering?
the positive impacts that everybody has made on her life.
Like what?
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg is a wonderful person, and the crew mic'd her up properly, and Barbara Walters has taught her so much she's ready to interview politicians.
Wow.
Really?
That's great.
Yeah.
Trite idiocy.
Mm-hmm.
And even though her and Joy didn't always agree, she always had the utmost respect for Joy.
Of course she did.
And even appreciated Joy's one-liners.
Good, that's terrific.
The zingers?
The zingers.
Yeah.
You like that, Jimmy?
I'm happy for her. Yeah, it's great news. That's good.
It's all nonsense out there, isn't it?
Garbage. All utter garbage.
Just nonsense.
No, Barbara has prepared her to be a real political journalist and analyst.
Good. Can't wait.
Not just some chick who used to be on Survivor.
Right.
Wow, Fox and Friends are the last show to interview the Trick Shot kid, Trick Shot Titus.
Enough of them.
That's like his
No. Marvelous.
And watch, he misses every other shot. Oh, wow.
The best. skit, Opie.
You made that one.
Oh, and it's 7-Eleven day.
Oh shit, it's Slurpee Day.
7-Eleven day, Slurpees.
And there you go, Ed. He's getting involved.
He's involved.
That's your bit.
The anchor's the guy, the host. He's out there serving up some Slurpees in a big Slurpee truck.
Are they handing out Slurpees downstairs?
It's right out there, yeah. It's like right out the door.
So why don't you get a few?
We're going to send a boy intern down.
Yeah, I want a Slurpee.
You do?
It would help my throat right now.
I got one for you.
Slurpees.
Oh, good.
Nice warm Slurpee
that down.
texture.
How big are the Slurpees this year?
Oh my God! Do you remember last year?
They're a bit chintzy on their Slurpees on free Slurpee.
Oh, the free
day.
Slurpee, they're just
It's
giving
like
a little
cup.
fucking. Oh, come on. I want a big gulp cup.
Really, man?
The
How much
tits
does
on
it?
this girl in the bra ad? Jesus Christ!
Where?
It just went away. I know.
Oh, so Justin Bieber, yes, the video.
Oh, right.
Is he on the drugs, Sam?
I think he's definitely smoking a lot of weed.
He's doing the weed.
I think. I don't have any actual evidence. But
Is he just out of control in this video?
He's trying so hard to be the bad boy, is what it is.
Right.
Oh God.
Wait,
real quick, this was my picture from Slurpee Day last year.
Jesus. It fits in the palm of your hand.
I have feminine hands as it is.
Yes, and everything else.
Yeah.
And fucking stomach and legs.
Don't attack me.
I'm complimenting you, stupid.
but he grows a beard in an hour. It's really strange.
Yeah.
I don't shave all the way.
That's about 4 ounces, I would say.
If that.
If that, right? They give you 4 ounces.
4 ounces
of
Slurpee.
It's a Dixie cup.
Yeah, it
They
is.
give you a Dixie cup and say, "Go ahead, buddy, fill it up, whatever you want."
You know what? Someone has to say it. Fuck 7-Eleven.
Yeah?
Yes.
If you're gonna give out free Slurpees, give out some free Slurpees.
Do it right. You know
know?
how cheap it is to make a Slurpee?
I don't know.
It's cheaper than a beverage.
Exactly. Let me see Justin Bieber peeing. Here's Justin Bieber peeing in the mop bucket.
He's one of the wild kids.
Oh, he's crazy.
What is a wild kid?
It's a kid who pees in a bucket.
Oh.
That's a hay for you, man. Quick little piss break, you know, quick restaurant we can get to. We swagger, man. You know, this is just a better spot to piss. Bro. We the wild kids. That's the coolest spot to piss. You know, you'll forever remember that. We the what? You're not gonna remember. You're not gonna remember him pissing in the restroom. Like everybody does that. Yeah. What are we though, bro?
Why is this news?
It's not.
Wild kids, yo. Wild kids. Wild kids in this.
This is wild. That's wild.
He sprayed Windex on the picture of Bill
my
Clinton.
God.
Look out.
That's just awful.
That was really
It's a
embarrassing.
non-story.
Oh, that is fucking douchey.
That was great.
He
Justin
then issued
Bieber.
an apology to Bill
Yes,
Clinton.
Of course, why wouldn't
Did he really?
Yeah. He
Yeah, he
tweeted an apology.
Well, I thought you were a wild boy.
Yeah, wild guys don't apologize.
They never
Ah,
apologize.
that's crazy.
What was the apology? How douchey was that?
There's probably some cunty publicist who thought it would be a good idea.
Yeah. Apologize.
Better apologize.
He called Bill Clinton.
What?
And Bill Clinton picked up the phone.
Oh,
That's the main problem.
Wow.
Why would he pick up the phone?
Justin. Did you say fuck me? Oh, God.
He tweeted, "Thanks for taking the time to talk, Mr. President. Your words meant a lot. Hashtag great guy."
Hashtag great guy. Why do they want me involved in this?
Is that your hashtag?
Well, of course.
He couldn't just write, "He's a great guy."
She was just staring at me like I'm a
It
retard.
was just so funny.
I'm a great guy.
Why do they want me involved? Great guy, Anthony Cumia. Not a great guy.
No, especially on the Twitter.
Neither of those things.
Oh.
Jesus. All right, let's do the book report.
Oh, yeah. Where are the ladies?
So what happened? We finally realized that our interns are really, really young, and that they don't know a lot of the shows that we certainly know.
Yeah, that
And
we
brought
grew
with.
up with and whatnot. So we talked about some of those shows, and they just were shaking their heads like they don't have a clue.
And we picked a show. We picked Quincy.
Quincy.
We picked an episode of Quincy. What was the name of the episode again?
Yeah, it was about the prostitute.
What was
Priest.
but what was the name of the episode?
It was Sullied Be Thy Name.
See?
But a hooker who lands a plane.
You got a sore throat today, too?
It just, my voice just went away. I don't know what happened.
Whoa.
You
Yeah.
zooed it?
Were you screaming or anything?
I just woke up. Yesterday it was even worse than this.
My throat hurts pretty much, but I think it's
Mine
just from
hurts,
doing Don West yesterday, doing the
really?
Don West voice.
My throat hurts too.
Why?
I just wanted to be
Just
part
to
of the
be
group.
one of the guys.
So you guys watched Quincy, and you had to write a book report.
Yeah, a typical book report. It's little pieces of notebook paper.
It's on a loose leaf with proper headings.
It looks like the fucking note that was left at John Bonet's murder scene.
And there's a third book report here.
Yeah, what is this about?
I mean a third. We have 2 interns.
I made it clear.
What? We have 2 in it, right?
Yeah.
That's incorrect.
What?
There's a boy intern.
Oh, there is?
Oh.
Yes.
What's his name again?
Let me check the paper.
Trayvon?
He didn't write his name on his assignment.
Oh, what is it?
Bad.
Jerry.
5 points off.
It's Jerry?
Jerry, I guess. Yeah, it was made clear to him that he's
He's
in
not part
no
of the
way,
bit.
shape, or form had any book report assignment to do. He was to go home
We
and
never said, like, hey, you do it too.
No, sit home with your thumb up your ass. You got nothing to do tonight.
What made him think he should, like, try to get involved?
I guess go-to-ativeness? I don't know.
Well, we like that, don't we?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we like that.
Showing some gumption.
We're showing some, I'm not getting attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's desperate to be noticed.
Kenny, when he handed it to me, he made the mistake of doing it in front of Kenny, and Kenny goes, "Did you sign it, needy?"
Kenny rules.
Yeah, so I have book reports turned in by Sydney, Jackie, and Jerry.
Jerry. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is Jerry?
He's getting Slurpees.
Instead of airtime, he has to get
Nice.
free Slurpees for everybody.
Slurpee Day.
How great is that?
7-Eleven Day.
Yeah.
So, ladies, you watched it and had to write a little book report on it. Overall, what'd you think?
How great?
It wasn't bad. It was just a little slow. A little
slow?
A little 1970s. Yeah.
Yeah, a little 1970s-ish.
Slow. What are you talking about?
I read their book reports, and they both had the same observation of something that they did at the beginning of the episode that makes no sense and never happens anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They did, like, instead of a recap, they did, like, a trailer instead.
What's gonna happen?
I was watching it. I was like, okay, so this is what happened in the last episode, and nothing got solved. And as the episode went on, you realize that this is what you already saw.
They were showing what you were going to see.
Yeah.
Oh, right. They used to do that, right?
They did,
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Why would they do that?
I didn't know if, like, at the end they were going to show and, like, do a recap of what they just showed you. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, they show like a prequel, a preview of yeah, it's really
Yeah.
like a movie trailer of what you're about to watch.
Yeah,
A lot, though.
Yeah,
Like,
they
it
show
gives
a
it
lot of
away
it.
almost. Like, they show you a lot.
It gives you away.
You're like,
Yeah,
oh, do I need to
stupid.
watch the episode?
Yeah.
Why would they do that? How lame.
So how should we handle this? What other basic observations about the
The
show?
music was great.
Yeah, there's a lot of music.
A lot of music.
It's way more suspenseful.
This is the opening theme. Yeah, the opening theme where they're showing him, because he's a coroner, but he's also a guy.
Yeah.
You know, so they show him doing his coroner work, but then he'll be out to dinner on a date.
Yeah.
And then there he is in the medical examiner's office. And then there he is on his boat.
He's a devil-may-care jack of all trades.
He really is. Did you find him a good leading man for the show?
Yeah, actually. I did.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah, I liked him.
You did? Jack Klugman.
Do you think he was sexy?
I wouldn't go that far.
Jackie noticed something subtle that they did in the show.
Yeah.
In her book report, she writes, it was a tad dull and very predictable. They showed their #1 suspect in the scene right after the murder.
Literally, and they show him watching the news report of the murder. So you're like, oh, I wonder who it could be now.
It's not even a whodunit kind of a thing. You just know.
No, you just know. They're like, oh, did they move the body? And then they show the guy who moved the body.
They really were catering to simpletons.
Yeah.
But it ended without knowing if he was killed or if he just died. If he was a murderer.
Really?
Yeah. That made me really mad.
Well, you're going to read the book report? I think we should have them read the book report.
Yeah. Why don't you read?
Absolutely.
Did they show the part where...
no.
Did they show the part where his assistant Sam attempts to land a plane in San Francisco? All right. Who should read it first, Sam? What do you think?
Can we read Tyler's?
Let's start. Let's start with Sydney's book report.
Sydney.
Yeah, you can do it.
Sydney. Did you ever have to give like oral presentations in school?
I was vice president of my senior class.
Yeah.
I had to do a speech.
So you had to do a speech.
Yeah.
Oh, so this should be easy.
No, I know.
Did you get up? Did you get up like to give a speech at graduation or something?
Yeah.
Was it one of these? Was it one of these? As we move along in our life and advance from this, we will remember the good times we had here, but also take with us the knowledge that I hate a good graduation speech. Yes. As we end this portion of our lives, we begin anew. This isn't the ending of something. It's the beginning of our lives as an adult. We came here as children, merely not knowing what... Oh, God, I hate those.
How many times did you say build or future?
Yes.
Mine was all about the song. Like, we had the class song. And
What was the class song?
It was some dumb Nickelback song. I don't know why they picked it.
Really?
I was pissed.
If the girls need any beverages, Tyler is here with Slurpees for everybody.
Can I have the cherry one?
is a
And I
little
don't
sore.
care. I'm taking it.
Oh, those are
hell is
those
that?
are almost big.
Hi, Tyler.
No, they're very, very small.
A little more than a taste.
Is this where you can bring your own cup and fill up how much you want?
Yeah? Down there?
I don't know. Is that what it is? Or you just
I don't even know.
No. And was there a line down there for the free Slurpees? None whatsoever.
None.
Free Slurpee Day is a bust.
Did the Fox News get you on camera?
Shit.
I don't believe so.
There's Dr. Pepper Slurpees.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is the greatest thing that's ever happened.
I thought that was
We should send him down for more Slurpees.
Yeah, I'm not turning your mic
This
on.
tastes
sorry.
like... This literally tastes like a
went to
cleaning
Mike
product. I'm not kidding. This tastes like a cleaning product.
That's what you get for being so, I want that one.
I know.
Oh, wow, she's right. That's what you get, greedy.
Was it cherry?
Yeah.
Doesn't taste good.
He said it tastes like a cleaning product.
It tastes like Tilex or something.
Oh, no.
I don't do
You mean-
Slurpees.
Because you drink Tilex so much that...
No, the smell of it, it gets you smartass.
Give Slurpees to the ladies, too. All the talent deserves Slurpees.
Oh, this is terrible.
We got strawberry lemon shade, Coke, sugar-free mango.
Give me the Coke
and
one. I'm
yeah.
not drinking it.
He shouldn't be talking.
Well, mango sounds kind of good. Can I try a mango?
Sugar-free.
Yeah, I get that.
Say sugar-free?
Which one you got?
Sugar-free mango.
What? Mango sugar-free?
Yes.
Did you just give that to Anthony?
No, he has Coke.
Oh, he has Coke?
Bring me a
I
mango
have
for
the Coke
after you get that one, Opie, and then bring me one. No, I'm going to have one bite of it. Give it to her, sweetie.
Oh, man, this kid's confused.
He's not doing well with
No,
the Slurpee
my
challenge.
health won't allow it.
I got to be honest with you. I don't remember Slurpees tasting this shitty.
Really?
This is terrible Slurpee.
Coke Slurpees are the best.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, right?
But
Oh, my God, it's horrible.
Coke Slurpees are the best.
what did they do to Slurpees?
Mango is like sugar-free. It needs the sugar.
Yeah, I would think so. What are you laughing at?
I don't know what he means.
Ooh, I got a good one.
Being literal.
What do you mean? What did he mean?
It's horrible.
Oh, I got a really good
Is it terrible?
No, it's really, really good.
Let me have that straw. I'll just. I want to.
I like mine.
It's
Mine's
so
really
gross.
good.
Cindy, what's yours?
I'm gonna scoop out one taste.
Which one you got?
Doesn't it? It's like strawberry lemonade or something.
Oh, that sounds good.
It is good.
When did these Dr. Pepper Slurpees get invented?
That sounds great.
It's blowing my mind.
Of course it does.
Can I scoop out one taste of yours?
Absolutely.
Wish you were drinking a Dr. Kevorkian Slurpee.
No?
Oh.
No.
You're right, and Ant's right. It tastes like cleaning products, but it's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper. Enough for you.
He's hooked up in the woods in the back of a fucking hatchback, laying there on a pillow.
Oh, shit.
Not bad.
Were you bummed
He
that
gets
you had
better.
to spend time watching Quincy?
I had to get a little motivation.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You got a little motivation?
Because I tried to start with the first episode, and then I was like, oh, I'm just going to watch the one they assigned.
Nope.
Good.
That should have been the 4th of July assignment. 12 Quincy episodes in 8 days.
God damn.
No camping for you.
That would have been very mean.
Let's do their book reports, because we're going to run into David Spade time. He's coming in about a half hour.
Okay.
Sydney?
Sydney, you gave a speech once.
Just read it.
Yeah, but with some,
Yeah, and we'll question you as you read it, maybe on
Well, I
some
start
of
off with like an introduction.
Okay.
Just read it from the
Great.
top.
Yeah.
The show started with what I had originally thought was a recap, but later realized it was actually a sneak preview.
You said that.
I know. You told me to read it.
Oh my God, Jimmy.
Jesus.
Let's see. I said, as with any televised program, the theme song was a treat, but mostly because it was it formed an idea on who Quincy was without even having to watch the whole episode.
Ah, yeah, see? That's what I was saying, He's the working guy, but then he's just regular guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll go into the summary of the show. We'll move on.
Okay.
Monahan called Quincy in the middle of the night to go to an apartment because he knew he was the right guy for the case. A priest had died in the home of a prostitute, and it was now Quincy's job to find out how.
Wow.
The priest was Father Martin Terrell, a man known by the news to be an activist and a rebel.
Oh.
Father Martin had a heart condition and had died from a heart attack. Back in the lab, the cause of death was confirmed, but the lividity on Father Martin's body suggested that although the cause was no question, the location was up for debate.
Lividity. It was not murder.
So he had to check if he had been having sex with the hooker, so somebody walked in and they caught Quincy with the dead priest's penis in his mouth.
Oh, God.
What are you doing? I'm checking it for residue, Sam. Vaginal residue. I can tell. It makes my mouth numb.
It's a unique flavor.
It gives me bleach breath.
Jesus. Was it like that?
No,
that didn't happen.
Like that. I
They
apologize.
just like moved on real quick. They're like, nope, we can't prove if they had sex or not. And then that was it.
Wow.
They didn't
Wow.
challenge it. I was like,
Yeah. Well, that was back. They couldn't
that's a
talk
little
about
too
sex.
controversial.
A little wild.
Right. You got to wash over that stuff.
But Quincy was arguing that they did have sex. I found a cunt hair in his teeth, Detective Monahan. Easy, Quince, you can't prove it. Detective Monahan. So what finally happened? This is excellent. Well done.
I like this.
it's like you're watching it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where it was.
Oh, no.
What is it?
Father Terrell had funded an orphanage and a halfway house. I was also a heavy activist against a dude who wore a very large medallion and ran a porno magazine.
Oh,
I could not remember his name.
Al
as I was
Goldstein?
writing this.
It was a very stereotypical kind of,
I don't know.
Yeah, big medallion porno magazine.
Yeah.
Monahan went to the halfway house and met with the priest's attorney that was helping him fight against the porno guy to try and bring down like his whole empire thing. And then he found out that just before Father Martin died, he was in a meeting with the porno guy discussing a future article that could ruin the priest.
The priest, right. Oh, boy.
Discussing like an affair or something with his
Right.
lawyer.
So now he's, he could get screwed on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could go down.
So then what happened?
And then, obviously, the conversation got rather heated, and the porno guy claimed that Father Martin left with much aggravation. In the lab, Quincy finds that a reddish-colored fiber was found in Father Martin's throat as part of his last breath.
A reddish-colored fiber. Aha! That would explain why she was cranky.
Yeah, we got it.
Period.
A reddish fiber.
Yeah, I found a reddish fiber. The moth or pupa.
Yeah, okay.
Keep going?
Sure.
Please.
They go back to the office of the porno guy to gather a sample of his carpet, but it wasn't a match, setting them back at square one once
About the
again.
drapes.
In saying where Father Martin died and clearing a dead... Oh, whatever.
No, wait, Sydney, what happened?
Yeah, man.
Please.
You can't jump
setting them
ahead.
back in square one and saying where Father Martin died.
Okay.
I just
Okay,
missed
gotcha.
that end. Monahan went back to talk to Father Martin's attorney one last time, and finally everything came together.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Everything or everyone? They're all standing there just looking at Father Martin cranking him. And no one knew why. 4 men just jerking off, looking at the feet of a dead priest.
That's a hell of an episode.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing, but it feels right, doesn't it?
It turned out that the priest attorney was very close to the man who was representing the porno guy. During the argument between Father Martin and the porno guy, Father Martin had a heart attack and collapsed. In a panic, the guy who ran the porno magazine called his attorney, who then put the priest in his trunk, which had a red carpeted interior.
Hence
and was
the
also
fiber.
the location of Father Martin's second heart attack.
Oh,
so they
man.
felt that would be. Wait, he felt that would be a better idea than to call the ambulance.
Right. Yeah.
Would be to put the priest in the trunk.
What the fuck?
Next to the spare tire.
That makes no sense.
No.
The attorney was charged with negligent homicide, and I think other things I don't remember.
Negligent.
Overall, this episode had a lot of twists and turns that didn't really matter at all, and a whole lot of cheesy one-liners.
What was it? Please, you don't remember any of the one-liners?
I didn't bring my notebook. I had them written down in my notebook.
Oh,
man,
fired.
man.
I'm sorry.
I want to know what the one-liners were.
Yeah.
One was, now he's rating on my parade, or something like that.
Oh, that's a good one. Phew, good one.
Shit. Love to
Like
hear
he
those.
died with a cause, like Father Terrell, or something.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Very concise.
Very nice.
Do we get grades?
Usually
That
when
was
the interns do book reports, they get bombarded with insults, things
No,
thrown at
that was
them.
terrific.
The gals
was a
get an
good one.
applause break.
Yeah, that was great.
But you got
That
applause.
was good.
I love story time.
That was more of a very concise report of that. Not much of your basic opinion on the characters and.
I thought we just had to do like a summary.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what we wanted. That's what we asked for.
So I painted the picture of the episode, and then Jackie has all the opinions. We just did a team.
There you go.
We did a team
Exactly.
effort.
Oh,
We
that's,
planned it
that
out.
was very smart of you, Al.
That is
Just to
good.
be redundant in the song.
Right.
How sexy is that?
Yes.
We thought about it way
It's so
ahead of
sexy the gals got together and watched Quincy.
What's sexier
Two
than that?
gals sharing some wine and watching Quincy.
Watching Quince.
Things happen. They fall asleep.
Exactly.
It's Jackie's turn.
All right, Jackie, if you would.
Yeah,
And don't
mine's
skip
just
anything.
straight
If it's the
opinion.
same stuff Sydney said.
Oh,
it's fine.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think
Right.
it's anything.
This show craves
All
redundancy.
summary. So I thought it started kind of slow, but the plot was really interesting with the priest and a prostitute. 'Cause how interesting is that?
Sure.
It was weird to see the clips of the episode before it started, but I don't know last time I saw that, so. There were a lot of suspenseful moments with insane camera angles and constant scene setting music.
Like what was an insane camera angle?
Like they zoom up from up his face or in it to get like the dun dun dun.
All right. I know exactly.
How his eyes,
Yes.
you know? Oh, it was constant. It was
Crazy.
awesome.
They start like on a giant white thing. You're like, oh no, they're like, it's like a polar ice cap, and there's just a piece of Quincy's dandruff on his tie.
That's a close-up.
And they pull back.
I said it was like a 1970 version of CSI without all the fancy.
Oh, very
Oh.
good. Very
all the fancy
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's a great observation,
No
Sam.
schmancy.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I said it was a little predictable because they showed their number one suspect in the scene right after the murder, watching the news of the murder. It was just straightforward conversation, and I was super pissed that they ended the show on a cliffhanger.
Oh.
Because they never said what happened.
never said.
I mean, I know. I just want to be straightforward told. I don't want to think for myself. I feel
Yeah,
like
they should have
he was
said it
killed,
was murder.
he died,
Or
you know?
yeah.
What's going on with the Slurpee guy?
I did think it was funny.
Why did you get more Slurpees?
We asked him to.
Oh,
You wanted the mango.
sorry. Oh, Jimmy wanted the mango?
Well, I didn't care.
The mango turned out to be all right.
I'll try it. That my mango? Oh,
It
you're
turned
right.
out all right.
Thank you. You're right. There's no sugar, right?
I believe not.
Would you get another Febreze flavor? Terrible.
Yes, this is really great.
Sugar free.
That's great. This is kerosene and asshole hair. Delightful.
Was that it?
No, I said I thought it was funny how giant the remotes were back then.
Oh, that's a good observation.
Okay, very
All
good.
right.
It was a huge block, and also the when they showed the porno guy and his riches, he had the 3 small square TVs next to each other. Nowadays,
Oh,
but I
wow.
liked that. It was very
Yeah, that is pretty
what
good.
happened.
Yeah.
I said all in all, it wasn't a bad show, but I wouldn't choose to watch it again.
You wouldn't watch it again.
And I'm ready for
recreational.
the next show to watch.
Yeah. Wow.
It's Quincy.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Very, very concise.
I know.
No.
Yeah, Sharknado, is that on there? Because that was a little...
No.
No applause, though?
Well, yeah, of course.
Of course, applause. We were busy with our Slurpees, Sam.
I really didn't know how well these book reports were going to go. Should we get the other intern in to do his?
I guess.
I think we should.
You
I mean,
guys are loving
Jerry
these
wrote it. We should hear him out. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I guess.
Does anybody want my thing? I only wanted a couple tastes of it.
Quincy's job. He was a coroner, but he was also like a detective.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't get it.
No, he was just a coroner who took matters into it. Because what happened was somebody gave him a members-only jacket, and he realized this calls for action.
But he never had any normal murder, just no. Just
See-
he just passed away in his sleep.
Yeah.
No.
The weird
There's always
thing.
something.
People back then didn't really know what
You share
people's
Sam's
jobs
mic.
were, so they assumed the coroner went out and investigated the cases too. Do you know how inappropriate it would be if Quincy had to testify in court and they started asking him questions about his involvement in an investigation? They'd be like, so wait. You
let me
went
get this straight. Yeah,
you went
yeah,
to
yeah.
the crime scene on your own accord,
Right.
and started, going through
Poking
people's
around.
belongings
Yeah.
and stuff like.
Yeah, especially 5 seasons worth of investigation.
And you
Yes.
spoke to the suspect?
Yeah. You spoke to the
And accused him of a murder?
fucking grounds for immediate dismissal.
Yeah.
Everybody that's accused of murder just gets off the hook because Quincy fucks up the
Yeah,
case.
exactly.
He's just the case fucker-upper.
Yeah, I want to see, like, Aftermath. I want to see after Quincy.
After
All of the
Quincy.
additional crimes that were committed because of his courtroom blunders.
I felt I needed to investigate.
Yeah, there was a carpet fiber just like the one in your car.
Dismissed.
Yeah.
Next case, Quincy.
Yes.
We now call to the stand medical examiner Quincy. I had to drive the suspect to the store that day. We talked about the case. Dismissed.
Yeah.
It's just always something terrible.
He was following me and he went off a cliff.
Dismissed.
Well, let's get the third book report.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I didn't know how much you guys were going to enjoy these book reports.
I'm loving them.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do the third one, but why not? If
Sure.
yeah.
Good thing he's standing right next to me instead of the girls. How did you snuck in? Go ahead.
What did
Go right into it?
This is
well,
Jerry.
no. What?
This is Jerry?
Yeah,
what
Jerry.
possessed you to do this?
Nice to meet you, Jerry.
You said on the air at one point
You've met him
all the
before.
interns' homework was to watch the show. And of course, you only brought in the 2 girls. Cause
Meant all the
that's
interns.
I
yeah, I
specifically
understand.
said in the office you had no assignments. to
Yeah,
do.
this
I know, I'm aware of that too, but like, I'm much more afraid of O&A calling me out than you, Sam.
Oh,
So I wanted to have my bases covered, and then I gave it to Sam, and I was like, listen,
All
I
right,
did
well,
this
let's see how
just
well
in
this
case.
goes for you then.
Probably, I don't see. All right, anyway.
Now you saw the same episode.
The same episode. I actually
good.
watched half of another episode before Sydney texted me, told me I was watching the wrong one, and I went back. And
Wow, that would have been.
Yeah.
I don't like the
tragic.
fact that you and the gals are sexting.
Sexting over Quincy episodes.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear his
So,
book report.
the Opie and Anthony Show for Mr. Sam Roberts, Quincy ME.
Oh.
Despite a strong performance from its leading man, Quincy ME suffers from a cyclical writing and spotty supporting cast, making the hour drag along.
Wow.
The best and probably most important aspect of the show's occasional success is the passionate performance of Jack Klugman. As Quincy, Klugman conveys the character's yearning for justice and quick wit with grace. In the episode examined, quote, Sullied Be Thy Name, Quincy aims to clear the name of a priest who was found dead in the bed with a prostitute. Quincy's quest for truth exposes what I believe would be a problem with the show upon repeated viewings. This coroner never believes that any human just died. It would appear that every death is a long conspiracy. Unless this episode was a choice exception in the series that mostly finds the coroner confirms the death of the elder.
One more long time. No, I don't care. I don't care.
For the most part, falls flat. This is only partially the fault of the actors, as their characters are written one-dimensionally with not much room to breathe or grow. Aside from the acting, the setting of the 70s shines through the entire show. The inclusion of what sounds like a live orchestra adds a bit of quote to the dramatic sentiment, as well as set mood around the insidious conversation. Additionally, the cars, clothes, and homes of the show have a pleasant 70s charm that I believe ages well, if at the same time dating the show a bit. In conclusion, the episode carried out the plot as one might expect. One character was set up to be the villain, but evidence revealed late in the episode eventually proves the guilt of another. The priest's name is clear. After watching the full episode, I was left with two questions. Was this the first show to romanticize the coroner, and is the show following the classic tropes or writing them?
David Spade is next.
Yeah.
The Opie and Anthony Show, Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
We are! Enough! I wasn't sure. Thank God they played that.
I kind of feel guilty that I came up with Slavo.
Oh,
a little bit.
No, you're not.
But it is fun to say, though.
It's a fun word.
It is a fun word.
Yeah.
Where's David Spade?
Be here in a couple minutes.
All right. We got Grown Ups 2, right? Starting tomorrow.
I never saw Grown Ups.
Oh.
But it made I was just reading that $270 fucking million.
And not a dime of it yours.
That's a lot of cash.
No, I mean because you didn't see it.
Right.
I didn't mean you didn't make any
Well, you were
money
right on
off the
both
movie.
counts.
But I'm right on that. You're right.
Dude, that's over $250 million. I mean, these guys are all high salary, probably, $8-10 million guys are in Salem at $20 million.
Right.
So, but that's a lot of money, man, for a comedy. No special effects.
Oh, God, yeah.
Fuck.
The whole thing's filmed on a lake.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's...
Like Gitchagumi?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the Edmund Fitzgerald, the great comedy of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
The great comedy.
Yes. I'm trying to get Vic Tayback to play the fucking cook. Fellas, it's too rough to feed ya.
To feed ya.
Everyone's going to sing their lines like that.
It's been good to know ya.
Yeah, and I already hired someone to play the guy who chimes the bell 29 times. Yeah, I'm already having the Icewater Cathedral built. It's going to be a great movie.
Nice.
We don't have time for this today.
No, we've done this like 40 times already.
Yes, we have. I think it recently played, and people enjoy it.
You think David Spade is sick of Chris Farley questions?
I would assume yes.
Well, but we've never met him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but I would assume he's
we've
probably
never met
sick
David
of those,
Spade. Oh,
sick of those questions.
I met him once, very briefly. I don't know him.
Yeah, we don't know him.
Yeah,
we didn't talk.
Joe Dirt is hilarious.
You like
Sam likes Joe Dirt.
Yeah,
I'm a big Dickie Roberts child star fan.
I like the Tommy Boy. Hey, David.
Oh,
Kenny.
Oh, awkward.
Instead of David, it's Beta. Thank you, Kenny.
Oh, my God.
Kenny. Is Kenny in a good mood today?
No.
You can never tell.
I know.
You can never tell.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just stalling.
Yeah. I saw a great show last night, though. I watched that. It was called something Crown. It was like Toddlers and Tiaras, only with old ladies.
What?
Yeah, they were like 50,
right,
and 40s and stuff, and they were in this beauty pageant. It was horrendous. One woman, I think she's 55 or something like that. She was insane. She's sitting there in the mirror crying, going, "My menopause is not me. My menopause is not me."
What a great idea for a show, though.
Oh, it is. It's fantastic. Oh, David Spade's here.
Yeah, of course we want David Spade.
Yeah.
My God.
Yes. David Spade.
What's up, David?
How you doing, man? Take a seat
How are
right
you, brother?
there. Take a seat. Pull up the chair.
What's up, man?
That's Sam.
Hi. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good, Sam.
Sam Roberts over there.
Big fan of Joe Dirt right there.
Huge
Sam
fan
Roberts.
of Joe Dirt.
Huge fan of the Joe Dirt.
Oh my God, a little scratchy today.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Have you been making the rounds a lot? Is that
I don't
it?
know if we should have picked the day after the premiere, but whatever.
Oh, right, a little.
I saw you guys on the red carpet yesterday.
9 minutes ago.
I got to walk by.
Yeah, 9 minutes ago.
And see, I saw you guys being interviewed.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's in my neighborhood. That movie theater is in my neighborhood. And Shaq was like 2 feet above everybody as he was being interviewed.
I know, I look like Stuart Little. They always want him to pick me up or something. It's so ridiculous.
It is humiliating, right? Being around bigger men when they want them to do little man things with you. Like, just hold him like he's a baby.
Yeah.
Right.
It always goes south for me because I look like the biggest puss, you know. I'd rather not. And then when chicks try to do it, it's really bad.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
The girl in the movie, you didn't see. Who didn't see Grown Up One? Everybody?
I didn't see it.
Jimmy did not see.
But it's like Inception. It's so complicated. We play it backward. This is like, you could probably jump in on this one and figure it all out. But there's a girl in this one that's super tough, and she plays my girlfriend, but she's like a bodybuilder girl. And I know on the carpet they were just starting to whisper, like, pick him up.
Oh,
you know,
no.
Like, really, I go, no.
They always want those embarrassing shots. What are they doing?
Yeah, I know. It's horrible.
Just pick him up. This will be great.
I heard you guys doing a little Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, you know.
The bell rings 29 times. I love that song because I went to see Gordon Lightfoot. Those are the kind of concerts
You
I go
did?
to. Yeah, to get the chicks.
Was it?
Oh, who said this? Oh, that's so nice.
Chicks from the Gordon Lightfoot show.
He knows how to tell a story.
Yeah,
man.
The only like 12-minute song. It's really a toe tapper.
Yeah,
I love it too. I think it's. I told the only time I've ever requested to a radio station was I called into a light FM station when I was like 14 and requested "Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald."
You did not do that.
What a little douche.
I was a douche, and they didn't play it.
Of course they didn't.
But
They don't really take requests. I don't know why that song is so popular. It's not a happy subject.
No.
It's not a real toe tapper.
I never knew what was really going on until it was a real song. I go, oh, brutal.
Yeah, right? Oh,
It's been good to know you.
Yeah, it's good to know you.
Yeah, I go, wait, what's happening?
Are they going home for the night?
Yeah.
But I
Leaving the bar?
saw him in Los Angeles, went to see him with some chick, and she was like, oh, sweet. And of course, like, couldn't be more of an old man show. And, this guy, I'm just telling you, you know his stuff. And so, but I saw him before, then he shouted me out at Carefree Highway, because that's in Arizona where I'm from.
Damn.
So I was like, you like that shit, huh?
That's pretty
Chick was
fucking...
like, no.
No.
Did she know his stuff?
Well, she goes, this one sort of feels
Familiar.
like...
I think I know. She probably saw it in a movie or something.
I know,
maybe.
like, it's not the panty dropper concert I thought.
No.
What's the first concert you remember going to?
Oh, for sure, I remember going to Heart.
Heart, really?
Yeah.
That's not a bad first one.
Yeah, someone asked me
that's
my
pretty
first
good.
movie in an interview, and I couldn't remember. Everyone knew their first movie. Do you know your first movie?
Yeah, it was probably the only movie. I did one line in Spider-Man.
No, what? Your first
Not
movie
that you did that you saw, you hog.
I remember the first movie I shot.
No, the first movie I ever saw, it might have been Jaws is the first one I remember, I believe, going to, or
Yeah.
Star Wars was one of those two.
Oh,
Probably
yeah,
Jaws.
you're right. Maybe one of those.
Probably
'cause
Jaws.
Heart was my first concert, I know for sure, but I can't think of the movie. But Heart was hot, and my brother came, and he brought some, I think, slow gin, if that's something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I barfed.
Make slow gin fizz. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was
That'll
like
make
sitting
it
next to me. He got me the tickets, and he goes, they don't want fucking like kids here. And I'm like, what a dick. I paid him to get the tickets. All my brothers hated me growing up. They're like, they don't want freshmen here. I go, it's a freshman party.
Were you
They don't want you here.
were you the youngest?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were the one that was like,
I was shockingly sort of a pussy, too.
tag along.
Yeah.
You know what? I gotta jump in there too. I was the biggest pussy, and my brother was like always getting in trouble, and he was hanging out with his friends, and you know when they started smoking weed and stuff, and I'm ratting him out to my parents.
Yeah,
I was just
fucking
a
snitch.
chore to be around as a kid. Yeah, I was a snitch.
Oh my god, I was the biggest rat.
Terrible. Why would you do that?
My brother would steal from my mom. We were totally broke because my dad scrammed on us when we were like 4, 6, and 8.
Jeez.
So we're just 3 little kids. My mom's got 2 jobs. She's just busting her ass. She'd come home and he'd steal her money. And then she goes, we don't have the rent money. What happened? And he looked at me. He goes, I'll fucking kill you. I'm like, holy. And my mom's like, do you know anything? Am I going crazy? Did someone steal? I go, I don't know. And he's looking at me, I'll fucking bash you.
Oh my God.
And he's like, Mom, shut up. I don't know where it is. I'm like, shut up, Mom. Oh my God. I didn't really appreciate the fact that she had 2 jobs. You're the most selfish asshole kid.
Did you ever see your dad again?
I bought him a condo. That's how stupid I am.
Damn.
Oh, really?
You know how that goes? Like,
pretty nice.
Sorry, I took a bite.
That's right. Oh, we don't care.
Oh, we do it all the time.
You do it?
Yeah, we don't
Listeners
care.
are used
Don't even worry.
They get
about
pissed,
dad-
but we don't care.
Took a powder. Actually, we were in Arizona. We were in Michigan. He moved us to Arizona and then left her.
Wow.
So now we don't even know where we are.
Oh, my
fuck. Don't know anyone.
So he's out skirt chasing, and then he'd show up once a year and give me a Nerf football for Christmas. Thought he was my hero again. Oh my God, thanks, Dad. Oh, it's 2 colors. Just spoil me. That was like once a year thing. And then my brother, then I started doing okay in stand up, in Arizona. But later, she let me move in with him to save money or whatever. But we were more like buddies, I was probably 19, and
God, this sounds
we shared
exactly
a 1-bedroom
like
with those 2 twin beds.
This is exactly like my upbringing, by the way.
Yeah.
This is exactly the same thing.
That's why when I wrote Joe Dirt, I'm like, this is all the shit from growing up. Walking around with a gas can, my shirt off. And then he started hanging out more if I was doing more shit in town, because he'd say he's my dad and he'd get free drinks. And then my brother started Kate Spade with his wife, and then he got to say to the girls, oh, I'm Kate Spade's my daughter. He sort of fudged it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's the son, but... And so he would play all, you don't know David Spade? Oh, what about Kate Spade? And he'd find some way to get free drinks. And so he did that forever.
Drinks,
and then I bought him a condo, then I bought him a car, and then complains there's no pinstripes on it. It's all crazy,
Oh, wow,
Jesus.
yeah.
You gotta get the sheepskins. I want the whole package. You don't want your dad looking like an asshole. I go, yeah, you're right.
Oh, you're right, Dad.
Yeah.
They have power over you.
Yeah, it's
That
so weird.
sucks.
Then, like Joe Dirt,
Wow.
that movie was... the first time we wrote it, it was sort of like a crystal meth guy, It was sort of that tip, and then we had to tone it down.
Tone it down, make it a
That's
little
more
more.
the real guy you see jigging around Arizona. Like, like as a kid, I don't know what's wrong. I go, what's going on with these guys?
Just the white trash, crystal
I go, this guy's got
meth-headed
the flu or something.
year round.
Oh, it was me and Chris Rock last night.
Oh, is that pictures from the premiere?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Confusing
when's the movie open, actually?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Technically
Tomorrow's the big
tonight.
day.
Tonight.
Opening it up
Yeah, did you
tonight.
hear that? I heard that. They're gonna
Tonight.
They do that trick where
At midnight?
No, like 7.
I think at an
No, now
early
they
time
just-
because
yeah.
midnight wouldn't make as much sense for us, I guess. I don't know, but they didn't say anything. I go, you got to tell everybody.
Right. No,
We
you can
were
start
not
watching
told
it
till last
tonight.
night.
Tonight, yeah, 7.
Keep it a secret. That's always good for a movie opening,
We
you know.
got fucking Turbo coming out, so we got to. It's a brutal summer for trying to get a movie out there. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Why?
But
Well, because the biggest ones come out right now, and so we're right in the middle like we were last time. This last time we were after Toy Story 3, which was the biggest movie the whole summer. We couldn't even beat it the second week. Still made 50-something million.
Wow.
I was like, fuck a duck. And now we got Despicable Me,
yeah.
which is like crazy.
That's a monster.
But, I mean,
Oh, did you see this in South Africa?
yeah.
What
Imagine
is
you're
it?
just driving down the street and there's a cheetah chasing some
Gazelle or
antelope
something?
or gazelle.
Oh, that's so hot.
And then the thing just jumps right into the SUV.
Oh, it
Oh,
did?
wow.
Oh, yeah. It said, fuck that.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
going through
"Thanks,
the window.
man." And you see there's a cheetah right on his ass.
I
Right.
like the cheetah over here, like, putting the brakes on.
Yeah.
You know, Sandler he was just doing a movie in South Africa.
Really?
And he showed on his iPhone, he had a little video of, they take him to all the wild country safari things. Like when I was a kid, you go to the real thing where they like walk around. That stopped quickly, I think, once everyone got mauled. But they had like a cheetah or a panther. There's all like different kinds, whatever. But it was one of the scary ones. And he was walking around behind him. And the guys are like, they're always so calm. They're like, it's fine. Give him some water. And so you see Sandler lean over with the lady, get some water like this, and the cheetah just jumps on him from behind.
Holy shit.
And the lady
Wow.
throws him off, and Sandler's got a big cut on his back. And I go, what happened? He goes, you're not supposed to kneel down. They told me later. You can't kneel in front of them for some reason. They think you're trying to attack them. So,
Oh,
he
wow.
jumped on him, and I go, it was terrifying. I go, what'd you think? He goes, it's like 250 pounds. It jumped on my back, and it knocked me down. And then grabbed him and hitting him with a stick or something. And I go, why the fuck are you out there?
Right.
With a cheetah? Like, it always goes sideways. Every video is like,
where do you think those clips come from?
Walk along with the line. And then his buddy, Jack, the producer, has one with his kids, and they're in a convertible, and they're 10 feet from another one, a lion eating like a carcass, you know? And it's hard to see on the radio, but it's hard to see a lot on the radio. But he's going like, not supposed to make any noise, and he brought his kids, and the kid drops something, and the thing looks up.
Oh, man.
And stares at him, and then looks down. Then the other kid stands up and talks, and it looks again, and then starts to get up like this, and they go, it's a convertible.
Yeah.
First of all, it could catch up, and then I could just jump in.
Jump right in.
That's crazy.
Why wouldn't you roll fucking put the top up? Who has the balls in a convertible to stop and watch a lion eat?
I know.
That's nuts.
Plus, who's got a convertible anyway, man?
What year is this?
And I love the fact they forgot to tell Adam Sandler not to squat. Like, that's interpreted, I guess, as a fucking, because cats kind of squat down and then pounce on you.
They might want to tell him that ahead of time.
Oh, look at this kid.
That kid's been everywhere.
I was on TV with him yesterday.
Oh, you are? Yeah.
He had a shoot off his shack.
Look at his little suit, like he's going to a business meeting. Oh, they just threw the basketball into his face. Come on.
Great Santini's kid.
He had the dad in there. Look at her. I'm here at the hoop.
Poor little
He's got a
kid.
5-foot Nerf hoop, and then Shaq had a regular.
Yeah, he
free throw.
wound up beating Shaq.
Shaq's fun, isn't
He
he?
played Sandler yesterday, and he beat Sandler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had Shaq on once. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
He's a cool dude. He's
He
really
did this,
cool.
And he wound up being funny in it last night. I was just watching it. I don't know if he'd ever seen it before, but
Does he plays a police officer, right?
yeah.
Yeah. In the new Grown Ups.
Yeah, we were just looking at the numbers from the first one. Holy Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
That's goddamn huge.
I don't know what happened.
That's why I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Well, I do think, I don't know if we can beat that Despicable Me, but I think we'll do all right. And then there's Pacific Rim, which looks kind of cool, that movie. So, as I was telling you earlier, is that every movie there's a big one, and then it trickles into the next couple weeks. So you're still, like, The Heat did well, and that was funny, and and so they just keep going, and then a new one comes like 5 days later, and then so you just gotta tread water. Also,
so do you just freak out when movies come out? Are you just sitting there thinking, "Oh God, do something"?
Well, I don't. It's funny because press is part of it. The movie has to be funny, and people have to. I go by like a poster and a trailer, and then I'm either in or out. I don't care if I saw someone on Ellen. So, but you have to go out and do it. You do all these things and make the best of it, and just hope you sway somebody. And but we have about 13 cast members, so
yeah, right.
It's literally like barraging America. And I know they're like, "Fucking, we get it."
You're right.
Go to the movie. I got the message.
I mean, there's big fucking posters for this too, like the side of buildings and like
It's
everywhere
everywhere.
you go. It is absolutely.
That's a lot of money they're spending ahead of
But
time.
you're Quinn's buddy, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I saw Quinn last night. And he ragged on me on Twitter all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
he's the worst.
We love him.
I love him. He's great on Twitter. It's hilarious.
He was talking about his nonchalant showbiz day yesterday. I just saw on the way here, typical night for CQ, and it's all the photographers and the press line. I'm not in this for the ego part of it. And everyone's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, they start bashing
Everyone
him.
bites on it every time. It's so easy.
He's such a great
No
troll.
one catches on.
I tell Colin, like, I know what you're doing, and it upsets me.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you're doing. It's like he's just the greatest at it.
There's the picture right there.
A typical night for CQ. For CQ. And he's always got hashtags like.
Did he change his
Golly
avatar
Gee
too?
Willikers.
Yeah, he changed it to that photo he's been trying to show everybody of him as a kid.
Yeah. He came in here bragging about his.
Grown-ups, it's one that didn't make the post. He sent it in every week. Larry, is that him?
That's Colin.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Wow. That's Imus.
Imus.
Looks like Charlie Brown.
Imus in the morning.
Yes. He fucking looks good.
Yeah, he looks cool.
He cleaned up good.
He's on.
We don't get to see that version of Colin Quinn ever.
No, he comes in pretty much in his pajamas.
Yeah, dipping his fucking his muffin in tea. We get like the just woke up Colin.
Thinks he's an English gentleman.
Showered and shaved.
He was there last night too. Yeah, everyone was there last night.
Yeah.
Is that even live today or no? Is that is that a replay? I don't think I
never know what Imus anymore.
No, I think that's live.
Well, there's a bunch of girls in it too that are cute.
Yeah.
When I saw it last night, I was like, oh yeah. I mean, there's enough guy candy. I wasn't worried about that part.
Did you actually stay for the film?
I did.
Because a lot of you guys... A lot of you guys, you do the red carpet, you go in the theater, and then you do the old sneak out the back.
And I have my buddy here.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was in here. My buddy from Arizona that I grew up with, and I brought Chris Farley's brother, Kevin, was here. And so he came with us and one of my other idiot friends. And so they'd never seen it, so I sat back, and I sort of wanted to see how it played.
Yeah.
And I've seen it with 2 test audiences that were great. And last night, when it's all industry, a couple things don't work the way they used to, and you go, oh boy.
Oh, shit.
Overall, it's funny, and it did great. We were happy, and I was like, God, there's so much going on in it, because I hadn't seen little tiny tweaks to it.
Mm-hmm.
And Sandler's always trying to add and tighten and brighten and just make sure it's good enough. And with all those people in it, there's always something going on. There's stunts or something. So it worked out great. So we were all happy, and we just fucking hold your breath.
Barrage the United States with interviews.
Now I just go, they go, look at you as a little kid. I'm probably like 10 years older than everyone in that picture. That was from my prom. And where I did not get
You just don't have a picture of you smaller?
Well,
to match up with everybody else?
I have like 6 pictures of me now.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to see my kid at lunch Friday?
Right. Yeah.
And my buddy had 100 pictures of his kid getting pumpkins. And I go, who the fuck? What's happening? Like, where are those going? Who gives a shit? How do you give a shit? You're with your kid.
There's like this huge record of where
their whole lives.
Everybody's lives now.
It's clogging up the.
Oh my God!
I have a rose
great.
on the bottom.
I see that. It is your prom picture.
We cropped the shit out of my date, though. She was like right next to me.
Damn.
And you didn't fuck her?
No.
Oh.
I didn't fuck anybody. I wasn't on a show.
Yeah, you had to get on
some asshole trying to look like Brad Pitt back then. And then I was totally in love with that chick whole year, and I took her to the prom, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Oh my God, this is it." And so I got all dolled up, picked her up. It was about 110 degrees, and I'm waiting at her door, and ding dong ding, and then I hear, here's some Van Halen. I look over, some dirty goddamn Camaro pulls up, and her college boyfriend drops her off. And I'm like, wait a second, what? They start Frenching.
Come on,
I'm
what
sitting
the
there like
fuck?
Drenched in sweat going, wait a second. And she's like, comes in a tennis outfit and goes, oh my God, is that tonight? And I go, and then she goes, no, just give me 2 seconds. I gotta take a shower, find something to wear. Find something to wear. She's shopping for months.
Meanwhile, you've been thinking about this for forever.
Holy
yeah.
What a story.
She's like, no, I'm still going. You're still going?
Still going?
Yeah. We're supposed to be at fucking Red Lobster half hour ago.
You know where she is now?
What?
Do you know where?
No, do you know?
I do know. I saw her. Yeah.
You do? Yeah.
Does she look as good?
Not exactly. No, she still looks cute, but
that's great.
But I think she's still married. She's one of the few that made it through.
Yeah.
Everyone, you see everyone, they're always divorced. And
yeah. Oh yeah.
But sometimes in Arizona, they stick it out longer.
Really?
Because, yeah, like I've got the guys that married their high school girls and they're still together. So it's pretty high together rate, shockingly. Because where I'm from, it's like low and
yeah, no shit.
Everyone's like, why don't you just do a 2-year marriage and just do that one of those? I am.
They have a 2-year marriage plan, right?
It's like almost like guaranteed. You're like, no, just married for a year, then have a kid, then right when the kid's born, you guys break up. That's what everyone does. Or hang in there for another 6 months, like you're really trying for the kid.
Right. Yeah.
And then just call it quits.
It's probably good because then the kid doesn't even know what it's like to have 2 parents, to lose, you know, that whole.
I always wonder, like, because I know friends are like, we're waiting till the kid's 18. I'm like, so the kid gets what's going on, but when is it good? Like it doesn't fuck the kid up. I know a girl who's 27, her parents getting divorced, and she's so fucking freaked out.
Fucked up about it?
Yeah, and I'm like, try 4.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what age isn't good? Like fucking 11.
Yeah, 4 to 11.
I don't have any recollection of my dad like tooling.
Being around the house.
I just remember him now going, let's put all our money in a pile and split it. You don't have any. See how it goes. That's the fun of the game. You don't know what you're going to get.
Hilarious. I had to get a job at like 13 and put in for like
groceries and
shit.
stuff.
Yeah. Like I'm paying. Well, you know, you got to put in your. And then meanwhile, you know, I come home from school and he's sitting there drinking a tall boy Bud. How was your day? How was yours?
Right. Mine was tall boy
yours
Coors.
was. Of
So
course.
funny.
Yeah, the big tall boy.
Then we had a stepdad, and it was like so odd. Because one time, because I was like 9, and my mom goes, "Go call him Dad." It was so gross. I go,
"Oh no!"
So I was like, "Dad." He's like, "What?" Oh, it was so cringe time.
Oh shit!
And then he gave me a shotgun for my birthday when I was 10. A shotgun and a deer rifle, and I was like, "Oh, I wanted a Nerf."
He told you they were toothbrushes.
gave me a shotgun shell reloader.
Nice.
Such a dirtball. So we'd go shoot tarantulas and shit.
Was he cool though?
He was cool.
He was all right.
Shit.
There's a lot of horror stories with the step parents.
And he was a doctor.
Yeah. Oh.
So, and the phone rang. I never quite got that he was on call for the emergency room. And he's like, glug, 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 get it. And I'm like, hello? Oh, there's been an emergency. He's like, motherfucker. So then I'm like, are you going now? Like, I go, he seems weird because I don't know he's drunk.
Oh, my God.
Like, back to the office.
He probably was completely functional.
I slit my knee open once playing baseball, and they took me in, and he was working. I'm like, I don't want this guy.
I know what this guy's all about.
He's all hammered. I go, oh, boy.
Holy shit. That's insane.
Did you at least make out with the prom date? I'm obsessed with this night.
No, it was tough. And then the next year, I was in love with another chick for the whole year. This is why I'm all like tough now about it, I guess.
Yeah.
So the next year I get this girl, and she, I think, maybe got some boob action, but that was mercy boob. She's like, just grab it and get out of here.
Oh,
I'm like,
man. Did you just have no game whatsoever?
Zero.
Yeah.
And then the one chick I did hook up with was sort of passed out. And she didn't start that way. And I don't think it's bad if she was sort of okay at the beginning, but dozed off somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere.
Yeah. And then that didn't slow me down, but but then I saw her working at Circle K a couple years later. I'm like, hey, man, I wanted to go again.
Yeah, of course.
It's like 10 years later.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, Circle K, I thought it was the greatest job. I go, I always go to Circle K. This is
Is that your first fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That is a good one.
She was pretty hot, too, and then all my friends go, oh, I used to fuck her. I go, what?
Oh, man, that's something you never wanted to hear
got,
either.
Like, some, like, pass around. I didn't care. I don't care. Who cares? It was great.
At that point, yeah.
And then college, bleak again.
Another dry spell, huh?
Shit, it was all a dry spell until... I don't know. It slowly started, but you have no game. Even though I got on a TV show, I still don't know what to do. And then they have to really make it easy.
The fucked up thing with back then was like you could get laid, and it was a miracle if you did. But then it's like, wow, okay, I know what this is like, and I know I'm not going to get laid again for at least like maybe a year.
Yeah,
maybe an entire year will go by, and you just don't have those opportunities.
Like,
you have no game.
On it.
Yeah. Don't enjoy this.
Too much
because
you could be jonesing for a while.
Yeah, you're not getting anything.
It was a good time though, but
man.
Then no, there's more dry spells.
It's all just a Bob Seger song.
Now it's rough.
The first girl I ever fucked started fucking my Jamaican friend.
God damn.
Afterwards.
God.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then we still hooked up a couple of times. I remember the last time we had sex, she had sex with him earlier in the day.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, I remember that. And then I'm banging her doggy style and her ass stunk.
Jesus, Jimmy.
In her defense, it stinks anyway.
Yeah. I don't think that had anything to do with the Jamaican guy. Just what she was. Yeah.
Jimmy rules.
Yeah, well, you know,
I have heard from girls, you're the first white guy I've gone out with. What?
Oh, really?
Start with me, yeah. I'm going to do zero damage.
I wouldn't like that back then, but now I wouldn't mind it. I've gotten so filthy in my older age that I don't mind hearing that now. Back then it would have freaked me out, but now I'm like, really, tell me, how much better were they?
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, that's the only thing is like, you get older, it gets a little nastier.
Well, do you want to hear a girl's history or no? Like, I don't mind hearing
I
that.
start to, and then I get like one turns me on, then one turns me off right away, and I stop.
You're done.
The break. Yeah, because it's super dirty. Is this last night?
No, not all of it.
Sorry, I'm paying attention to the wrong thing.
No, not at all.
Grown Ups 2 starts tonight.
Yes.
And everywhere tomorrow as well.
Can
What
you
the
see
heck
that on
is
your
this?
computer, what he's doing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Who is that?
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
That girl's name's Halston. She was in, she plays Sandler's kid's girlfriend.
Wow. How old is she?
Sounds horrible. She's like 21. I guess.
Oh, okay.
But there's
plays
like
younger.
10 girls in it that are super cute.
That's a girl you fall in love with in high school and just have zero shot with? Zero.
Wasn't it heartbreaking?
Awful.
It's terrible.
I told you the girl
is so much prettier than any girl ever went to my school.
Yeah.
I would not. Yeah, there's girls. My school, the prettiest ones. I was sort of like the fun friend, and it was sort of buzzkill.
Yeah.
I always thought there was something going on. I still get this, where you're like, I need a guy like you, you know, and you're like, I know, right? And then I'm like listing all their problems their stupid fucking boyfriend doesn't want to hear. and then they go, I should be with you, I should be with you, and then they break up, and I hear like on a Sunday, they broke up on Friday. I go, holy shit, really? So then Monday they're like holding hands with a new guy. I go, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're
right
like
next in line.
You got stepped over like Fredo.
Yeah, exactly.
I was too easy. That was what I learned. I was too nice, too easy. It just never worked.
Damn. No matter how many times you heard, like, nah, this type of guy, that's the type of guy that gets the girls, you're like, no, I'm going to be the exception to the nice guy rule. I'll be the nice guy and treat them all great and stuff, and they'll like me, and then you're fucked.
If they get a whiff that you, like, you can try, because if you don't really like them, and they can tell, then they're all over you. It's just such a weird thing.
It is a weird dynamic
If
there.
you try to fake it that you don't like
Yeah,
them, and you
they
do,
can smell it on
They
you.
can tell, and they fucking hate you.
Like that cheetah on the gazelle.
Exactly.
They smell that
They
shit,
know,
you're
and I
done.
go, I'm going to wait like a day and all that shit, and they're like, nah.
Oh, yeah, if you try to play it off,
That's Aaron.
Wow.
We're on Pop Sugar.
Yeah, Aaron Heatherton.
And she's in Grown Ups too.
Wow, she's
beautiful.
She's the.
I'm here. We got to wrap up.
One of the cheerleaders. Okay.
Oh man.
No, on your end, not ours. We'd love to have you.
man.
We'd love to have you for another hour. You
Patrick
kidding me?
Schwarzenegger, he's hot. He's in it.
Oh, damn.
Taylor Lautner. I tried to bunk with him. I go, I guess we have to bunk up on this. He goes, no, I have my own room. Bunk up. You never heard that term before.
You know what's kind of morbid, but I was thinking of it the other day, is I was watching Dickie Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
And how many of those people at the end singing that song are dead? Jesus Christ. You're like, I'm watching and I'm just going, oh, this is kind of
one of the
cute.
Corys,
Yeah,
Haim.
Corey Haim.
We filmed that song, and I was walking to lunch, and he goes, hey, man, I get per diem, right? I go, I don't know. Yeah, sure. And he goes, it's like 200. And I go, maybe. And he goes, can I grab that from you?
Like he wanted you to shell out the money.
I didn't know what to do. I go,
wow.
Walk with me. He goes, so can I get it from you or should I? And I go, I don't know if I'm the guy, but
I'm the guy, starring in this.
Yeah. And then he goes, but I only got like an hour from. I'm like, hey, cool. Just so you go.
Wow.
Here's. And then he scrammed off, I think, to get whatever.
Yeah, apparently.
Lunch.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
My lunch is off campus. I go, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Leaves the Paramount lot and then comes back.
Jesus.
Who's that one from? Yeah, this is the Dickie Roberts song we're playing.
Yeah, at the end. It's a bunch of child stars, and they're singing, parody song, kind of a goof on being a child star. But then I'm looking at the people, I'm like, okay. They're like Ron Palillo. Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, he's
dead.
Ron Palillo's dead?
Rerun's gone. Rerun. He's dead.
Fucking Fred Burr. That's right. You ever see Vice Squad with him?
No.
Oh, where he fucking plays a sugar pimp who gets stabbed in the dick?
No.
Sugar pimp.
Yeah, Wings Hauser stabbed him.
Wings Hauser.
Yeah.
You need to be more careful about his parts.
Yeah.
All right.
Choosing roles. All right, guys.
Yeah, we got to get David Spade out of
David's
here.
got to go.
It was a pleasure to finally.
Guys, thanks for having me, though.
Pleasure to finally meet you and have you in
Tonight
here,
at
man.
7 p.m.
Definitely
or
cool,
tomorrow?
man.
Starts tonight.
Nice to meet you.
Grown Ups 2.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
And we'll be back. Stay there.
Bye, dudes.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show continues.
We got Charlie Day outside the studio. By the way, David Spade was really cool. First time we've had him on the show.
Absolutely,
Hope he comes back. That was really good. Really
Funny,
good.
hangout kind of guy.
Charlie Day.
Charlie,
how
take
are
a
you?
seat right there. We're actually on the air. We just
Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
we just do a come right in, sit down on the air kind
That's
of a thing.
great. There's
Yeah.
no way people know it's real.
I don't like that whole, they come in, sit down during a commercial break, and then you're like,
just stare at each other.
Yeah, you like say things that you're like, oh, you should have said that on the air.
They tell
You
the
should've
best
saved
stories before they come back. Like, what'd you do? Oh, man, I'm tired. Just shit on a hooker. Oh, and then you're back on the air. You're like, fuck.
It freeze up. This way you can come in frozen.
Yeah. So Idris Elba's in this movie?
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I'm obsessed with meeting him. I've not met him yet. And,
Why?
I love The Wire so much.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's cool.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah, I was
So
very
like the one.
depressed when I found out he was English, just because I
It's
was like,
so odd.
was
man.
that strange? I'm like, he's such a better actor than I am.
Yeah.
I can't doesn't go the other way. I'm not going to go to England and butcher their.
It is humiliating when British actors come. Like, I didn't know Gary Oldman was British until I heard him interviewed.
Well, he's just he's crazy good.
Or Idris, and who else?
There's
Nick
so
Nolte
many.
on The Wire.
Yeah, all those guys. You find out they're all British.
Yeah.
And
Everyone in Batman, fucking, who Bale and
Christian Bale.
Bale, there's another one. Yeah.
Fuck.
Just like
He does amazing American accent. Yeah.
Are we
Yeah,
that
and
easy?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess
if you're
so.
a great actor, maybe. It's easy.
I think
Americans
they just have a more intense acting discipline over there. It's learn every accent and
Right.
Where we're just like, hey, you good at fart jokes? Great.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Everyone in America does like their Beatles version of an English accent. Oh, yeah, it's just terrible. Wow, Pacific Rim.
Have you seen it?
No, not yet.
You're gonna love it.
I'm waiting. It looks
I know it's
insane.
my job to come in here and say you're gonna love it, and I kind of wish I wasn't in the movie and I'd seen it so I could tell people and they'd actually believe me. But I love the movie.
Yeah.
What do you like
Unless
about it?
If you hate fun, then you might not like the movie. If you're like, I only like movies like Sophie's Choice.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
It looks huge, like a huge movie.
That's the thing about this movie. It's gigantic.
Yeah.
I would recommend seeing it in IMAX, which is where I saw it for
Absolutely.
the first time, and then my mind exploded.
What's it about?
Basically, it's about giant monsters coming out of the ocean and the robots that we've built to punch them right in the face. It's like a classic, almost Godzilla-esque. They're called kaiju. The monsters are kaiju. It's like from.
So it is like Sophie's Choice. Okay.
Very much like Sophie's Choice. Do I keep the baby? Which child do I keep? And which one do I punch in the face? Because I think it's a lizard from space. But it's just like a fun summer blockbuster. The movie's awesome.
Oh, so you're happy with it? It's got, when you watch something, or do you critique yourself like, fuck, I hate this, or are you kind of comfortable and enjoy watching yourself work?
You know what? I've been very lucky to have done so few things that I haven't done one yet that I've been like Horrible Bosses was great. So watching that, I was like, oh, this is fun. This is good. I love Sunny. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And but earlier on, when I started out, it was a lot of I hate this crap.
And I'm reading that your
Wait, can we ask him for one?
Yeah.
One that I hated?
Yeah, one example. We'd love hearing those.
Oh, man. Let me...
Maybe it was a commercial or...
I did tons of shitty commercials. There's one on going around the internet right now that I talked about on a talk show, which is Thomas's Bagel commercials. Really bad. But
I love digging those up, man.
Oh, man,
You're like,
yeah.
hey, look at the guy. He looked like an idiot.
It's like they always get, if you're a young actor and you need to eat, they always got that on you. It's you got to do a couple bad gigs. Man, what did I do? I was the mailroom kid and the Mary Tyler Moore special. Just a lot of schlocky little one-liners.
That's what I was going to ask you about. Did you work? Did you have scenes with her or Valerie Harper? Or?
Yeah. It was this funny audition where she looks at herself in the mirror and I had one line. It was looking fine. And I sort of said it sarcastically in my audition, hey, you don't have to keep checking yourself out. You look okay. And then I get down to set and they're like, all right, this is Mary Tyler Moore. you can't be sarcastic. You really have to compliment her that she looks very good.
Oh, God.
So, like, looking fine turned into, like, looking fine. A very different thing than what I'd expected.
Oh, no. You
know.
want the fun Mary Richards, but you get the one from fucking...
From Ordinary People.
Ordinary People, yeah, the
Yeah.
Ice Queen. Brown socks to the son's funeral.
A little bit. She's very sweet to me, though. It's very nice. Like, for a first gig, and, made me feel like I belonged there.
How was Valerie Harper? She's still alive, right?
Didn't see her.
Oh.
Didn't return any of my phone calls.
Damn it.
None of my fan letters. Of course, I wasn't really a fan. I got to be honest. It's like that's all before my time.
Yeah, exactly.
I was kind of there, being like, I don't give a shit about these people.
It's a job.
Yeah, this is a gig.
They probably sensed it too. Like every young actor's probably so in awe of them, and then you just didn't give a fuck about them.
Yeah, I think there's like a mid '70s, '80s cutoff for their major fan base.
Yeah.
You know.
What did you grow up like enjoying and watching on TV?
Let's see. I mean, I'm born in '76, but probably didn't really pay attention to things till '85. So E.T. and
Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future, Star Wars. That's my whole thing.
Yeah. What about like TV shows? Because they were pretty cheesy.
You know what I loved was Night Court.
Yeah,
Did you guys watch Night Court?
Oh, yeah.
This is my favorite. I don't know because it took place at night. It was like I felt like like after when I was supposed to go to sleep, and I'm like, oh, this is what adults are doing at night. This is very interesting.
Going to court.
They're all going to court. And, sitting on whoopee cushions.
The judge is always a card, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing magic tricks up there. And
never seen that.
Marky Post is just getting fucking beatings and everything she does in her Lifetime movies. Yeah, that's all she does is play like the abused woman now. I
know. She came in and auditioned for us for a part in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And, it's one of those things where you're like, oh my God, that's Marky Post. We want to cast her because, we all love Night Court, but she was like very wrong for the role.
Oh, right,
so it's really tough, to see those sort of actors come through. And
was she bad? Well, I can say she's bad if she's wrong. Sometimes
she wasn't bad. It was just like
she wasn't right for the part.
That this woman was supposed to be really. I guess we didn't picture her as beat up as apparently she's getting.
Right.
She looked very good. She looked very good.
We found Looking Fine. We gotta.
You found Looking Fine?
Yeah, we gotta.
Get out of here.
Is this translated on the radio?
It's quick. Sure. It's Mary Tyler Moore in The Office. There's Charlie Day.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Jonas Seemeyer.
Oh, yeah. Just head right up those stairs up there.
I forgot I had another line.
Yeah, look at that. Another line.
2 lines. Looking fine.
That was great. Looking fine.
I'm like checking her out.
That is awkward.
You gave her a wink too, Charlie.
I gave her a wink.
And now she's all happy. She's got a little pep in her step.
I don't know.
Thanks to you.
That seemed a little weird, maternalistic.
I know,
thing.
Weird, like mother.
It's a little
son,
weird. Yeah, you were a little too young to be.
But maybe I'm gonna bang her. I don't know what's going on in that show.
Make Mary eat your ass in the mailroom.
Oh, and I would have done it. I needed work. I needed money. I was like, look, it's in the script. It's on NBC. It's a big part.
That's a great first role, though, man. Like a scene with Mary Tyler Moore, even if it's just that, it's fucking great.
It was a good gig, yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Big
time.
With Sonny in Philadelphia, were you surprised with how much freedom you get for content?
No, not really, because that was sort of the deal at about doing it at FX, which was like, here's a place where they'll pay you nothing, but they'll let you do whatever you want.
Yeah, okay.
Right. And just to get the chance to.
It's a great show.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Oh my God, it's one of the best.
Yeah, we're season 9 right now.
Jesus,
yeah,
amazing.
How is it working with DeVito?
He's great.
Yeah,
he's
obviously.
Great. And I can't. I can barely keep up with the guy. He's a maniac.
Yeah.
He can. He likes his fun and he can party and he never sleeps but he's a really good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's it really is. There's quite a difference watching a show where you get some real language, real situation. It takes you out of it when you know they'd have said something a little more harsh, and they pull back on network TV like that.
I don't know how those shows can compete in this day and age.
Exactly.
Where you can find anything you want, sort of tailor-made to you, and you're right. Like it's like, how do you pull your punches?
Takes you right out of it when it's like, nah, you wouldn't have fucking backed off like that or said something rude.
I like the believable dialogue in a sitcom, though, like off the funny look, and then the crowd explodes with laughter. I mean, that's me every time. Oh, every time it gets me.
Sure. Hey, look, you're in the majority, I think. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
All I would do if I was working with Danny DeVito is do fucking Cuckoo's Nest lines. That's all I would do, is talk about
Which is odd because most people would think Taxi, yeah.
I love Taxi, too. It's a fucking masterpiece, but Cuckoo's Nest is...
Man,
what lines would you do?
Just, I bet a nickel. I bet a dime.
Yeah.
That's all I'd say.
I bet he'd love that.
Oh, he would never get old.
Constantly.
You do his lines.
Oh,
constantly,
yeah. Only his.
Yeah, good.
There's someone that's worked forever.
Yeah.
Like he's every year you could look at his body of work.
Yeah.
Over the
and the guy that I'm sure everyone was like, you want to be an actor? You
right?
know,
yeah.
like,
Exactly. All right. You're 2 feet tall and a little pudgy,
a little abrasive,
a little lacking the hair.
He was great in Ruthless People. Did you ever see Ruthless People?
Oh, yeah.
I dare you to kill her. When his fucking wife, like Bette Midler, I think it was kidnapped. And
War of the Roses too.
Yeah,
like,
he directed War of the Roses too. That's the thing.
Amazing.
He's a smart guy.
Really. Yeah. Look at us blowing smoke up his ass right here.
Well, it's nice. It's encouraging. He's not like a typical leading man.
Do you want to crap all over him? Or
Yeah, let's just shit on someone. We need
all right.
Make ourselves feel better.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, he really phoned it in. Could have been a much better penguin.
Were you acting in front of a green screen a lot?
No, that was the awesome thing about this movie.
How would they pull that? They actually built giant robots.
Well, no, they didn't build giant robots, but like they're so giant that you're actually not in the scenes with them.
Right. Yeah.
But any scene that I was in, he built. Like Guillermo is this crazy director, and he's like brilliant guy. He did Pan's Labyrinth and like won
insane.
copious awards and like. So he built these like gigantic sets. Things were always on fire. You know, there were like chickens and dogs running through the streets, and things were caving in. It was always raining. Things would explode. There were practical props and little like creatures that were supposed to be crawling on the big creatures that he built, like tiny little actual creatures. And
all right, so you're not staring at a tennis ball hanging from a wire?
No, never.
Oh,
it was never like that. It was pretty great. And then you see the movie, and then all the CGI, which they really. They did a great job with it when you see it, combined with those giant sets, and it's the most massive thing.
Is the CGI as good as Sharknado? Sharknado on Sci-Fi
tonight? No, but it's close. Sharknado, explain this to me.
It's a Sci-Fi original. You know how they've been pumping out these movies where they get people from like the 80s or 90s, a few stars, and throw them in these movies. It's here's the plot. Storms in the Pacific have whipped up water spouts and sucked up a bunch of sharks. When they go over land, they fling thousands of sharks out at people. And they proceed to bite people and
very similar plots.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
And
I think a little bit more money went into this one. I'm gonna guess.
So ridiculous.
Tara Reid's in it.
Tara Reid,
Mary Tyler Moore, Valerie Harper.
Good.
Tara Reid.
Yep, she's still working.
And the father from
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Who's that?
Exactly.
I just know him as the father from Home Alone. We don't know his name. You want to see the trailer real fast?
It's fantastic.
Can we turn you on to something today, please?
This is great.
Hurricane David is poised to be the first hurricane.
Storm. That's what's driven them all up north. I've never seen so many up north.
Home Alone guy.
Look at this.
It's barely even raining.
It's flooding
Tara.
here. And not the plumbing, the ocean. You need to go home.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm from 90210.
It's coming fast.
Shark right through the window.
People know when they take
Sit
this
back
job.
and watch this.
Sharknado.
They sing it. They read a script.
Tornado's heading towards the airport. We need to destroy it before it gets to them.
Sharks are falling on people.
Yeah.
Watch out!
Look out! The shark's climbing the rope.
Sharks are rain down on us.
Not kidding.
Yeah.
We're going to throw bombs into the tornado.
This is
It's actually based on a true story.
Too many of them. We're gonna need
Guys, I think I'm in here promoting the wrong movie. I think this is what America needs.
So you got
Exactly, right?
Oh, yeah, you got to see the Ferris wheel.
Oh, the Ferris wheel.
Rolling after people. Look at that special effects there, Charlie Day. Can you compete with that?
Right?
Can you compete with that shit?
Yes. But the amazing thing is there was no CGI there. They actually killed 1,500 sharks.
That's tough to do in this day and age.
Yeah.
All the damn liberals. You know what's funny? That dad from Home Alone. I used to wait tables here in New York when I was starting out. You know, like before I was getting those sweet Mary Tyler Moore gigs.
Yeah.
And I used to wait on that guy.
Really?
Yeah, totally. At the Cornelia Street Cafe, like down in Greenwich Village. And he was okay. He was not a dick.
Okay.
But who's on top and who's on bottom?
My
now?
God, I
That's
was
what
just thinking that. It's like,
how about
right?
that?
Who's
What's
in
going on
Pacific
now?
Rim and who's in Sharknado?
Yeah, you know what's going to happen is that I'm going to be in Sharknado 5 one day. You know what I mean? And some kid's going to
Some
be in
young
here
upstart,
that, like, one of these interns in the hallway.
But check this out. Remember when that guy who was in Pacific Rim? Look at him. Sharknado 5.
Sharknado 5, man.
The heretic.
Everyone's talking about Sharknado. It's on tonight. So we watch that tonight, then we go and check out Pacific Rim.
Are you guys out now, or do you come out tomorrow?
We'll come out tonight.
Oh, you do tonight?
Yeah.
What time?
I think like 7.
Everyone's doing
They're
that.
doing that.
Everyone's doing that.
Yeah, they say fuck the Fridays. Let's start this whole thing on
People
Thursday.
can't wait. Why wait?
Right.
Yeah.
I think once people are excited, let them in. Let them see it.
I like to see it in IMAX if it's playing in IMAX.
Definitely.
You have to see it in IMAX.
There are movies that you just have to see in IMAX, and that's one of them. Because it's so big, you just want that immersion feeling like you're in it.
Yeah, watching
Love that
it
in a
made
movie.
me feel like when I saw, like, say, Jurassic Park for the first time.
Oh, man, yeah.
And I wish, I don't think IMAXs were even around.
No.
But, can you imagine?
But I think I went back like 2 nights in a row to see Jurassic Park, like 3 times in a row. I was just
blown away.
Dumbfounded.
I saw the
by it.
3D version recently. They re-released it in 3D because there was somebody who I was kind of hoping to put my penis in, and that's what she wanted to see.
Ooh.
And I agreed. It sounds like a great idea, and it just isn't made for 3D. It's okay. It was better done than I thought it would
the
be.
sexiest movie in the world. Too.
No, not at all.
To bring a girl to.
No.
Yeah.
You know, you got the
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum
People
thing.
getting eaten by velociraptors.
Yeah, getting eaten.
Although when the thing sneezes on them, I'm like, huh? You know.
Jimmy,
you want a little of that?
But did it work?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, boy.
No.
What happened? Did you blow it?
No. Just wasn't meant to be.
That's a
She wasn't
shame.
attracted to me.
That's sad.
Why would she be?
Oh, Jimmy.
But anyway, I saw that and it was kind of, I wouldn't
That
recommend.
was sad, man.
Wasn't it just sad?
Don't say why would she be.
That's okay.
Oh, we hear that every day.
Yeah,
Tell
so
us that's
I'm
like
fine.
nothing.
I'm
He's good. Look at him.
Girls
Good
apparently
shape.
don't want to go to coffee with him or
He
something.
just wants to take him to lunch, and they won't even do
Yeah,
that.
just a nice girl to lunch.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all you want.
That's all I want.
Little lunch.
Hey, man.
lunch.
Take her to Pacific Rim. That will get you
Yeah,
laid.
see?
That will
There you
get you
go.
laid.
It probably would because a girl enjoys a big movie like that, and I would fucking name drop. It's like when you'll do something. Like, it's funny when he told me when he did that. Like, you talk to him?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah, yeah.
you can say that we're best friends.
Yeah.
That'll do
Besties.
nothing for you.
No, I'm a terrible name dropper anyway. I'm really bad
Yeah.
at it. Yeah, and girls never care if I drop a name. They just don't give a fuck. Like, can you introduce me to him? No. Well, then nothing.
Who's any hot what they call chicks in this movie?
Yeah. We have. Are you into Asian women?
Sure. Why not?
Ayapesha Lee.
There's an actress named Rinko who's a lead actress.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah. Look at that. Wow.
She kicks
look at
some
that.
butt, and she's beautiful.
Sexy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing some like kind of training to get inside the thing, and she looked pretty good doing that.
Those poor sons of bitches in those suits got beat to hell making
Yeah.
this movie. Yeah, because they're actually, like I said, the guy built these giant props, so he built the inside of the helmet of the robot that they pilot, and he was like constantly shaking them around like they were on like an elliptical machine for 16 hours a
If
day.
they're getting punched in the face, it's
Yeah,
got to
that-
react like you're getting
exactly
knocked
right.
for a loop. Yeah.
So they beat the hell out of them for months and months. Me, I was like having bagels, eating coffee. These guys had to worry about their abdominal muscles.
Who'd you play?
I play a scientist in this movie, and it's like sort of a cocky, nerdy guy. Is Dr. Newton Geisler, and I'm like obsessed with the monsters, and I have sort of theories about how to stop them, and no one will listen to me. And so I eventually say, "Fuck everybody." I can swear.
Oh,
right?
sure.
I say like, "Fuck everybody." I'm taking to the streets to sort of solve this problem on my own. And in this particular movie, a guy with the brains can actually be a bit of a hero too.
Right.
A bit of a quirky guy. Doesn't always have to be the most handsome man in the room.
Or the strongest, or the
strongest,
guy in
or
the suit, and
Guy with the,
skinny tie.
good skin. It's none of that.
Got the skinny tie working for
I got
you?
a skinny tie. Yeah,
Nice.
he wants to be a rock star. Of course, he's sort of a geek, and but he gets his little rock star moment in the movie, which is good.
And who does Idris Elba play?
Idris Elba plays Stacker Pentecost, which is a great name, and he's like, he used to be one of the pilots of these robots, and back when we used to be winning the war, and now we're losing the war, and he's sort of like the last man standing. He's sort of like the general of the army, the guy it's the army is gone. We're more of a resistance. It's like a ragtag group of people coming together to try to save the day.
And does he play a British guy or an American?
He plays a Brit.
Okay.
He does his accent. You're a little. Yeah, I see.
No, I don't mind that.
Jimmy's like,
no, I saw Luther. I actually liked him speaking a British accent.
Yeah.
It just took a little bit of getting used
He
to.
plays Stringer Bell. He plays Stringer Bell.
He lived through the shooting, it turns out, and now he's doing this.
He's like, man, I'm gonna stop these robots, and then I'm gonna fucking clean up Baltimore.
I can't wait to see it. It looks really good. It's
gonna do well.
A lot of action. I like
It's fun,
it.
man.
Yeah.
I guarantee if you enjoy a fun movie, you'll enjoy the movie. Because you know what? It doesn't. It's not so overly serious, which is kind of refreshing in these big sort of action movies. Which Atlantic Rim. I see you giggling over here.
What's going on, Sam?
Because the makers of Sharknado made a movie called Atlantic Rim.
They jumped right on it.
They just took the
How
entire...
fast did they do that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it out yet?
I don't know.
What
But nobody
the
should
heck?
see it because they'll be
course
filled
not.
up with Pacific Rim.
Well, no, it's like
on?
you get your fill of Pacific Rim, and then you get Atlantic Rim right after.
Boy, they really are.
Enough.
They are terrible people over there.
That's horrible.
Human beings.
Yeah, at least they have integrity. That's
I bet
important.
the CGI is really good.
Yeah, man.
Well, whichever one of them gets a sequel, that's the one I'll be calling. I'm feeling Atlantic Rim's going to get the sequel. We shot in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Starring with the father from Home Alone. That would be great. Both of you are in the same
Atlantic Rim
movie.
too?
You'd be like, I used to wait on your table.
That son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
It is amazing how you remember everybody who was nice to you and everybody who was shitty to you
Oh,
coming
yeah.
up. You never forget, man.
Yeah.
The ones who treated you fucking horrible.
No, I'm always nice to someone in a restaurant, and you know they're handling your food.
Yeah.
They
yeah,
can
how
spit on
stupid
it.
could you be? Right?
You know?
Yeah, you want to think it wouldn't happen, but
It happens.
You best,
It happens.
Anybody stiff you?
Oh, yeah.
Any celebrity stiff you?
No, it's usually just like little
regular guys?
little old ladies that would stiff me.
Yeah.
You know, which is like, well, maybe I don't have the money.
Did you ever follow somebody out and go, is there a problem with the service?
Yes.
That's a really cool thing a server will do. They'll go, just basically go, what happened, motherfucker? Where's my money?
Yeah.
And what was their response?
The service was terrible.
They can always pull that out of their head.
Yeah, looking back, they probably had a good point, but it seemed very unjustified at the time.
They actually told you the service was bad. All right, that's fair.
You know what it was? I remember the time they had asked. There was like construction on the street, and they were sitting out on the street. So they'd asked to be sat in this like little table way in this private room, and the inside was like completely other side of the restaurant. So I was running around all day and serving people, and I would have to go into this little back room and check on them. And I guess they felt as though they weren't checked on enough. But that like not only did I move them to like a separate area, and then they didn't tip me. And then I told them not to come back to the restaurant. But I also knew that I was quitting really soon, so I could say something like that.
Yeah. I think the worst thing a waiter can do is not come back and check when you're just sitting there for long. You're doing the head crane thing. Like that's worse than because the food. I mean, any dummy can know like. They're not cooking the stuff. They're bringing it to you. So as long as they're prompt with it. But, man, when you're waiting there and you're like, my fucking drink has been sitting here empty. And you're looking around. You're trying to, like, anybody that walks by, a waiter, you just want to so maybe they'll tell them.
Yeah, let me just say, I was the absolute worst waiter.
Were you terrible?
Just a total airhead.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, you had the chicken? No, oh, you had the fish, right. Let me run back to the kitchen. You know.
You didn't try to be one of those guys that never wrote anything down, were you?
No,
I hate those.
No,
guys.
I would slowly write everything down.
Yeah.
And
I'm not impressed.
Still get it wrong.
Yeah,
Write
stop
it
trying to be
down.
off book.
Right.
Just fucking put my thing.
You're not
write it.
impressing anyone.
Table of 8, and they're just like, "And what'll you have?"
And they nod.
And they're just nodding. I'm like, he's got to fuck this
I think
up.
hidden microphone.
Yeah. Oh,
I
wow.
think hidden microphone.
You think?
It's just a show. Because they give you that nod, like, yeah, I got a super memory. Do you? Then why are you waiting tables?
well, sometimes I think the restaurant wants them to do that, right? Like it's like
Yeah, they don't want to.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. Like, please, by all means, write it down.
Sure.
Yeah, because I'm all stressed out. Like, did he hear what I said? Because I like it if you say it and you see him right, you know, you're like, okay, he got that.
They get it
one.
wrong when they write it down.
I
So
know.
you're like, oh, fuck, they're going to get it wrong.
Bastards.
But whatever. What does this have to do with Pacific Rim?
No, they're just chatting.
No, and this is just interesting thing for people to like sink their teeth into.
Yeah, this is the TMZ stuff.
Did you start filming Always Sunny season 9?
Yeah, we filmed the whole season, and we're editing it together right now.
What kind of topics you guys hitting on this year?
We got a bunch of good ones. A personal favorite of mine is we're all sitting around in the bar in one episode, and we're realizing that all these other bars have won all these awards, and that we've been around a really long time and not won any awards, which is sort of a wink-wink to the show.
Yeah,
right.
And we go to other bars to figure out what they do. Some are like really bright and loud with the loud colors and ring a bell, tell people when to drink, i.e. laugh. Others are like dark and moody, and there's a lot of like sex, but it's like period costume sex, so it's not like
right on, man.
and then we try to adopt their techniques to our bar for like this showcase, and of course we screw it all up, and we realize that we're probably to blame. And then let's see, we got one that was written by the guys who write Game of Thrones.
Oh, wow.
Which was a weird sort of thing where they were just huge fans of the show, and they wanted to write an episode for us. And we're like, well, keep the dragons out of it. And,
how odd is that?
You should have kept the dragons in. What the hell?
I know. We don't have a big budget over there at FX.
Yeah.
So
wait, why haven't you guys won any awards? That sounds crazy. What do you think it is?
I mean, I don't know. It's a good question. I think
ridiculous.
We've always just sort of been a little under that radar. It's also, I don't know. It's a very sort of young kind of college-y show, and that's not necessarily usually what wins awards.
It's well written.
I think so.
It's well written.
I think
hilarious.
It's crazy. But what are you gonna do, man?
How do you manage to stay like underground-ish for 9 years?
For 9
on television?
years.
I know. By that point, there should be lunch boxes and all kinds of other stuff, out there.
I don't know. No, we're not usually in those like comedy issues of like GQ or Variety.
Yeah.
It's like, but in a way,
that's kind of cool.
I think the audience likes that.
Yeah.
I think they don't feel
you
like it's
sold out, man.
Like for better or worse, we've retained our street cred.
Right.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Are you on Twitter?
I'm not on Twitter.
Yeah,
no. I was on it for a little bit. I'm like, I can't. It's taking over my life. It's like people are being able to write me directly.
Right. We talk about that all the time.
It's insane.
Like in the old days, you didn't have immediate access to Burt Lancaster.
I know.
You had to go through like 50 people, and he probably wouldn't even see it.
You can't take it.
What's surprising was how much sort of anti-Semitic stuff I got. Like, you damn Jews, stupid Jews taking over Hollywood, and like I was
joking.
I'm Irish, and I'm Irish Catholic. I'm not even like I'm Italian Irish Catholic. I was like, you're as bigoted as you are misinformed.
It is funny how dumb people are. They're fucking morons.
There's a lot of angry people out there.
Aside from Twitter, then, are there any internet outlets you go to that people bash you or stuff, and how do you deal with it?
I just sort of ignore anything like that. What's actually more weird and what I sort of had to get away from was how much like people love you.
Oh yeah,
'cause
yeah,
that's
yeah,
weird
yeah,
too.
that's weird
you know,
too,
like
right.
that can get to your head, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm the greatest person alive" because
Yeah, I've got
people
one of
are
those.
tweeting it to me. And, like, you know, or like a lot of like, I like,
suck.
will you marry me and have my baby? And then you're like, well, no, I'm married and I have another baby, so like,
So I
you
can't
know,
do that.
yeah, but
you can jerk me off in the car.
but you have a really cute picture, and I don't want her thinking about it. So, wait, what is this story?
Oh no, I'm just saying like that's an option. If you don't want to marry the girl because you're already married, you can just let her jerk you off.
I don't know that is an option.
Jim has-
I don't think that's.
Jim has a whole nother.
I don't think that's in the bylaw. Not in the
This
bylaw.
might be why you're single. This is why you're having a lady problem.
I am truly not a catch.
Charlie really has to go.
Yes.
They give us a
Are
few
we
extra
getting out of
minutes.
here? We're just getting
No,
warmed up.
it's your side, man.
It's your damn people, man.
It's not us.
And they're ruthless.
You're busy.
Ruthless.
You're
Yeah, I
a
gotta go
busy
try
guy.
to sell this movie all over town. I
Yeah.
want people
Charlie,
to see it.
Pacific Rim tonight at 7 p.m. or just tomorrow whenever you want to see it, and it is an IMAX, which is exactly how I'm going to see it here in New York.
Yeah,
And we're
yeah.
fans of you, and we've been trying to get you on for a long time. So I'm
Nobody
glad-
told me this.
I'm glad it finally happened. I figured.
Well, I'm happy to be here, guys.
So
Yeah.
please
It's
come
been
back
fun.
and see us. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Very
Be
cool.
right back with
A very funny Charlie
James
Day.
Cromwell.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show continues.
We're back. Oh, I can see you.
Oh yes,
James Cromwell in studio.
Cromwell.
We are actually on.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
we're having a crazy day.
How are you?
A very
I'm well,
busy
thank
day.
Great. You look great. Look at you.
Thanks. Old.
No,
Not
at all.
You're aging
great,
well, sir.
Fabulous.
Like a fine
You've
wine.
aged quite well, sir.
Thanks.
You look
Absolutely.
fine, sir.
Feeling pretty good.
Well, you play in the movie. I saw the movie, Still Mine, and you play a guy who's like 87 years old.
Yeah.
Which is was it weird to start playing roles where you have to like tack that age onto it? Like, oof.
No, the man I played built his own house. Not only did he build the house, he felled the logs, milled them himself, no help. Poured the foundation, framed it, roofed it, plumbed it. I was in the house. So if that's an 87-year-old man, I don't have to play. I don't have to put it. No makeup. I couldn't do it physically, so I thought, well, that's fine. Doesn't matter how I look.
Wait, he did all that at 87?
At 87. He was 90 when he finished.
Wow. And when did he die?
He died actually directly after we did the film, but he lived in the house for a couple of years with his wife, which is why he built the house.
Sure.
She had the beginnings of Alzheimer's, and the choice was either she goes into an institution against her will, very unhappily, and their entire life is just blown to pieces, or he builds this house to give her as easy a transition into whatever that dark night of dementia is.
Right.
But at least she got to be in a place that she loved and with somebody who took care of her. So it was very, very dear. And he ran afoul of the building commission in the province because he did not have architectural plans. He didn't get his lumber stamped. He didn't have the permits to do it.
It was enraging, by the way. Watching this and
Where
watching
did
him
this
deal
take
in
place?
Canada.
In Canada.
Watching him deal with this bureaucracy.
It's a real story.
Yeah, sure.
It happened in New Brunswick. We didn't shoot it in New Brunswick except for the last part of the film. And they would have bulldozed the house, except it got in the local paper. Then the provincial paper picked it up. Then it got to the national paper, and the Premier of Canada saw it, and he said, "You're going to bulldoze a house built by a 90-year-old man for his wife who has dementia? Are you out of your bloody minds?"
Well, when you put it like that, yeah.
Oh, golly gee. Stupid. You're right.
But it shows you how inhuman the organizations are. Like watching you deal with he goes into get a permit, and you realize this is a guy in his 80s who's just lived life on this land, and I have to start dealing with this shit bureaucracy.
Yeah.
It made my stomach tight watching it.
Yeah, the regulations. One of the reasons I like the film, it's not black and white. The guy is not wrong. They put those regulations in place because there are unscrupulous builders who cut corners and build substandard houses, which they sell to unsuspecting people. And that's why you have regulations. But the problem with authority, as we now know in this country, is that once authority has some power, they want more power. And then they don't look at individual cases, and they don't care whether you're capable. They don't care whether it's a unique circumstance. They just want to impose the rule because they can't see anything past the rule.
Right.
And you wind up with Mr. Snowden, who I very much support.
Oh, you like him? Yeah.
I do, very much.
I'm up in the air on him. I like WikiLeaks. Like, I really like what they do, and a part of me is like, well, did they put people in danger at all, or was like, I'm kind of in the middle, but I don't hate Snowden. I kind of
there's people that want him executed for treason. Sure. And then there are people that think he did a great thing. Yeah.
Is he still in that airport?
Yeah, still in the airport.
He's got to be getting sick of the food.
Sure. Well, look at Julian Assange and the embassy in London. He's been cooped up there for a year. No, the thing that somebody said, one wonderful person said, the government is no longer afraid of Snowden or Julian Assange or Bradley Manning. The damage has already been done. And as to putting people in danger, everything that they released is vetted by The Guardian or the New York Times or the papers. And no lawyer at a newspaper is going to say, you can't print.
Right.
So they take out all the things that would actually endanger national security, and they're telling the American people the truth, which is what the Obama administration is afraid of. Not those guys, but that somebody else in the government might say, oh, Snowden was right. This sucks. This is illegal. This is unconstitutional. This is unjust, and I'm going to expose it. That's the people that they want to frighten and misinform the American public so that we don't know what's happening until we wind up one day and we have turnkey totalitarianism and the deal is done.
Yeah.
And it can happen just like that.
They don't want a breach in the dam at this point.
Exactly.
So, they look at these guys like, well, it will give people ideas, and if enough people do it, it undermines their power. Yeah.
We're not talking about the film now, but
no.
Do you think, because Obama, again, he's another guy I'm up in the air. Like, I kind of like him personally. He's more liberal than I am, but I kind of like him. But a lot of people who support him are very disappointed because they feel like he wasn't transparent like he said he would be, and that he wasn't who he presented himself as.
Actually, every promise that he's made, he broke. So I don't know why people wouldn't be. Just have to look at Guantanamo. I know he's facing a Congress that is not supporting him, but in terms of none of these banks, none of those people went to jail for what they did, and we went in the hole, and the person who got us in the war for no reason at all, in fact, a lie, he lied to the President of the United States, the other one, Shrub, lied to the American people in front of Congress, and today he's on the New York Times flanked by two guys getting their citizenship in uniform. So why is George Bush on the front page of the New York Times? He has a very good publicist. If I had that publicist, I would be on the front.
Not only that, but people, very short memories.
Yeah.
In this country, very short memories. Something can happen, and then everyone's all outraged about it, and then after a little while it goes by, it's like, hey, look, I'm back. Can I? We see it in New York State alone with Weiner and Spitzer. It's like, and not that I think any of it is this outrageous bad things that they did.
No,
but it's just the fact that it's like, well, Spitzer more so than Weiner. Spitzer, he broke the law. He was going after people that were doing the same thing he was doing, going into and getting prostitutes. For money.
Yeah.
But Anthony Weiner's just some guy that decided, hey, here's my Facebook and Twitter and
say it. Here's my dick.
And what do they call those photographs that people take now of themselves?
Selfies.
Yes,
selfie.
He did the wrong selfie.
Oh, he certainly did.
Believe me, I understand those. Every photo of me has my feet in it. But Spitzer was kind of being like he was a total hypocrite, like because he was targeting people for what he was doing. But Weiner's just sending out pictures. Like, who cares?
I know he's going to come back though because he was quite a worthwhile congressman, right?
He'll come back, and
they both will come back.
I don't think Spitzer.
You don't think so?
People aren't as sympathetic to him because
I saw somebody on the street when I came out of the subway collecting signatures.
Oh yeah.
Oh really? Yeah.
because I guess he has to come up with enough signatures to make it on the ballot, right?
Yeah, I think he will anyway. You know,
probably.
It doesn't matter. Back to the movie.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
James is like,
how did this gentleman get the knowledge to do all the plumbing and milling and cement work? Oh, just living long enough to learn it?
We don't realize that in New York, although there are New Yorkers who do this. But in the rest of the country, people, especially in the middle of the country, they live on a farm. You don't call a plumber
right
from Topeka to come out to your little town. You learn how to fix the plumbing. You know what to do with, you wire the barn up. You roof your own house. You know how to frame it. You get a neighbor who, has shingles. So people are very self-reliant. He's an ordinary man who does extraordinary things because he's principled. He's determined. And there's really no style.
Yeah, what was his back?
I like that raise.
I want to raise my hand.
Raise his hand. Yes, sir.
I didn't want to interrupt. What was his background?
He's a I think I've thought about this the other day. I know he's not a farmer.
Right.
I think basically he was a landowner. He owned 2,000 acres, and he probably in Canada milled logs and sold because he has his own mill. Which he was very capable of running. So I imagine he was, what do they call it? Lumber person, lumberyard.
And without being, not to that extent or anything, but are you yourself handy with things like that around the house?
A friend of mine came to the screening last night who's actually a contractor, and I asked him, and I said, how did I handle the tools? He said, the tools were okay, but you didn't frame the windows. No, that house would not have stood. Actually, the builder who built the house was incredible. He built, one guy built that entire house. It's not totally completed, but while we were shooting the film, it went from nothing.
It had to be
to a
built.
house.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I thought, I'm my hat's off. My father and I built a shed when we finished. My father was very punctilious, but because of me, the whole thing, every angle, wasn't a 90-degree angle in the entire thing.
It's like a big box, big square.
It was but it wasn't square.
No, not square. A little,
I'm so dumb.
Somebody had stepped on it.
Little off. Yeah. Oh, that's great.
He said 90-degree angle, and I'm thinking triangle. I truly am a high school dropout.
That's great.
God, am I a fool?
That's why you're in radio.
A triangle can have a 90-degree angle in it, though.
No, I know, but I'm...
Yes, you can.
Oh, good. None of us know what we're talking about. Surprised you put a roof on the house. It's like amazing. I can't even look at your IMDb. There's too many amazing things in it. Like there's just too many impressive things in the resume. But it started the Rockford Files in '74. Why is this 1955 Daddy Longlegs? What did you do in that? Or is that
no? IMDb, like WikiLeaks. Once it gets on there, you ask them over and over again. Please take that out. There's evidently some guy in '55. Named James Cromwell before I was a member of the union, and they seem to have forgotten I'm glad when I came in, so I'm not Robert Cromwell or something, and he did it, and I can't get it off.
Oh, so you also weren't in an episode of Manimal?
No, I was not.
Remember Manimal and Super Train?
Sometimes it's hard for me to remember what I did, but I would have remembered.
You'd have remembered that one,
I think. Funny thinking the wrong James Cromwell? Were you on the family? No. I loved you in Angels in America. It wasn't me. Oh, shit.
Some people think that I'm in Patriot games.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's Jimmy Rephorn or Donald...
Pleasance?
No, what's his
Sutherland?
name? No.
Sutherland, yeah.
I've forgotten his name, and I did a play with
Duck?
him. But Donald Duck. Trump. But, it must be really. I think about Jimmy Rephorn. That unfortunately people. Oh, weren't you in Babe?
Oh no.
Well, you were in LA Confidential. No, I'm sorry.
Well, you guys have the physical resemblance.
Yeah. I don't think so, but he was in the game. If you remember the game, he's a wonderful actor, and it must be like a knife in his back every time. Oh, somebody else.
How many episodes of All in the Family were you actually in?
Luckily, only 3.
Only 3?
Yeah.
Why do you say luckily only 3?
I was hired because Carol O'Connor quit the show because he wanted his name above the title. And Norman Lear said, what do I say to Jean Staple? And she's as much a part of the show, and that would be unfair to her. So I was hired, my character was hired to actually kill off Archie. Wow. And when we were rehearsing the show where he was going to die, when Carol settled. If I had stayed on that show, which was their plan, I would have always been known to all of you as Stretch Cunningham, sort of like Henry Winkler.
That's true.
And even Carol, who was a magnificent actor, because of Archie, when he tried to go back on the stage, everybody just saw,
Archie Bunker.
it's Archie Bunker. They couldn't see the man anymore.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I really owe my career to Carol for saying he's better off where he is, which is what he said to me. You're better off where you are.
Wow. Were you conscious of that then?
No.
So you would have just taken the gig.
I wanted the gig, man. I wanted the gig. It was a great gig.
Oh, man.
I mean, I had gone on to do other things, but that one, I thought, wow, I really got that guy. And, it was very popular. And, cabbies, you'd walk in New York and they'd roll down their windows. Hey, Stretch, how you doing?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But it has a downside. Success, the wrong kind, has a downside.
Yeah.
And you pay for it dearly.
Wow. And most people would have thought you were in more episodes than that because
the name was mentioned so many times.
Yes, the name was
there was
mentioned.
one other one. The name was mentioned a lot. And then Carol, in order to make sure that I did not come back, killed me, buried me. I turned out to be Jewish, and he spoke at the funeral service.
That's right.
And I think he leaned out and said, not coming back. That's it for you.
That's right. He didn't know you were Jewish.
That's right.
The character was Jewish. And
right.
that was a funny episode. I do remember that.
Did he not like you? Or?
No. I was very fond of him, and he of me. It's just that he knew what the cost was.
Wow.
He knew more than I did. He was savvier, smarter.
It's almost depressing to watch All in the Family now, or such great, socially addressing comedy that address social issues in real language and in real ways.
Yeah.
And now it's just such.
They barely touch it.
They barely
It's
touch
ridiculous.
it. And when they do, it's emasculated and sanitized. Like they don't show you anything honest anymore.
Now that's interesting. But cable, I did a show, American Horror Story. What do you think about?
Oh,
American Horror Story?
yeah.
I have not seen it. Cable's different than the network.
Cable is very much different. They
Yes.
can't do it on the network, but cable is picking up, and they're doing.
You don't even know how.
Jimmy should have added
networks
it is
can
finally getting better.
Oh yeah, and on
But
cable
there
is
was
definitely
a long stretch there where it was ridiculous.
Yeah, they didn't learn from what was so successful and great.
Right.
They just started to water down.
No, the next echelon of Harvard graduate executives that come in who know nothing about television, they have to make the same mistakes all over again.
All over again.
So
Yeah,
they bring
yeah.
the same crap back.
Yep.
And it's not run by creative people anymore.
When you see where the viewers are going, and they're going to places like FX and
HBO,
A&E, and HBO, things like that. You wonder why the networks are still adhering to this weird morality. It's almost like a moral thing. Like we don't want to go past a certain point with language or certain content because they don't want to offend people. But it's not just offending people. And offending people isn't that wrong in context, If you're really putting a message out there or doing something very well, what's the problem if some people get offended?
There's a problem because your sponsor has a corporate position that should they offend a segment of the society and that segment decide to boycott your product, your sponsor is really pissed off.
That's what we saw. Rod Serling.
That's correct.
Rod Serling did an interview and touched on that subject for a good 10 minutes. It was brilliant, and you could play it right now, and it's absolutely relevant.
What did he say in general?
It was that the sponsors are running the show, and he's came up with some storylines that he had to change because you can't sell that soap if people are angry at what you're putting out there.
But cable has sponsors too, though. I think
the people who subscribe are the sponsors, and now people want the best television. They want to be informed. They want to be pushed. They want the envelope expanded.
Yeah.
It's corporate people that want it because they want a particular audience. They want women from 20 to 25 with a certain amount of income who live in a certain place to buy this particular product. So the last thing they want to say is somebody coming on, to have something that is, well, of course, it wouldn't be chauvinist, but on the other hand, it wouldn't be about women's liberation either.
Right.
Or it wouldn't be about abortion, or it wouldn't be about the glass ceiling, or so
anything that might chase away that demo is,
right,
not going to be on there. Well, and it really cuts down. It's so good that there are outlets now for the artistic end of it instead of just the financial end of it.
It's very good for us.
Yeah, no shit.
Makes some sort of wonderful programming, and it's great to be on. I mean, I've done. I really like what happened with American Horror Story. But 6 Feet Under was a very, very special show, and to have been part of that, I'm very proud of it.
Would you go back to any series-driven television?
Well, I'm actually doing a show for ABC. Funny, we were talking about.
Oh, Jesus!
no! Don't tell them.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Cromwell.
Burn the tape. Burn the tape. Sold out.
Surprised you didn't run away when we brought that question.
Is it a comedy or a drama?
It's a drama.
Okay, all right, cool.
Okay.
At least have some.
And it's a series. It's called Betrayal, and it's been on Dutch television for the past 3 years. So it's their most successful show, and the producer said, it's a Lear story, and since I'm very interested in Lear, I'm doing a production of Lear, any chance I get to take even a contemporary version of it, I wanted to do. And now I get all the attendant problems of being on a network.
Right.
I don't have a script for the show. We start shooting on the 17th because I know the writer had to submit it to ABC, and it's going around from one executive's office to another executive's office.
Standards and practices.
And all the things. And of course, it's rushed because they don't want to put the money into extending the shooting days to make a better product. They want to as quickly as possible. So you have fewer takes. There's a lot of strain on everybody, but it gets done, and hopefully it'll be we'll do our best.
Do you leave sometimes going damn it? Do you get? I mean, it seems like it's not an easy gig, but it's like it's not roofing or something like that. But do you leave just upset?
I've never done roofing professionally, and I'm sure it's hard. But I want to tell you, to be on a television series, this is no walk in the park. Especially for people who have the leads, the length of the hours, the intensity of it's not as easy as it looks to stand in front of a camera and actually do something. There's a lot of concentration, physical effort that goes into it. You do that for 12 hours, 14 hours, and you do it the next day for 14 hours. It's sort of like riding the Tour de France. It's
I obviously didn't mean to make it sound like it was easy. I meant like getting angry at the things that you had brought up with the script and that.
Well, that happens. That even happens it happens the same thing on features. No matter how much time you have, and then it gets, if you throw money, you're making a $250 million film. They have time. It takes forever to do half a page. It takes 3 days.
Yeah.
And there are hundreds. I did Longest Yard, and the caterer said to me, guess how many people we have for lunch? 425 people for lunch. We're not talking about a $125 million film. That's 400 people. So 400 people putting their creative and try to make this thing. There's bound to be frustration. There's bound, somebody's out. It's not listen, my personal opinion is actors show up all the time. You don't see a bad performance. You don't go to a movie and the guy goes, holy man, what the hell was he doing? We always show up, and we always show up on time. But there are so many pressures to get this thing right. It's like a battleship.
It is amazing to watch because the length of time it takes to do one take of something just to get one scene. I've always been stunned at how long it takes. Hours and hours and hours for one quick.
That's it.
Well, when we recently filmed with Chris Rock.
Oh, well.
We filmed for 40 minutes, James, and we know we're going to be on screen for maybe 2 seconds.
40 minutes we sat here.
If we're lucky, we'll be on screen for 2 seconds.
We had no scripts either. It was just like a real interview that's being incorporated.
It was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, Chris is great.
But
he's quick, man.
Yeah. But we're sitting here going 40 minutes, and none of it is going to be used. It's part of a montage. We know we're part of a montage, right?
How often
it was exciting, though.
When you tell people you're in a movie, and I've heard actors say that, and they get cut, and then the company doesn't tell them they're cut, and you show up
and you go to the opening.
And you're not in it.
I've had that happen.
Have you really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did a film called Pennies from Heaven, and I thought they can't cut this scene. I'm there. I forced the bad guy to jump out the window and commit suicide. I can't cut that scene. No.
They cut
I was wrong. They cut the
They
scene.
figured out a
They
workaround.
figured out a way to get him. I don't know.
Wait, did I just tell your story?
Yes.
Maybe you're the guy I heard it from.
Listen, any actor who sits in the seat has that story.
Well, I've never had it happen because I don't get it through the audition, so I never get the part.
They actually have to be in it first
Yes.
for them to cut it. So
yeah, that's the beauty of me. Never a heartbreak. You're tremendous. I saw Angels in America for the first time recently, and I just watched people when they're just talking. And there's scenes where Pacino is telling you, like, oh, God, tell me that Roy Cohn's a homosexual. And there's that whole thing with you. And I'm like, it's so fucking natural looking. These two guys just talking, having a conversation. That is so hard to do. It's so hard to do.
That's a story. If you got time for the story, I misinterpreted that scene really badly. I thought he was a big Park Avenue doctor, and he was going to let Mr. Cohen know that in no uncertain terms what was wrong with him and what he had to do, which was completely wrong. So when we rehearsed the scene, Mike Nichols said to me, listen, we're going to shoot Al's way first because he's got all this business. He had to get dressed, fully dressed, from his underwear, 3-piece suit, tie, overcoat, hat, gloves, cigar, cut the cigar, light the cigar. So we shot for a whole day Al's way. Al never made a mistake. And he could go back after a long take and say, I want to go back to this part right here. I missed this.
Wow.
And never missed the piece of business, which was called matching. Then the second day we came my way, and I had eaten the wrong thing for lunch, and my mouth was so dry I could not talk. And I got so nervous I couldn't actually write. I was supposed to write on the thing, but my hand shook so badly. And when we stood off stage waiting to come on for the beginning of the take, Al would reach over and pat me on the shoulder to say, it's okay, Jamie, you're going to make it through the scene. And I thought at any moment, Mike Nichols is going to come around and say, I'm really sorry, Jamie, this didn't work out. And he never said anything. And at the end, I walked past him and he went, great, Jamie, thank you very much. I thought, I'm going to be on the floor. That scene he'll never come around to my side. About 6 months later, Mike calls me up and says, there's going to be a screening at CAA. And I want to tell you, we're using your scene to promote the film.
Wow.
When I see the scene, what happened was all my nervousness and all my discomfort read as a doctor, intimidated by the most powerful man in the United States, scared shitless of what was going to happen to him. Roy Cohen saying, you say I have AIDS and I will ruin your life. I will ruin your family. I will ruin. And that's really what happened. So no talent, nothing, just a fluke. I did the scene correctly.
You were trying to play it tough, because there's a moment there where Roy is saying to you, say I'm a homosexual, and then you're like, whatever the hell you want to call it. There's a moment where you kind of get some balls. It feels like, was that just you relaxing in a second?
Before he snips them.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
That's now I got to see it again.
See it again.
I'll see it and be like,
it's one of the most brilliant. I think that's just an absolutely magnificent piece of work from Kushner's script, because he's the best writer in America as far as I'm concerned. And Mike's work was never better. And Al and Meryl, what Meryl does.
Oh, right. It's 2 roles, right?
3.
Oh, 3.
She plays a rabbi, and I looked at the rabbi. I didn't see her at all. I said, where did they get an old rabbi who can handle dialogue like this? That's amazing. And it turned out to be Meryl. It was just incredible.
They're telling us you have to go.
Yeah,
unfortunately, we have to promote the film.
Yes, the film. Please, I beg you.
It's really great, and I loved it. It was brilliantly acted, and it made me very angry at parts of it, because just watching this guy have to deal with these jizzbag
the bureaucracy of it
bureaucrats was enraging to watch.
But it's it's a love story. It's a love story about 2 elderly people who love each other.
And it was but it was great.
Love
and she was great.
Yeah, Genevieve Bourgeois is magnificent.
And you had good cheeks. James does a nude scene where he walks into the scene. I was pretty impressed.
Don't give away the best.
I freeze framed it. I was like, not bad. It's tomorrow. It's in theaters tomorrow, and it's called Still Mine. And I really, really loved it. It was brilliantly acted, and just great, man.
Yeah, James
great
is
actor.
just amazing.
A lot of fun on the radio.
Thanks so much for
James
coming
Cromwell,
in.
My pleasure.
Great
back and see
meeting
us.
you.
Yeah.
And are we done?
Yeah,
I think we're done.
Yeah. What the hell? Let's get out of here.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Watch out now.
The Opie and Anthony Show continues. Sort of. After O&A Live with Sam Roberts is next. This is After Opie and Anthony Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
Oh my God, what a star-studded show. Now it's After Opie and Anthony Live. And listen to this. I'm Sam Roberts, you know that by now. We had David Spade in here. Charlie Day, from Always Sunny, of course, was in here. James Cromwell after him. And now we move straight to possibly the biggest celebrity of them all. I hope he brought his A game. Ladies and gentlemen, on the phone, Joe DeRosa. What's up, buddy?
Hi, Sam.
Did you bring your A game? Did you realize the celebrities that you're following?
I did not.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No.
I'm comfortable.
Well, how do you think it makes me feel? How do you think it makes me feel? They're like, oh yeah, O&A's got all these people. What's going on in the after show? Well, Joe, the guy that usually comes into studio with O&A, is calling Sam.
Listen, I would be there in person if I was in New York right now. I would be there. I'd be sitting with my sweet-faced Sam.
Yeah.
Staring at you across that console like a couple of nice guys that we are.
Just dreaming about each other and the things that could happen.
Yeah, like in a friendship kind of way.
Or whatever. Or it doesn't, whatever.
I'm a huge Charlie Day fan. He was there today?
Yeah, he was great. He was promoting Pacific Rim, the action movie that he's doing.
I know. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is one of the few things, like few TV shows or whatever entertainment things left out there where if I met anybody from the show, I would still be like starstruck by it.
Yeah, well, that's it. And it's funny, too, because none of those guys on that show, obviously except for DeVito, have gone on to be giant stars outside of the show at all.
No, they seem like normal dudes. Like, they seem like you would get, like, complete... I think they would be like they are in the show. Like,
yeah. You go up to Charlie Day like, I don't understand why you're not shouting right now. I don't know. Why aren't you yelling?
Yeah, it's funny, like seeing Charlie in interviews off of the show. It's like when The Rock appears as Dwayne Johnson on something. You're like, what are you doing? Like, stop it! Start screaming at people.
He's being like a nice guy, and he's laughing at Diane Sawyer's joke or something. And you're like, what? You should throw a T-shirt over her head and put her finger in her nose or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, talk about how she wants your dick, but do it with like pastries.
We get each other, Sam. That's
We do.
what I always liked about you. We get each other. How's it been, buddy?
I've been good. You know, I've been doing the show, talking to people. I've been here and there, uploading stuff on YouTube and podcasting. I've been all over the place, doing my thing, you know?
Oh, well, that's great, Sam.
How about you, Joe? What do you have going on?
Well, Sam, I'm down here in Philly at the old Helium Comedy Club.
You know, I think Mick Foley was there not too long ago.
He was, I believe.
I think
he was,
so.
I believe. And I'm trying to just do a little press, Sam. Press to promote the gig.
And you figured the number one stop that you have to make on your press tour is after Opie and Anthony Live with Sam Roberts.
I love calling into the show, and I love doing the show. In fact, I told Roland if he's going to have me come into the O&A soon. I was like, dude, tell Sam I want to hang around for his show, too. It's been too long since I've done it.
Well, we'll see what the schedule's like that day. I can't make any promises, but hopefully we'll be able to squeeze you in. So you're at the Helium, you're Helium in Philly all weekend?
Yeah, I'm here all weekend, and there wasn't a ton of radio to do down here in Philly, so...
That must suck for comedians, because like radio where you can go on the air and actually talk for more than 45 seconds is just becoming extinct outside of Sirius XM.
Yeah, there's only like 3 shows down here. There's like I did an AM talk like radio thing today, which is popular in Philly, called 1210 AM, and then there's Preston and Steve on WMMR, and then there's John DeBella on like some other one of the W's.
Will Preston and Steve have you on?
They apparently would not.
But you've done Preston and Steve before.
I have done it before, and for some reason, Sam.
Yeah. Yeah, they won't.
They would not have me back on.
Now, why would a radio show not let Joe DeRosa on? I don't understand, especially if they've had a good time with you before. I hope it's not a slight on you.
Sam, I don't understand why a show in Philadelphia that seemed to like me quite a bit,
right,
and who I seem to have a good rapport with, would stop having me on, coincidentally, after the last time I was on and sang the praises of one Opie and one Anthony. I don't know if those two things are connected.
If I could give any advice to any comedian that comes on the show, and I know I'm not one to give advice, I would say any radio show you do, just in case, never mention liking Opie and Anthony, because this show has nothing but enemies out there. Nothing but enemies.
I will tell you something. I will always mention loving Opie and Anthony. And I say this with no intention to kiss ass or blow smoke or anything. Dude, people come out to see me because of that show and because of all of you guys over there. And it's like, so, you know, I always talk about, like, the difference it's made in my life. And I always say in a very complimentary fashion to radio shows that I find fun to go on outside of New York, I'll say, like, hey, man, like, it's hard to find terrestrial radio shows that function like this. This is really fun. I do Opie and Anthony a lot in New York, and that's really done a lot for me in my career. And, you know, it's fun when you can find a terrestrial show like this where you can actually just talk and hang out and have fun like that, because that's what we do when I go on there and whatever. And I don't know, Sam. Perhaps there is some sort of
yeah, a little rivalry going on. Don't be afraid when you're going show to show and you're talking about, you know, I love doing Opie and Anthony. Don't be afraid to mention Sam Roberts either. Don't, you know, throw it in there.
I mention you every time.
You do.
You know what? The really great shows across the country will respond very positively to that. Like, you know, Dudley and Bob in Austin, Texas, they're great guys, and they're always like, man, tell those guys we said hey, and tell them how much we love them. And I, in fact, was on their show one day, and all they wanted to talk about was how, like O&A had gotten in trouble that week for something. I can't remember what it was.
But what you do is you go like, yeah, I spent a lot of time in New York. I love talking to Sam Roberts and also Opie and Anthony, something like that.
I actually, what I say is I'll say S-O-N-A.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the new thing. Yeah.
I'm the only one that says it as far as I know.
Yeah, that's, I mean, it's really, really new. Let me ask you, Joe. Have you been developing a thicker internet skin lately?
A thicker what?
Internet skin. You were having some trouble, and it affected the staff of the show. We haven't brought it up on the air, and I was going to wait till next time you're in studio so we could really spend some time with it. But I want to briefly mention that you got into a behind-the-scenes fight with Erock because Fred from Brooklyn made a joke about you, and Erock laughed at him via the internet. And then you called Erock, and you were like, what the fuck, bro? That's not cool. It really... You got Joe, and you know I like you, but you got what I would describe as butthurt over it for a short period of time. Everything's better now, but...
I did that day. I can fully explain what happened. In fact, I just made great amends with Fred from Brooklyn, and
no good.
We hung out for many hours the other night. I'm really serious. That really happened.
You finally had to sit down with Fred from Brooklyn that you'll need to get your career back on the right path.
We hung out at I was at an aunt's house, and I hung out with Fred from Brooklyn for a while. He came right up to me, and he was like, Joe, Fred from Brooklyn. He goes, dude, I was just kidding, man. I'm sorry. And I was like, and I was like, dude. And I've actually expressed this to Erock. We emailed like a couple weeks after we talked. Erock emailed me and was like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
Erock emailed you? What a pussy.
Erock emailed me. Well, I called him. We made up on the phone that day. It wasn't like I called him like, fuck you, Erock.
Yeah, but when you called him,
right,
he had you on speakerphone. Everybody in the office was listening.
I'm sure. I mean,
you know, we were all goofing. I think somebody was playing Janis Joplin's "Crybaby" while you were talking. You know.
Thank you for, God forbid there's ever a sincere moment between two people.
No, there shouldn't be. Between men? No. This is not the place for that.
No, I know. Look, this is what happened, and this is what I told Fred from Brooklyn, and I expressed this to Erock, too, when we emailed afterwards. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I way overreacted. I was on the road at that point for like 3 weeks. I was on a southeastern tour where I was going all the way in through the Southwest. So I started in Atlanta, and I went all the way out to Austin for a month straight, and I was driving myself gig to gig. And it was just like literally do the show, go to bed, get up the next morning, drive to the next city. So that was like stressful enough. And then, is that the Janis Joplin song?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, Joe. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened. The mechanics are going very strange here.
It's just weird how it happens.
Yeah. But go on with your story.
The point is that I was stressed and
shut up. Oh, Jesus, that's Roland. That's Roland. That son of a bitch.
And you have a bad morning. You wake up, you're somewhere in the middle, like Mississippi. You know, you didn't sell enough tickets the night before. Whatever it is, and you're stressed, and you see the wrong thing online, and you flip out. And it was just like dumb. It was just a bad moment.
It was.
Right, yeah. I get it.
I'm only kidding, Joe. I'm only kidding.
I know you are. It's hard for me to hear you when it's playing. That's no reason I'm being quiet.
Oh, no, yeah, let Janice sing. Let her sing.
Yeah,
I'm just
let her
kidding.
sing.
I'm just kidding. No,
Now,
Janice, you have no place here.
When you say this affected the staff,
Yes.
how much did it affect the staff?
Well, we all laughed a lot.
Right.
We all get a kick. I mean, you have to imagine that, like, when there's on-air drama, the people, like, we all eat it up. Like, I go in and I just start stirring the shit, and everybody, whether people around here admit it or not, like, everybody thinks I'm this big shit stirrer, but every single person who works for this show is somewhere in the direct vicinity, and they're saying things into my ears, and they're all just clamoring. Every single person here loves it when people are fighting or arguing.
I love you, Joe Nami.
Roland is the worst of it all. So, I mean, you can imagine when it happens off the air, it's even better, because you're like, holy shit, this is like real. And so, I mean, we just all had a great time with it.
But I didn't call in my slight defense, because I know I overreacted the whole thing. I didn't call Erock like "fuck you, man."
No,
I called him and I was just like, "David, I'm just calling you so we don't have to discuss this on Twitter where everybody can see it."
You called him because you weren't mad, you were hurt, and that's okay.
I got a little hurt that day.
You were hurt.
How many disputes as I had with O&A staff members? Troy and I had our drama. Now we're cool again. Erock and I had some drama. Now we're cool again. I don't want it to happen ever again with anybody.
I can't wait.
Ever want it to happen.
I can't wait till the next time you're in here, because I'm sure you'll have some kind of dispute with somebody.
I don't want to do that. I have no interest in it.
Well, listen, I want everybody to go out to the Helium Comedy Club this weekend. Joe DeRosa, a very funny comedian, and he will be performing all weekend at Helium. What's your Twitter address?
Joe DeRosa Comedy.
All right, so Joe DeRosa Comedy on Twitter, Helium Comedy Club. Joe, I hope only for the best for you, and I appreciate you calling in to the After Opie and Anthony live show.
No, thanks for having me on, buddy. I really appreciate the push, and I'll see you guys very soon.
All right, check him out at Helium. Thank you very much, Joe DeRosa.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
All right. Talk to you later. He is funny on stage. Everybody's got to go check him out at Helium. The guests continue because my pal, while we were on the phone with Joe DeRosa, my pal from the World Wrestling Entertainment Company, Josh Matthews, walked in here. How's it going, buddy?
Hi, how are you?
You have any idea what you walked in on?
A list of celebrities I see that I'm joining on this beautiful Thursday morning.
Well, yeah, I didn't get to talk to most of them. I said hello to them.
Yeah.
You know,
I like how you're trying to... You really do just stir everything up, don't you?
No, I get to the bottom of things.
You do it in your personal life, you do it on the radio, you do it to me on Facebook, you do it on Twitter.
I'm a person who likes truth.
Oh.
And I want to get to the bottom of things.
You like causing chaos and controversy.
No, that's not true, Josh. I like to figure out exactly what the problem is, because you can't solve a problem until everybody's being honest about what their problems are. And you got guys like Joe DeRosa and Erock who obviously have huge problems with each other, and they just won't admit it. So sometimes you need a little prodding, you know?
A lot of people have a problem with you.
Nobody has who has a problem with me? And then Josh is on Twitter yesterday because Jim tweeted out a photo.
Yeah, can we talk? Can we get to the bottom of that, please?
I was wearing my...
It was atrocious.
Blue shoes.
Blue suede shoes.
Yeah, they were suede.
Yeah.
and red socks.
Let me ask you first, before you get into the... When you put those on, were you like, oh man, it might rain today?
No.
I shouldn't wear suede shoes.
I checked the weather forecast before I chose what shoes I was going to
So
wear.
you don't have them on today, obviously, because it is a bit rainy in the New York City area.
No, I'm not wearing them today. They're not all-weather shoes.
Gotcha.
They're for a nice summer day.
And ridiculous red socks.
And no, they were nice red socks. They had white polka dots on them, but I retweeted it at NotSam.
Were those Happy Socks? Do you know the brand Happy Socks?
Yes, I know the brand. They were not.
Okay.
First of all, the fact that you know sock brands means that you have no place to criticize me for anything.
Well, one, my girlfriend works in fashion, as you know, and she designs
quote-unquote girlfriend. Some people say beard, whatever it is.
Nobody says that.
She works in fashion, and she designs socks.
So you had on blue suede shoes, red and
Those
white.
socks are from J. Crew.
Oh, I'm
Those
sorry.
are nice socks.
I'm sorry. They were really nice.
And Josh is sitting there going, look at this ridiculous shoe-sock combo.
Actually, I called it atrocious.
Meanwhile, he walks in here. He's wearing a vest. He's got thumb rings on. I mean, God damn it, Josh. For somebody, you got like, how many bracelets are you wearing?
1, 2, 3, 5.
There's no reason for a man to accessorize to the extent that you do. Especially, I mean, it's one thing if you're going to accessorize and say, that's the way I choose to live my life, and I say go for it. You know, wave that flag proudly, whatever flag it is. But to then turn around and criticize somebody for taking pride in his shoe-sock combination, it's insanity.
We were also wondering why you decided to wear...
What do you have meetings about?
Most of my Sam Roberts information comes from Matt Fortune.
Oh.
So he's the one who smartens me up to all this.
We've podcasted with him. He's Josh's friend who's a big O&A fan, and it's how we got to know each other.
Yeah, but he also mentioned that you wore this ridiculous outfit.
It wasn't a ridiculous outfit.
With camouflage shorts.
No, I didn't wear that with... I would never wear high socks with shorts. It's insane.
Wow, that's a fashion faux pas.
Yeah, you would know that. Don't pretend you don't know. You got your little watch on.
I'm working right now on a fashion blog, and there'll be some things coming forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I consider myself fashion forward thinking when it comes to how men should dress.
Well,
men of an appropriate age.
This is what I'm saying then.
What
You're
are you
not
saying?
coming to me like Opie and Anthony and Jim were making fun of me like guys do.
It was Jim's tweet that I saw that really started all this controversy.
Because they were sitting there going, we don't care about what we wear, we don't care about our shoes, we don't care about any of this. You're coming in here like Joan Rivers on the fashion police going,
Joan Rivers.
No, the socks were just clashing with those. This is what you need to replace. And it's like, Josh.
No, what you need to do with those blue suede shoes are just burn them.
Why?
The socks are fine, but the blue suede shoes and the red socks, were you celebrating Independence Day a couple days later?
Yeah, well, believe it or not, blue, red, and white, those colors go together. You know who thought that?
Those colors don't run.
Our founding fathers. If you want to let terrorists win, go ahead. But I think that our founding fathers had something when they put that together. I don't need you criticizing anything I wear. You got a faux hawk, for God's sake. Okay?
Now we're going to point fingers about hair.
Well, you started
Before we get into this, all this yelling back and forth at each other, I do want to thank you for the gifts that you're going to be giving me later for the golf outing that I'm playing in tomorrow down in Philly. I appreciate all that.
Oh, right. There's a charity golf outing in Philly.
Yes. And actually, you were talking to Joe DeRosa moments ago about being in Philly.
Yeah.
And Steve and Preston, or Preston and Steve.
Preston and Steve.
Those guys actually, one of them live on this golf course that we're playing on, and they were asked to kind of be a part of this, and no response.
Really?
And here I am in New York, 90 miles away from Philly, and you're letting me come on here and talk about the golf outing a little bit. Yeah.
It's a wonderful, you know, it's for a wonderful cause and everything.
So F Preston and Steve is what I have to say.
They stopped talking to Joe DeRosa because he did their show, and he mentioned that he loves doing O&A. I guess they have a big problem with us from back in the day.
Yeah.
Because they didn't invite him back. They said, nah, we're going to pass.
Yeah, no, I was here. I was sitting right next to you when Joe was on.
You know what that was for, Josh?
Bringing it all forward.
The audience. Sometimes I don't just think about you. I think about the fact that we're broadcasting.
Well, whatever.
That's me.
When I'm a guest on this show,
well, I'm a professional broadcaster.
I like to think of it all as about me. I don't have an agenda like you may have.
It's not about you. It's about me.
I wanted to talk about fashion. I want to talk about Money in the Bank on Sunday, and I wanted to talk about the golf outing.
Well, tell me what the charity is all about.
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
But it is a charity.
It's more for, I believe, a Little League. Marty Miller, who is a gentleman that you know that I work with, He puts it all together every year. It happens in the summer. There's usually a few WWE personality on the course that afternoon. I don't know who will be there
Sergeant
tomorrow.
Slaughter?
I don't know if Sarge will be there.
Bobo Brazil?
I don't know about him either.
Almost definitely not for Bobo.
I will be there. You were invited, but you are so unathletic that you declined the invitation.
I couldn't fit it into my busy schedule.
You couldn't find the right outfit.
I don't know how to.
I have these blue suede golf shoes, and I don't know what to do with them.
These aren't golf socks. These are casual socks.
Those are happy
I have
socks.
nothing to wear.
Well, tell Jess that you need some golf socks.
I was thinking...
You guys can make a trip to the outlets.
I was thinking the other day that I do need to learn how to golf because I've been realizing... Because part of the whole thing with the shoes was like, in my mind, I'm thinking I want to get away from sneakers.
Okay.
Because I'll be 30.
Now, wait a second. Do you wear sneakers with jeans?
Yeah, I wear sneakers with everything.
Okay, see, I find it terrible to wear sneakers with jeans.
What do you wear sneakers with?
Shorts.
That's it.
That's it.
But all I wear is like Chuck Taylor, Converse All-Stars. Yeah,
See?
look, you got like, let me see your socks.
Oh, then I can't lift my leg that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Erock, get in here right now.
What's wrong with these socks?
I need to go to an unbiased source, okay? And I have said a lot of terrible things about Erock, so he's not going to take my side just because.
This morning I went for a run on the Hudson. I wore sneakers.
Okay.
And Nike Elite socks. I think that's what they're called.
I need your opinion on
Erock,
this. Don't
what's
look
up,
yet.
buddy?
Sit down next to the microphone. Because I was telling Josh that you will not take my side just
Can
because.
I say hello to Erock for a moment, please?
No. You can't say hello to Erock.
Very selfish with this
How are
show.
you? You're not going to take my side just because. Because I've said so many horrible things about you.
Yes.
You'll give me an honest opinion.
That I
Because you're
don't
a
like
guy
it,
with
yes.
integrity. Why would you say it?
I thought that's where we were going
No,
with this.
of course
I apologize.
not. Josh was criticizing my socks yesterday.
Yes.
They were red with white polka dots. There's a picture of them.
On Jim Norton's Twitter.
Yeah, at Jim Norton, and of course, at Not Sam.
I retweeted.
Josh, lift your foot up on that table.
Which side?
Whatever side you want.
Let's see if I can do this.
There you go.
Oh!
You're telling me, Erock. Tell me.
What is wrong with these?
Who has worse socks? Really? Really? Describe the socks to the listening audience.
Yeah, it's radio, guys.
They look like something Oompa Loompas wear.
What colors
Orange,
are they?
green, purple.
Do we have enough time to list all the colors?
There's a few more in there, but it moves so fast.
You're wearing rainbow striped socks.
With light brown leather
Yeah, I would
shoes.
say the base color is orange.
There is no base color. It's rainbow stripes.
No, because the top is orange. That's how you find the base of the... See, that's orange.
You have no...
Whatever, dude.
Eric, does he have any...
Why does anybody know base colors for a sock?
You got to be a little fashion forward, Eric.
Erock,
This is where I'll side with Josh.
Thanks for stopping by.
No, Erock, don't... Yeah.
That's what I got.
Erock has no place. He's got white
I
ankle
like
socks.
those Nike high tops, though.
He's got no place on your upcoming Josh Matthews fashion blog.
No.
Which, by the way, should not get you any respect from pro wrestling fans.
Actually, it will.
Yeah.
Does JBL like it?
No, but I mentioned it. This headset keeps messing up, but I'll power through.
No, it's the guy who's using
I'll
it. But go
power
ahead.
through. I'll power through. Actually, I mentioned this idea to a certain WWE champion who thought it was a great idea. His name is John Cena.
Yeah, because John Cena is a pillar of fashion.
Yeah.
He wears jorts every week.
Well, you know.
Now he's got cargo shorts.
Right.
All right, move on, Sam.
That's
Let's talk
right.
about
That's what I
something else.
thought. Erock, tell me the truth. He has worse socks than me yesterday.
I didn't think yours could be beat, but he did it.
Thank you.
Beat in a better way. Yay.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Okay.
And those will be up on Instagram at Not Sam.
Do you have an
Check that
Instagram?
out. Of course I do. I'm all over the map.
Put it
Do you
up
have
on the Facebook,
Pinterest?
too.
I signed up for Pinterest, but I don't know what it is. I never started
To me,
using
I
it.
think that Pinterest really is, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's for girls,
It's a
correct?
girl thing.
It is,
yeah,
right?
it is.
One of
Yeah.
our interns, all she does is Pinterest.
So you just pin photos on a wall.
She gets ideas. Like, she makes furniture and recipes and things off that.
And then I
thing.
hear girls say, like, I have thin-spiration photos on my Pinterest
I have
wall.
no idea what that is.
Yeah, I guess you pin photos of, like, yourself, like, thinner, and then that's thin
That's
spiration.
motivation.
You should post photos, like, you should crop photos of you, like muscular, like,
Yeah.
big.
Just pictures of me with massive
Yeah.
arms and protein powders
Muscle
next to it.
spiration. Yeah.
I don't do that.
Oh,
You know
whatever.
why? I'm very happy with the way I am.
Well, that makes one of you.
But I will say that the reason, like, I was,
See you, Erock.
I'm trying to get off sneakers.
Oh, yeah,
Because
back to this convo.
I'll be 30 years old in September.
Oh, happy birthday.
And it's like, it's time, to start making some changes. Let's adult up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, Jay-Z doesn't wear football jerseys anymore, does he?
No.
He dresses like a gentleman.
Yes.
You know, GQ.
I take very much pride. Very much pride? Does that make sense?
No.
A lot of pride in dressing like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman.
A gentleman.
With thumb rings. A gentleman who wears a thumb ring.
And a lot of accessories.
Yeah.
But, you know, you see me a lot with vests or a jacket, things of that nature.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I respect it.
Thank you.
I was taking shots because you were taking shots,
Yeah.
and that's what I do, but I respect it.
We can get back to a level playing field.
Yeah.
But again, yeah, I don't think that you should wear sneakers with jeans. It really bothers me.
Look today.
That looks great.
Thank you.
It looks phenomenal.
I got shoes on with my jeans.
Does your belt match those shoes?
I don't have a belt on yet. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I'll get there.
All right.
But,
Jess really knew that she was starting on the ground level with you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was only potential.
Yeah.
When Jess showed up, and in the last 8 years that we've known each other, it's remained strictly potential. But still, there's room.
There's room for growth.
There's always room for growth.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking that I need to learn how to golf, is the other thing.
Yeah, me too.
Because that's where invitations like you come in, like business invitations start coming in, and people say, oh, we're going to play golf. We're going to do... I don't know how to play any sports, but I feel like I could learn how to play golf at least adequately enough that if a person said, you know, us adults are going to play golf, I could do that.
Did you play any sports as a kid?
T-ball is horrible. And T-ball, nobody should be horrible at because the ball doesn't move. It's stationary.
You get that that's how golf is played, right? Does he understand this?
Yeah, but on T-ball, the ball is much bigger.
Right.
It's way up high.
Right.
And you get to just swing a bat at it.
That's pretty. You just pretty much described golf.
Golf is way down low, and the ball is small.
And you put it on a tee, though. You tee it up. T-ball, tee it up in golf.
That's the only similarity. Literally.
Okay, all right.
Literally.
Well, take lessons. You want to take them together?
Yeah, I do.
I'm actually going to start CrossFit, too. That's on my list of things
What's
to do.
CrossFit?
CrossFit's like that training that people do. It's like train your whole body. Like it's like cardio and weights all in one.
P90X.
P90X. I don't know if that's CrossFit. I don't think
so.
it is.
That's what.
But like truck tires and you're swinging sledgehammers.
Oh, like the UFC guys do. They always show them working out. They're flipping tires up. They're pulling ropes.
Sure. They do burpees. That's like a thing.
What's that? Like when you pat them on the back?
Nah.
Get the gas out.
That's like a child.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Burpees. Who needs burpees? What's burpees?
Don't go to CrossFit. I think they're like those up-downs that you used to do in gym class. I'm not an expert on the subject.
So I can't look for a big man to say, I need burpees.
Hello, sir. Can I have a burpee?
Yeah, my belly hurts. Can you give me burpees? That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's but not. Yeah. So Soul Cycle probably wouldn't be the spot for me.
I don't know what that is either.
All the women are going to Soul Cycle now, and I guess it's this place that's just like exercise bikes.
Okay.
But like a trainer comes, they put on music, and I guess they bike to rhythm
like
and stuff.
Spin class?
Yeah, kind of.
That's been going on for years.
But it's only that. Like it's not a spin class at a gym. Like Soul Cycle just does classes on cycles. And
so you walk into the room and it's all bikes,
just bikes,
like those kickboxing places.
Do you think?
I'm sure you've seen one.
I've ever been to a kickboxing.
You've never
place.
been to a gym,
right?
But there's a like CKO kickboxing. You drive by them and it's just you just see those big heavy bags, and that's all it is. It's like 4 classes a day.
Okay, yeah, exactly, and that's it.
All
like it's these little storefronts, but I don't know. So yeah, you don't know how to play golf?
I played. I think 2 years ago, I think I played like over 100 times in the summer. And it's just a game that you have to play over and over again to get good at. But I'm at the point now where I'd like to take lessons and really understand how to play the game.
Yeah, I'm good with just like...
Miniature golf.
If I could learn how to play miniature golf well, or at least adequately, done with my training.
Cotton candy, you walk around with that?
That would be great.
You're like a 30-year-old child.
Can you swing with one hand? Just a little ice cream cone in the other? I think that would be fine. So tell me...
What's up?
What's going on in the world of professional wrestling? Josh is, of course, the voice of WWE Main Event. You disappeared from SmackDown. You used to be the guy who did commentary on SmackDown. What happened?
We made some changes, and I like the changes that are made. Main Event's a really cool show. It's on Wednesday nights. It's an hour long. It's on Ion Television. It's is
that why you like Main Event? It's half as much work, and you're just like, well, I'm done now.
It goes pretty quickly, to be honest with you.
Hour. This is good for me.
It goes quickly because typically there's a longer match on that show, a very competitive, longer contest. I think last night Antonio Cesaro had a great match with Dolph Ziggler. I don't know if you were able to watch the show.
I DVR'd it.
If you have it on your DVR, check it out. It's a cool show, and I get to work with Miz and Cody Rhodes, and having those guys on commentary with me is really cool. It's a great dynamic. And then Monday, I get to be Mr. WWE App, as I've coined myself.
You coined yourself.
Yes, because the app is so cool, because I sort of compare it to the Red Zone channel, the NFL's Red Zone channel.
Where they just go like, touchdown, 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 touchdown.
Right. It's always action-packed. We go to commercial on USA for Monday Night Raw, and then we come up live on the app. And remember a few weeks ago when Daniel Bryan, when the match was called, and we went to break, and it was like, what just happened? Well, during the break, we had that story. Daniel Bryan walked right by the app set, and we were able to tell kind of a piece of that story as to what transpired.
USA must love that.
I don't think they have
cable
issue.
channel. Like,
Well,
you would
because-
think that
but
they
listen,
would. Yeah.
Listen.
Tell me.
When you're watching Raw, and you have your iPad in front of you,
you're right.
When USA goes to commercial, instead of picking up your remote to change the channel, you're on your app, you're on your iPad, you're on your phone.
You wrestling guys have a spin on everything.
So you're
That's
hearing,
perfect.
you're hearing USA's plugs, you're hearing the commercials,
Yeah.
and you look up. I mean,
You're like, not only do I know what happened to Daniel Bryan, but I would love a burger from Sonic right
and
now.
if Suits is coming up in a couple of weeks, I'll watch that as well.
Yeah.
But the problem is, not the problem, how often do you watch TV and just watch TV? I never just watch a movie. And I get
Right.
yelled at all the time by Nicole. She'll be like, can you just watch this? You're on your phone. You're
Nicole
on your
from the
deal."
Morning Mashup?
No. Don't get me started on the Morning Mashup.
Why?
Because it's the worst thing in the history of radio.
It is?
Oh, it's terrible. It is terrible. I want to drive my car off the road when I'm listening to the Morning Mashup.
Really?
It is shtick radio.
Now, is that
it's
because
terrible.
they're playing that Iconopop song and you're going to just crash your car into a bridge?
No, I like that song.
Yeah.
My new favorite song is Miley Cyrus.
Josh, I would love to hate on you for
What
that.
is it? We Can't Stop.
It's a
Don't
great-
Stop
it's a
Party.
great song.
It's phenomenal.
You don't like the Morning Mashup?
It's awful. It is. Oh, it's
Jesus.
atrocious radio.
They're friends of mine. You know that.
Well, Nicole's a friend of yours.
She's closer
I love
than
the
the
other
rest.
day. I think you sent me a photo of their like promo shot here in the
Yeah.
building somewhere.
They're all smiling
Yeah.
and happy. Why wouldn't you be happy?
It's terrible.
Oh, Jesus.
It's terrible.
Christ. Erock, did you see this comment?
No, not at all.
This is horrible.
I'm sorry. Hey, look, I just call it like I see it. They have their own show in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's just awful.
You don't like it. What
No.
don't you like about it?
It's. I feel like you keep looking at the door, like one of them are going to come in and
I'm always
and
looking.
be offended. And if they are offended, it's okay because they're really that bad. Somebody
Oh,
should sit them
Jesus
down.
Christ.
Somebody should sit them down and be like, "Listen, guys,
Can
just
I
stop
tell you
doing
something?
Sticky radio."
They may.
What is the game that Nicole plays where she guesses questions against
Nicole versus the Streets?
Yeah,
You're not a
that's-
fan?
That's new and original.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Josh.
I'd love to be in the meeting when they came up with that. It was like, hey, listen, we're going to ask questions to the general public, and then we're going to ask Nicole those questions. They're
Yeah.
going to be like common knowledge questions.
Right.
And we'll have an audience member call in and see who can get it right.
You don't think it's funny? Nicole
Genius!
doesn't. Oh,
Sign me up for that.
that's sarcasm. Opie,
Sarcasm at its
that sentence was at its worst. But
what?
Opie, earlier this week, it was like on Tuesday, said that he actually listened to the Morning Mashup.
Okay.
He said they put on a good radio show.
They play decent music.
Right. That's it. Period. That
in
was the end of
between,
the
it's
sentence.
terrible. It's atrocious.
God.
It's wretched.
You don't
Put
like
that in their
it?
promo. Hey, listen to the Morning Mashup.
Well, this is not a
It's-
celebrity endorsement, is
It's
it?
bad.
Oh. Oh, Josh.
How did we get off track? What were we talking about?
I don't know.
I feel like
You
we
have
were
this
on-
vendetta against the mashup that you had to get out there.
We were on a good little run there, and then we got off
You
track.
started attacking my friends. What happened? Joe in New Jersey.
Yeah, basically CrossFit is the morning mashup of exercise. It's terrible.
It's bad?
It's horrible. They they have what's called boxes. The guy who started CrossFit just will let anybody who wants to throw up a banner do it in a small little storefront as long as he pays them. There's no form. It's high volume. And if you're looking to get into exercise, you don't want to start with CrossFit. You don't want to do it anyway at any time. It's
Okay, let's
terrible.
just say this. Any form of exercise is a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, CrossFit, even if Joe from New Jersey, thanks for the call,
Especially
says
for
it's-
someone like me.
says it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's better still than sitting on the couch.
Walking to the gym is something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It is something. You're
geez.
something.
We only got a couple minutes left. Time flies with you.
Well, I'll be back tomorrow.
You coming back?
Are you going to do this show tomorrow?
I always do. Well, except for Wednesday.
Let's do the morning mashup. No,
Jesus Christ, Josh.
I don't know. No, I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be in Philadelphia at the golf
Right.
outing.
All right. So
How
Philadelphia.
much time do I have? That's
2 minutes.
tomorrow. And then Sunday, of course, is WWE's Money in the Bank.
What were
in
you
Philly.
thinking when WWE has this great debut? The Wyatt family comes out.
Yeah.
And they've been promoting these guys forever.
Yeah.
And they're this like crazy like redneck family that they've been showing vignettes for weeks.
I think crazy and redneck is trite, but okay.
What do you mean trite?
I think you could use better words to describe. They're sort of bizarre. They're eerie.
You don't think they're crazy rednecks?
No.
Why not?
One, from what we know about them, I mean, we haven't seen a lot. But anyway, go ahead. Go back to your story. I know you got a little bit of time left. You're giving me that, oh, look, we got no time
They
left.
seem like crazy rednecks to me.
Okay, what's your point,
But
Sam?
they come out
very angry this morning.
And, well, you're getting under my skin. They come out, and the guy who is the head of the Wyatt family used to be known as Husky Harris.
He's Bray Wyatt now.
Right, which, I mean, I don't know who named him Husky Harris, but...
Okay, why does this bother everybody so much?
That's what I want to know.
People get rebranded and repackaged.
I just know the original name Husky Harris is a funny name.
Okay.
Like, you know, like Fatty Fats was already taken. You have to name him Husky Harris because he's a husky guy. That's not cool.
Curtis Axel didn't have a great name.
He didn't.
Now he's Curtis Axel.
What do you think, as a guy who's in the company?
Yeah.
You're a performer.
Yeah.
And your vested interest is in seeing these storylines do well. When, you know, they come out and they put this much time and they do a good job introducing this group, but the fans start chanting Husky Harris at him as if, like, we're smarter than you. We already know what's going on.
I think that was, I don't think anybody predicted that to happen.
I don't think so.
It was such a cool moment, and especially being backstage. And at this point, we're filming everything. We're shooting the reaction of the guys as the Wyatt family make their first appearance.
When you're shooting the stuff backstage and you're filming guys' reaction, and like you said, Daniel Bryan walks over and you get the story from him, how much of that is storyline and how much of that is, no, we're just going to film everything? And if
no,
it fits,
it's just filmed. I mean, it is, it is like, we're going to break, press record. Let's go. Sometimes, I mean, there's a few minute delay in some of them. Some of them are actually live. Like, we are, you know, this is the app. This just happened. Daniel Bryan's match just got,
and if something in reality happens that's good, they'll just make it into a storyline. That's the idea, I guess.
Sure. But it's become more news. We're reporting on things that happen. So when the Wyatts did what they did to Kane Monday night, it was more like, I don't think that we were right behind the curtain in Baltimore. It's a weird building, so we're like right there watching the show. So when they're doing the deal and the chanting or whatever, I think the emphasis of what the superstars saw and the divas saw was what those guys did to Kane.
But what did you think as a human being? That just go like, were you like annoyed?
It was kind of like,
like, what are you guys doing? Like, are you looking at the crowd like you're not doing your job?
But they have their own the prerogative to do whatever they want. I mean, they start yes. You know, Fandango the night after WrestleMania. Crowds are they're weird.
You didn't have a feeling like this is why you can't have nice things. This is why we don't do nice things for you, because you ruined them.
No, I didn't have that feeling. I don't think that that's going to be something that's going to develop. I think that may have been a one-time thing where you heard that. I think the Wyatt family are certainly going to make their own mark in WWE.
Well, listen.
What?
Money in the Bank is this Sunday.
Sunday!
It's going to be a great pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Mark Henry versus John Cena. Talk about it. That's been well done.
Great.
Really well done.
I mean, that was something that in the locker room area where tears.
When something like that happens,
People thought Mark Henry was retiring.
Mark Henry comes out, he does this great retirement speech, he brings up his family, and then he ends up turning on John Cena. It's classic pro wrestling. Does Mark Henry go? Do people are the people in the locker room, are they aware that, oh yeah, this is going to be a great spin, I can't wait to watch this? Or are people not really aware of other people's storylines, so they're just watching going, I guess the guy's retiring. Holy shit!
I saw people during the day say goodbye to Mark.
Wow.
They legitimately thought, like, this is it. I mean, and you could... That's believable.
Yeah.
Because the guy's been around he's a veteran. So it was believable that night that Mark Henry was saying goodbye to WWE.
That's incredible. Well, John Cena, Mark Henry, the Money in the Bank matches.
And then Monday will be in Brooklyn for Raw. So it's going to be a big week. And, of course, the WWE Performance Center opened up this week.
Huge.
Yeah, it's a big week for everybody.
And I'll see you, by the way, on Sunday and Monday.
Oh!
You know that's happening.
Are you bringing your lovely wife?
Of course I am.
Okay, good. I'll just talk to her then.
Josh, when we talk about accessorizing and fashion and stuff, don't forget what every guy needs. Razors. You need good razors, right? You need to keep a close shave.
Oh, that was terrible segue into your plug. You should go work for the morning mashup.
It's not a plug. What I'm trying to tell you is your razor doesn't need a vibrating handle. That's what you should be reporting on. It doesn't need a back scratcher. It doesn't need 10 blades. Seriously, all joking aside. Josh, have you noticed the price you pay for a new razor blade?
No, Sam.
How much?
$15 or so.
It's how much?
$15, $20.
Is that in pesos? You're doing this every month for the rest of your life. This is your Dollar Shave Club moment, and it's time for you to join all the After Opie and Anthony Live listeners who've discovered DollarShaveClub.com. Listen, here's what all the buzz is about. It's like found money. All us guys want is a great shave without shelling out $20 month after month. Dollar Shave Club is genius. You'd be crazy not to do this. You send them a couple bucks a month, and they deliver amazing quality razor blades right to your door. You save a fortune, and you always have fresh blades on hand. No more nicking up your face with old blades because you can't afford or forgot to buy new ones. Join the rest of the After Opie and Anthony Live listeners. Get a great shave and keep your cash at DollarShaveClub.com, DollarShaveClub.com, DollarShaveClub.com. Follow Josh Matthews on Twitter at WWE Josh Matthews with 1 T. I'm posting pictures of his socks at Not Sam.
Erock already has posted. I will be retweeting.
And Erock loves getting the scoop.
And hey, real quick, Sam's buying lunch for everyone downstairs in just a few moments.
That's not going to happen. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Ron and Fez are next. Goodbye.
The Opie and Anthony Show is now over. For real this time. Check out the O&A Show on Facebook at Facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ron and Fez are next.
Hey!